Welcome back to Tabletop Titans for another game of the Tabletop Titans tournament. This is the last game of the second round, and it will determine who goes into the finals up against the Death Guard. We've got two lightning-fast armies, both brutal in close combat. They have, actually, these armies are very similar.
They are.
Right? We have a ton of close combat troops. We have a bunch of really fast bikes. You know, we've got some punchy characters. Yep. We've got like one psyker each.
Similar tricks.
Yeah, we both advance and charge, fall back and charge. Right? So these armies are a mirror of one another between the Imperium and the Xenos.
That's right. Basically, neither of them actually plays Warhammer. They play their own game, so we're on the same page, which should be kind of fun.
They're both broken and in the same ways, so we're going to see it against each other.
That's right.
And so this makes a really interesting matchup because both these armies are hoping that their opponent isn't like themselves in a way.
Right.
So they both kind of get punked in the same way, which is really, it's kind of cool.
It's going to be super wonky and really awesome. I haven't played a game like this with them yet.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun.
I'm really excited for this one, and excited to see who goes off onto the finals because we've only got 2 games left. Just this one today, and then the big finals on Saturday.
That's right.
Really, really exciting. So why don't we jump ahead and show you the army list that we have today on the table. So I've got my White Scars today. This is their second showing on the channel, and after their first victory, what a great debut for a new army. I've got a single battalion here with 3 characters. I've got a Khan on bike, and I've upgraded him to take the Wrath of the Heavens. That's the better move fast bike that allows me to do sweet jumps. So it's like my mini flip belt.
That's right.
It works very similarly, but worse than a flip belt. He also has the Chagorian Storm Warlord trait, D3 extra attacks. Last game I rolled only 1s for that, so we're going to see if we can take it up a notch from there. Next off, we have a Librarian.
Yep.
I took him as kind of a test in the last game, and I think we all agreed that the Chaplain is the better pick.
Yep.
But he actually was solid. I even gave him my MVP last game because he kind of came through in a pinch.
You being cheeky.
So, but I actually think he could do work in this game.
The spell, actually, we talked about it last time with the spell, really has me thinking and concerned in this game, actually. Your ability to throw that +2 to charge on things that come in, it's really scary, actually.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
So those are my 2 characters. I've got 3 units of 3 Outriders. It's the new Primaris bikes. They're phenomenal in any army. They're really great as White Scars because their threat range is huge. And that they can get invulns and they can advance and shoot and all kinds of great stuff. I've also got a few Assault Intercessors, just a few.
A couple. Yeah,
solid 40 actually on the board, which is my new magic number for them. They are brilliant. The army is built around them. They hold super well. They fight. In the last game we saw they can even shoot down vehicles with their heavy bolt pistols, right?
That's right.
They do it all. And they're really cheap, 18 points. Someone slipped up there.
For the amount of stuff they do, my God.
I've got, because 40 Intercessors wasn't enough, I brought 10 more, and I've got 10 regular Intercessors with the Assault Bolter. They're phenomenal as White Scars as well, so I'm really into them. Then we have the star of the show here, the Judicer, who makes a unit fight last within 6 inches. He is your most feared unit on this table here, right?
Keep an eye on in this game.
Yeah, so he's tucked away safely amongst, 20 Intercessors.
Coward!
And just so that you couldn't shoot him off the board or something before he got a chance to do his thing. He's really good, and you're really going to have to play around him until you could get to him.
For sure.
For my heavy support type things, I've got 2 Invictor Warsuits, both with autocannons. They give me some long-range punch, also some close-range punch, and they're the only vehicles I've got on the board. So they're the only targets for your Haywire, but they're not super central to my army. No. So if you flew up a bunch of bikes just to haywire them, it's like, well...
Especially in this matchup, right? They kind of fulfill that early game tank killing, that tank threat, as we saw in the Orcs game. And against me, I mean, honestly, any of your things can kill any of my things, even my vehicles, even my bikes. So yeah, they're not as essential, but they are tasty with those haywires. We'll see.
Yeah, haywires just drop them like they're paper.
Yeah,
you
can ask the Telemon about that one.
Yeah, exactly. If the Telemon goes down in one go, these guys got no chance. So that's what I've got. It's an incredible army at playing the mission. And it's got a ton of close combat punch and a ton of speed.
I love it. Very scary, very fast.
All right.
So let's check out their pointy-eared brethren.
That's right.
The Harlequins, aka Space Elf White Scars. And I am bringing, of course, same as last time. This is Frozen Stars. This is +1 attack on the turn that they charge.
Amazing.
Just hitting even harder. They have that flexibility to fall back and charge, advance and charge. So we're just
my whole army gets +1 on the charge too.
Oh,
+1 attack on the charge. So you know.
Everything that happens between turn 1 and turn 3 is going to be super important because once you power up, woof, it's going to be scary.
Once I get to Assault Doctrine, it becomes real bad.
The 2 damage on things. All right, so let's see. So I have a single battalion. I want to keep all the CP that I can. I have, of course, maxed out on my HQs because they're so important for Harlequins. I have Shadow Seer. He's my warlord. He's taking the Shadow Stone. This is from the Psychic Awakening update. This gives +3 inches to all of his auras and his psychic powers, things like that. And also from Psychic Awakening, he's taken the ability to actually take on 2 roles. This is using the pivotal role stratagem. And so he has 2 things. He has the Shield from Harm, -1 to wound against infantry. That's the standard one. And of course, this is extended to 9 inches. We can turn it on to bikes for a CP now. Then he also has taken, I'm blanking on the name, but it makes basically anytime you shoot at one of my units within 9 inches of him, they count as being 6 inches farther away.
It's crazy.
So crazy and so important for things like rapid fire and stuff like that. And your 12-inch pistols, which, like you said, are no joke.
It turns them into 6-inch pistols. And it's such a good ability. I've seen so many games where like whole Tau gun lines were out of range because of it. And even in the Custodes game, it stopped me from sniping your Shadow Seer because I couldn't rapid fire. All kinds of crazy
stuff. It really
stuff.
shores up some really, really big weaknesses which don't exist anymore. He is my warlord, as I mentioned, and he's taking the Frozen Stars warlord trait, which is anytime one of my models dies within 9 inches of him, I roll a dice on a 6, they get back up. So
unbelievable.
Basically functions like a Feel No Pain on the Last Wound. For the troops, it's almost exactly the same.
It's a little worse on a bike.
It is worse on the bike, exactly. So
it's quite a bit worse on a bike.
It's really good for the troops, and for the bikes, it's just kind of a cute way to not have to take another psychic power.
That's right.
Because the 2 I have are Twilight Pathways to move again, of course, and the one that gives -1 to hit against one of my infantry squads. So those are the 2 powers. That's my Shadow Seer. Following up with him, I have 2 Troop Masters. One is pretty bare bones, just has a kiss. Going to be running around giving those rerolls to wound auras, and then my other one is kitted out with probably my new favorite relic, the Twilight Fang. This is from Psychic Awakening, incredibly powerful, hits super hard, gets more powerful as we go through the game. We'll talk more details later on. Troops-wise, we have 2 10-mans. Each of them have, one has 8 Caress, one has 8 Kisses.
Okay.
That's them. Then I have 3 5-mans, 2 with all fusion, 1 with nothing, right?
All right.
Run around naked. 3 transports, just bare bones, can't upgrade them. 3 units of 5-man bikes. These are my favorite units in this army. This is why I started the Harlequins, because I love them so much.
Yeah, the bikes are so good.
They're amazing. And I believe last of all, we have, of course, the Death Jester. And he's not going to be killing, well, his job is not to kill things. It's humbling cruelty to give you -2 to move and no Overwatch. Not a huge player in this game, but
I think the -2 move is pretty big.
It will be nice because you have so much movement.
That's right. Because my army's fast and it relies on its speed.
That's true.
And I have big squads.
Yes.
So you could take a full 10-man squad, make them move slower. I think it's good. I think you'll find it useful.
He's so cheap that when I'm not relying on him killing characters, he gets his points back.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's me.
Okay, what's the mission we got today, Bridger?
Yeah, we have a beautiful wooded board today for GT Pack Mission 11, Retrieval Mission. There are 6 objectives. Will you guys point those out?
Yeah, 3 on my side, 1, 2, 3. 2 of them are actually just out of my deployment zone, 1 back here in my deployment.
That's right, and then 3 on mine. We have 1, 2, and 3. Same just outside of my deployment zone. That's me.
Now, what's interesting about this mission is it's a 6-objective mission, but the primary is to hold 1, hold 2, hold more. So there's going to be some high scores this game.
It's very, very easy to get those 10 points, but holding more is going to be tough because holding more almost always means coming really close to your opponent's deployment zone. And that's always, that's always a dangerous place to be, but against these 2 armies particularly dangerous.
We're both waiting around the respective corners with the brick in our hand, waiting for the first person to pop out.
Now, is there anything about this terrain we want to talk about today?
Yeah, so we do have a bunch of woods on the board. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 woods. They're using the normal woods rules, which gives dense cover, so that's -1 to shoot into it or over it, but not out of it. And they also slow movement by a bit.
Movement, charges, and we'll have to check advances.
Movement and charges by 2 inches. That's right, but only for non-fly.
Correct.
So they they won't affect your bikes, but they will affect your troops, even though they have flip belts. They can't flip through trees. They can't flip through trees. So then we have a few ruins. We have 1, 2, 3 obscuring ruins. So we both have 1 in deployment, 1 kind of L-shaped in the center. And then we have 2 smaller ruins, which gives us at least a cover save and the ability to, set to defend or whatever we wanted to do there, which could be cool.
Absolutely. Oh, and then one note about this big ruin right here, just in case you guys can't see it, we do have, we've demarcated the base of this ruin. It ends right about here. So even though it might look like things are underneath, we have an actual base that we established underneath it.
Yeah, that's really important because GW kind of built the terrain rules assuming all your ruins have bases on them.
Which none of their kits do.
Their kits don't come with bases, but they know people build them.
Right.
And they never actually define the wonky interactions of non-base. They never even really define the wonky interactions of base.
No, not at all.
And so this is one of the most debated things. We're having this big debate with Reese in the playtester chat the other day about it. And, we play fine. We usually just define it. But when you have something really wacky like this, it's important to call out where the base is.
And we also, it's also a way of sort of making sure that the battlefield is relatively even, right? I have a kind of smaller ruin here. This is a larger piece, which is both good and bad, right? And so we said, okay, let's cut off the back of this, make it more sizable with this. So there's little things you can do and establish with your opponent to make sure everything is equal and interesting.
Yeah. And if you do have bases on your ruins, we'd love to hear. I'd love to hear in chat how you've been playing them because
that'd be cool.
I know a lot of people have these giant bases and then the whole base becomes obscuring, right?
Remember our first game, right?
Which is actually kind of jank. Like if you have one model here and one here at the corner, and it's like open for 7 inches, and then they can't see each other, I don't think I like it.
No, I feel you.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's take a look at secondaries. Adrian today is taking engage on all fronts, deploy scramblers, and grind them down.
Engage on all fronts, you know it, you love it. I'm going to be very mobile. I don't know if this is a 2 or a 3 point kind of scoring game.
I think you could get 3 points in a bunch of turns. You may not want it turn 1.
Exactly. So we have that. I have deploy scramblers. Again, this is one that is great when you do have several infantry that can be running around that aren't maybe the thing that your opponent
especially
wants to
when they're
kill.
throwaway.
Exactly. Yeah. So I have units for that. And then I always forget one of my secondaries.
Grind them down.
Grind them down, which is essentially kill more or attrition. This one's tough.
This one might determine the victor, actually.
This is going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
I have the capability of doing it, but I don't know. I'm curious.
We're very evenly matched here.
Yeah.
So you have, I think, if I counted correctly, 2 or 3 more units than I do.
Yep.
But realistically, we're fairly similar. None of our units are easy to kill. I have the single easiest units to kill, probably in the form of the 3 bikes.
Right. Exactly.
But it's not that easy.
That's what I was going to say is yeah, you have your big 10-mans. I have my big bikes and my 10-mans as well. Then I have the really small units like the 5-mans and the transports. But then you also have things like the bikes that basically have no invulns or anything like that.
That's right.
So it's going to be an interesting
It's a back and forth.
I don't think it's a bad choice, but it's definitely going to be a contested choice as we play the game.
And you were short on options here.
Oh yeah, the third one. I mean, so these are both armies, and we'll see when Brian talks about his secondaries, where it's really difficult to pick secondaries against them, right?
These armies give up nothing.
And we definitely considered that when we built these lists.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So it's time for another mid-secondary fashion show.
Oh,
Adrian, nice new shirt.
Thank you.
It's so shiny.
So funny story. I bought this.
Can you see the shininess
on
camera?
It is quite shiny.
I bought it. I was like, this is amazing. Like Victorian shirt arrives. There's metallic threading all over.
There's actually metallics in it.
I was like, this is too crazy. I tried to return it. That shop no longer exists. And then
maybe it never existed.
To this day, I know. I was like, did I imagine the whole thing? And then today came up. And I was like, I'm playing Harlequins. I got to bring my metallic floral shirt.
That's right.
So yeah, that's me.
And then
that's your hollow projector. Basically.
Brian, no beanie. Are you trying to win today? Is this like a serious business game?
I can't be clowning around with beanies up in here. I gotta have my head in the game, not in a hat.
Wow,
so
you're just using the word clowning right in front of me.
That's right. So yeah.
It's a bold
There was a lot of puns in there.
I like it.
I worked out on that one.
All right. Well, surprise turn of events. Brian has the exact same secondaries as Adrian.
Oh yeah, it's because our armies are identical.
Twinsies.
Yeah. So listen, his army gives up no secondaries.
Okay.
These are bad because Killmore is bad for me just as much as it's bad for him.
Yep.
Getting engaged on all fronts, like if I go in that front, I get murdered. If you come in that front, you get murdered.
Exactly.
So every front is just murder. So we're gonna have to figure that out.
So true.
And deploy scramblers, yeah, I can do it, but neither of us are high-fiving about it because it's just 10 points. Exactly. Right? It's not like we're guaranteeing 15 points.
No.
So sure, we're both gonna get deploy scramblers. Big deal.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna get 15 points.
And it's not gonna be the easiest deploy scramblers. I think in some matchups you're like, cool, I got this. In this game,
I don't think it's hard to get. I think you just wish you could use that asset to fight.
True.
That's the thing.
You have to make that cognitive decision.
It's
to
like
give
you're
up
giving
something.
up. You're giving up an asset, so I think that's the piece that I.
Especially for you, because so you did not combat squad anything.
I didn't,
right?
but I still could on the table.
You could. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's right.
And so that's interesting.
I didn't want to combat squad because I thought you'd take Killmore on me, and I knew I'd take Killmore on you.
Right.
And so I want to give myself the option to kill combat squad later.
Exactly. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so we got to roll off?
Shall we?
Okay.
What are you thinking? You want this or?
Well, listen. I could, get up the board. I could charge you with some bikes, but who cares? Ultimately, you could come up and hit me hard, but then you're definitely in position to get hit.
Yeah.
I have no idea, man.
That's kind of the
I'd love to see it.
I'm gonna decide based off of what happens here.
First. Yeah. Okay. The 2.
Oh shoot!
So what do you got?
Decide.
I actually don't think it's famous last words. I don't think it's a huge swing either way, but maybe it is.
I will take first.
Okay. Are you going to go aggressive on me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then, if you're going aggressive, then it makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah. So I'm going to take first turn, and then I'll kind of talk about my choices. Brian has crazy, scary super doctrine, +1 damage when he charges.
You want the game to be over quick.
I need to do work before that happens, right? So we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to try not to overcommit, but still play quite aggressively, honestly. So give me 1 second to take a look at Phantasm. I set up pretty neutrally, to be honest. But one of the big things when we were setting up is like, where's the Judiciary going?
Yeah.
If I throw things in here, I'm pretty much giving up my advantage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a look if it's worth moving things over to hit this flank first or whatever. So if you want to take away some donations.
Boy, would I love to. We again have a record number of pre-game super chats.
Thank you, guys.
Let's do it.
So
thank you so much,
everyone. Thank you, Jordan. How much would I have to pay for you guys to do a NID Codex spoiler? Love your content. Best on the web. Can't catch live, sadly. Also, Telemon has a 6-up film pain.
Telemon does.
I think he rolled and flubbed those, no?
So I actually gave him... No, I did one better. I gave him a 5-up feel no pain.
Flubbed that.
And then I flubbed those. It didn't go well. It didn't go well. But yeah, NIDS, I'm equally as excited to see the future of NIDS, but unfortunately, no spoilers. No spoilers.
All right. Well, thank you, Nathan. Me and a buddy are playing a 1,000-point game, and neither of us have played before. He's going guard. What army should I field for a balanced game?
Awesome. And you could just field anything? Like, you're going to buy any army, I guess?
I guess, yeah. Which army would you
Guard
pick?
Are interesting because they are almost like a famously balanced opponent. Like, they play a bit of all the game. Traditionally, they used to have these gun lines that made them not great for everyone, but now, the way the missions are formatted, they have to play the whole game. So, Guard's one of those things that I think you could literally bring any opponent against them, and you could have a fun game with it.
Everybody loves orcs, so I'm just gonna say play orcs.
That's a cool classic matchup.
It's also it's very narrative.
Guard against orcs, yeah.
Yeah, Tyranids against orcs is really, Tyranids against Guard is really classic as well.
Also good.
So those are cool, 2 diametrically opposed armies.
Absolutely. So we're gonna go ahead and Phantasm.
You're spending 2?
Yep. This is something I'm still getting used to. Is like. So the philosophy of how you deploy when you're planning on phantasming, I deploy pretty neutrally, so Brian can't make too many decisions about that. But it also means that it's fairly likely that I would have to redeploy somehow. I was kind of prepared for a defensive position. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm moving Shadowseer, I'm moving some bikes, and then probably some more bikes, to be honest.
So you're moving 1 bike unit so far, 1 Shadowseer, and then the 2nd bike unit.
Or perhaps a Troop Master, because he needs to get up, because he's not the fastest. Yeah.
Great.
All right. Well, thank you, Chris. Chris just says hi.
This is Chris Winters. This is our teammate, right?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
That's right.
Thank you, Andrew. Andrew says, thanks for the content. Why do you guys like Breachers so much in Tau over the other 2?
So the game is much more close quarters than it used to be. The Tau used to keep their opponent at arm's length, and now that's not an option. So if you're going to be close, taking the Fire Warriors that have a 30-inch range but no AP against the Fire Warriors that have a 6-inch range but strength 6 AP2, plus reroll to wound strats, they just are the same points and they outperform at closer range. And because Farsight Enclave is the better sept, they synergize really well because they auto reroll their ones to hit and wound when they're in close range. And so they just have a ton of efficiency. The other thing going for them is the fact that transports and Devilfish all of a sudden are kind of like not a waste of points.
Yeah.
And they pair really well with Devilfish because the Devilfish gets them up to the midboard without anyone plinking shots at them.
What am I rolling?
And, at the end of the day, they're actually still Fire Warriors. They're kind of this medium level of durability where your opponent really has to commit a bit to them. And I think they're just great. You can't tag them either because when you tag them, they actually shoot in combat. You could turn all the guns into pistols. And so it's like if someone piles into them, they still blast you. It's great.
That was a very thorough answer, Brian.
You know what? There's really good reasons. So...
Well, thank you again, Andrew. Also for Tau is combining upgunned and turbo thrusters to spam XV8s or 25s with burst cannons horrifically bad or maybe mildly interesting.
Oh, upgunned.
It's not good. Sorry.
Is it horrifically bad?
No.
Is it mildly interesting?
No.
Well, there you have it. It's neither.
It's not horrifically bad. I think I would just call it bad.
Regular bad?
Yeah, it's regular bad. Normal bad.
And when Brian calls something bad, you know it's bad.
Well, again, competitive play bad. You could go have fun with it. I've had friends who have had fun with it, but they didn't, they weren't really strong with it.
Thank you, Peter. Love the Death Guard AdMech game. You guys inspired me to finish my Death Guard army. Looking at souping with Red Corsairs to use CSM strats and Psychic on the Death Guard.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
The Death Guard are great, and those extra strats, and especially Psychic, makes them even scarier, so go for it.
Absolutely. How far away should the deployments be?
24.
Okay, just making sure. I was mismeasuring something.
Thank you, Marco. Hey guys, love your show. Quick question for Bring It Down rule. It states that you get 3 points for a model with 10 wounds or more. Why do you count 10 wound models as only 2 points? Keep up the great work.
So it actually says more than 10 wounds, I believe.
It might be different between GT pack and main rules.
Oh, that could be
I will check the GT pack right now. Brian, do you want to talk about what we're looking at?
These are all the Shadow Seers, these are the, not Shadow Seers, sorry, Skyweavers, right?
Yep.
And all the Skyweavers are coming up. One of them is going to be able to double move, probably jump right back over here if it wants, and then it could shoot and charge at the back. The other ones can make very short work of my bikes that are on the front line there.
Right.
And so I will end this turn with no bikes and potentially no, neither of these walkers, because he can shoot one and fight one. And so literally the entire flank will be dead if it goes well for him, which would be bad for me. Because that would be like 600 points. So it's 600 points, and he would have secured 3/4 of the entire board.
Right.
And I would start the game only in 1/4. It's not it's not my favorite place to be. I'll put it that way.
All right. So Bring It Down in the GT pack says 2 points for a model with 10 or fewer wounds, and 3 for a model with more than 10. It actually specifically says 11 or more. So we have been playing it correctly.
Yeah.
At least as per GT pack.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. Always want to check on that kind of stuff.
Thank you, Justin, spelled in a funny way. Great content, guys. 1 CP to Brian if he plays Wolves in Crusade. If Firstborn go to 2 wounds, why would you ever take anything other than Bloodclaws as troops?
Yeah, I think that's accurate. I think they're good, but let's not discount the Assault Intercessors. Space Wolves, they're phenomenal. They will have more attacks. The Wolves love to fight, and the Assault Intercessors have a lot of attacks, so nothing wrong with that. And they're still cheap. We don't know what the price of a Firstborn Bloodclaw is, so we'll have to see how competitive it is with Assault Intercessors.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Thank you, Amanda. Hey, guys. First Custodies were robbed. Go White Scars.
The Custodies got touched real bad.
Yeah, that was rough.
Do you think there's a place in competitive for Caladius Grav Tank in 9th? Why or why not?
Yeah, I think so, but there isn't space for spamming them. Like, if you want to say, oh, my Custodies don't have much in the way of fire support, and I'm going to take a Caladius, that's a fine answer. But they're not as good as they used to be rules-wise and points-wise. And the whole idea of, like, standing back and shooting isn't as valuable. And a lot of other people have tank killing, so, like,
I think the sun has set on the golden days of the Caladius.
Yeah, if you wanted to have one, I think it's possible, but it's less efficient. And because they have so many CP now, there's better units for the Custodies. The thing about the Caladius, they used to be interesting when you couldn't afford the strats and they didn't require any stratagems. So,
I would just take 2 or 3 Palace instead. For the same points, you can get a lot more...
Palace is more interesting.
Efficacy.
You're not wrong.
That's true.
Thank you, Chad. Hoping to catch this one live. Good luck for both of you. Units of 3 Land Speeders in 9th, efficient turn 1 screeners, or no?
Yeah, for sure. They're excellent.
Yeah, the top Salamander list right now is using a Forge World Land Speeder, but the same principles kind of apply to ordinary Land Speeders.
Yeah.
They're fast, they're good.
This is regular,
they
this
hit
is
hard.
Fusion, so we're going to advance.
And Space Marines have a lot of strats to give them invulns.
We don't even need to advance.
That's right, yeah.
And as we know, vehicles with invulns, quite good. Thank you, Tygon Nick, or Tegan Nick. I know that you've donated before, and we got your name pronunciation, and I've forgotten. I'm sorry. Hey, Titans, been loving the TTTT. Rooting for Killer Clowns today. I have an interesting tile list I want to share in the next message, so be ready.
Okay.
You ready, Brian?
I'm ready to see it.
Here's another one. Farsight Sept with 3 Ghost Keels, 2x5 Stealth Suits, Relic Riptide, 6x5 Breachers, Drones, and 2 Commanders.
Yeah, that sounds solid.
He's been winning games with board control secondaries and with While We Stand, We Fight.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely true. I think it's a solid army. Yeah, Farsight Enclaves has a lot of really interesting options and builds like that. I think, you know, it's one of those armies that is kind of at the lower end of the power curve right now. So you're just gonna have to test play a lot of stuff and find the thing that works. There are great armies in there. They're just not as obvious as they used to be.
That's fair. Whoop, Drew Master.
6.
Nice.
Thank you, Matthew. We appreciate the support.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nathan. Hey guys, best 40K content online, so keep up the good work. You keep going on about Custodes, so I've decided to collect them myself after my sister's army. Question, what are the team's favorite Black Library books?
Ooh.
That's a tough call.
My favorites are the Ravener series, and Aaron Dembski-Bowden has basically a two-part series in Horus Heresy. That's Betrayer and First Heretic.
Yeah, Betrayer and First Heretic are really excellent. Yeah, nothing, like I read a lot of the Horus Heresy, and nothing captured me quite like the first 3.
So good.
The first 3 really made that series possible by kind of like proving, you know, setting the tone and building the universe. So those 3 are the most memorable for me. I've read them a couple times compared to the other books.
They're so good.
I will support that by saying the way that they tell the same story from all those different perspectives is really
cool,
inspiring.
Yeah.
But then to give a different answer, the Mars Horus Heresy book, the first one, is awesome.
That's cool.
Where they find the dragon.
Pretty dope.
It's pretty cool.
So one thing about the first trilogy is it's funny. I was actually reading because I was in school at the time Shakespeare's Caesar, and it completely follows the same act structure, and like there's references to names and like the Luna festival and everything. It's actually straight from that. Which is like, oh, it's so good.
They've copied so much, yeah.
So anyways, so that's my movement. I am going to go ahead and do a prismatic blur to give all 3 of my Harlequin bikes advanced. So I can give one of them a 3+ invuln, and the debate is which one truly needs it. It's going to be these guys in the very front here.
Okay, so this one on this side.
Yeah, the one closest to this death ball right here.
Yeah, I think that's sensible.
And that's basically it. We're gonna scan right here with these boys who have just hopped on out and holding that back objective, and I think that's
okay.
That's actually, may I do one small thing?
Sure.
We're gonna be a little bit less dumb.
You're gonna put more units on the objective?
Yeah, because the truth is, let's see. I'm looking at the angles and whether or not you could actually hit.
Whether I could shoot you.
Shoot without going through the minuses. I was trying to stay on this one.
Oh, I understand.
So that's kind of the debate.
Just something to point out, Brian. It didn't come up last time White Scars played, but the pistols on Assaults and Intercessors are 18 inches for whatever reason.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. Sure.
So
that makes me very sad.
The heavy pistol, right?
Are just like actual guns. They're
So
not pistols.
good.
They're just real guns.
All right, let's go to Psychic, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do Shadows here.
Okay. And where is your Shadows here?
Right behind that Starweaver. Yep, so he's right.
That one's him, okay.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm 30 inches away, so no denies for me.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. We have, of course, the -1 to move, or -1 to hit, and then we have the Twilight Pathways to move again. So we're going to start with Twilight Pathways.
Okay.
And it's going to be on these bikes right here.
So the one on the far edge, on the battlefield edge?
Yep.
What's this cast on, a 7?
I believe so.
Okay. There you go, my friend. No denies from me.
We're going to Twilight Pathways with them. How many CP do I have now, Bridget?
You have 8.
I have 8. I will go ahead and also Prismatic Blur these guys because they're going to advance.
And so this is an interesting trick here because this says you can move as though it's the movement phase. He has a stratagem that says in his movement phase if he advanced. Now with this trick, it actually allows him to do put 2 units in his army on a 3-up invuln, where typically he would only get 1.
That's right.
And it's an extremely powerful trick because it adds a ton of durability to these bikes. It allows them to be all the way up the field and durable at the same time. So wonderful combination.
Thank you.
And a really, really, really interesting trick.
Yeah, the ability to advance twice in one turn when you auto advance 22 inches or something silly.
It's okay.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
So then we also have the -1 to be shot at, or to be hit.
Yes.
It's only for infantry. I could throw on these boys here because we're in range. You don't have snipers. I don't have. I guess I can see a bike there, so this might be more useful because you can't really see these guys. Can't shoot them. You'd have to run here and touch with bikes, perhaps, then you can get some shots.
Yeah. I think the only thing that could shoot is if some of these things survive, that'd be about it.
Yeah.
But that's yeah.
I think we're just gonna go for a smite then.
Bring
so this
the
will be
pain
into these bikes right here. Let's see it.
That'll get
it. Good. And this will be
big D3.
Come on. 1.
It's okay. So down to 3 wounds on my lead bike.
Sounds good. Okay, let's go into some shooting, shall we?
We shall.
So we're going to start with the easy stuff, which is these 5 bikes in the back shooting at this Invictor that's closest to them.
Okay. So you got the haywire.
You got it.
Nothing I can do here. I do have.
Oh yeah.
I have Armor of Contempt, right?
Which I think you
can
wait and see.
Yeah, I can wait and see, right? Yeah.
Because it's once you take your first.
Once I take a first mortal wound.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's see. So it's gonna be 5d6 shots. Okay.
It's good.
All right. So this is 10, 15, 13. Okay. So this is what?
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, 18.
18. My bad. I missed that. Thanks, guys. We're doing math.
So that's enough. So let's see it.
It's pretty good. I will be -1 to hit because I advanced twice.
Yes. You double advanced.
I like to think I'd be -2.
Yeah, I'd like to think so too. Let's go with that.
Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. 5, 10, 15, and 18. All right. So this is on 4s. Let's see it.
Bring it. So 4s, no rerolls. That's where this. These are really swingy.
That's right.
Right.
Looks quite good.
So there was at least an 8th edition FAQ on action as if face, and those do allow you to use stratagems. So that's why
that's where we're getting the precedent, and also rules as written. It's fine. So
and actually,
clear they used to allow it, and so there's nothing that disallows it.
And now the thing is, this one also doesn't specify anything about movement phase. It just says when you advance.
Yep.
So
it's even
less ambiguity.
Yeah.
So this is into the Invictors, and to wound it's 5s, but to do mortals it's 4s on 6 D3.
Yeah,
so
we really want to see a sea of 6s here. That's 3 6s.
That was quite good.
A good roll.
So it's going to be, it's 2 plus 3d3 mortal wounds. So 6, 8, 10 mortal wounds.
Okay.
And then 5 saves at -1.
Okay. Yeah. So tell me the order of operations here.
Mortal wounds are last.
So that means I can take my saves and then pop my. Okay.
Yep.
So this is -1 AP.
You got it.
So I've got my 4 up saves. Let's see it. Okay. So how many wounds have I taken total with the mortal wounds?
13.
Now? So 13 with the mortal wounds, that would just kill me.
Yep.
So I'm going to take the chance to live.
I would. I would do that.
So why don't we do that? So I've got 10 mortal wounds, you're saying? Is that what it is?
You got it.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Drop the dice there. So 5s and 6s to ignore. I only need to ignore 1 here.
Yep.
But that's fine.
There you go.
The more the merrier, but
exactly. Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that can shoot at him.
Mm-hmm. So you're live on 2, right?
I'm live on 2. You nailed it.
That's good.
Well, I know a weapon that deals 2 damage.
Yeah, but it means she's allocating attacks.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good call still.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the other bikes, the Invictors are behind the obscuring, so I can't see them. I have a couple different choices. They are blast now, so the 10-man intercessor squads are pretty saucy. I feel comfortable about my melee ability into these bikes, and so the only debate is whether I throw wounds onto these guys because they're kind of your their fastest unit here, or I just go for these guys in the center.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because you feel you got me in combat, so it's like overkilling is not the way to go.
I don't think I need more.
Okay.
Or at least it'll be good enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go with. And can I see with everyone? That's another question.
I think there might be a bike or 2 on the side that might have a tough time, but it's hard to say.
Can you pick up these trees real quick? It's these 2 that are in question, I guess. Yeah, so this guy won't be able to see.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so let's do this. So we'll do the back unit into here. The one guy that can't see will go into these bikes here.
Okay.
And yeah, that'll be it. So let's do this.
So they actually are at -2, but
doesn't matter.
Caps at -1.
That's the other reason I'm going for the force now while I'm already at -1s.
Yeah.
So this will be 46 and then -3 because it is blast. Or I'll just roll really right.
Wow.
That's great.
You got
so 15, 19 shots.
Okay. That's like more than the last one.
That is right.
Just one last guy.
10. I like blast. 15.
All right. Hitting on 4s.
Sounds good.
So there's some question on the wording of Haywire Cannon.
Sure.
And the way it's phrased, there is an instead clause on the 6+ to wound. Mm-hmm. That does not mean instead of the normal armor save. That means instead of the 1 mortal wound, you take D3. So you do still have to make saves on the 6, although there was a 4 to wound, which doesn't wound as a separate thing.
Me?
Yes. So you
so I have 1 more wound.
Too many wounds.
Okay. I thought I had 5, 5, and 3 6s.
There was a 4, a 5, and 3 6s.
Okay.
It's not a huge modification.
No worries. It's always good to check.
Thanks, chat.
So here's on 4s.
On 4s.
No intercesses.
Looks good. Better than odds, right?
I'm happy with that. That's
yeah,
great.
above odds.
Yeah, and then strength 4. So
when you get above odds hits on above odds shots, now you're in good territory.
That's right.
That's the money spot.
Now you're cooking. So this is 4s. Another great roll.
Okay.
And these are -1 rend.
So 4 ups for me. Wishing 4 still gave cover right now.
I know, right?
So I lose 1 and a bit.
Sounds good. Okay. All right, and then I have the other bike into these bikes. This is D6 shots. 1 shot, nailed it. On a 4, and he misses. Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the other bikes here into the same squad again, and this time it's gonna be all of them. So this is gonna be 5d6, min 3. All right.
There you go, the min 3 paid off there.
I know, exactly. I'm just gonna change these, and we'll grab dice for them. This is a 3. This is a 3, so we picked up some dice. So this is 9 right here, and 19 again.
All right.
Okay. Did I put any back?
I think the first time we played these guys, 15. I had a 6-man robot squad, didn't I?
Yeah.
And then you were getting blasted into vehicles.
That's right. That's right.
That was so mean.
I'm a little sad that they're not going to be facing the AdMech in this event.
That's true. They would have done worse.
Oh, that's so good. So
all right, on 4s.
On 4s again.
Let's get a below average even. No, that was well above average. He's trending upwards with every roll. Jeez.
Until turn 3, I'm just like,
yeah.
All right, Adrian, now it really matters.
When it matters, yeah.
Exactly.
This dice to win, it's like a 2-up to win the game.
Right. You do that, though, at the end. You're like, okay, so Adrian, all you have to do is roll this 2-up re-rollable.
Ooh, it wasn't good. Oof. So I lost 2, and a wound still there.
Yep.
So not great. Could have done a lot better than that.
Best.
Okay.
Okay. That is that, and then we have just the Death Jester from here. So you have 1 gun and 1 wound. I'll try, see if I can kill him.
Sure.
So he's gonna go into there.
Okay. Where's the death? Is he in the?
So he's in this one.
Oh, he's in the transport.
I tried to put him on, but
okay.
He doesn't sit anymore. So
and that transport did not advance.
It did not, but I guess it doesn't matter because you're in -1.
Okay.
So here we go. So he's hitting on 3s. Cool. And we're using Shrieker profile, of course. Strength 6, so winning on 3.
Of course.
I know, right? That would be so cool.
It's the Death Jester.
Done. We do have some other random shots. So in fact, let's go ahead and do the shuriken cannons into the same unit again.
Okay, this is from the transport.
You got it. So 6 shots on 4s.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Exact average. Strength 6, so on 3s. Okay.
No rounds?
2 nothing. Oh, man.
Don't fail. We can't keep that going.
Brutal.
All right.
All right, and then we'll do this one. Same thing.
Okay.
So 6 shots.
That one downfield this way?
Yep, you got it. On 4s. 1 miss. On 3s. 6s are nice. All right, so 3, no rend.
Okay. Let's see it. Oh, man. Really, really bad.
What are these dice?
Okay.
Dice. And then last transport over here into the same squad. Yep. All right, on 4s. Oof, there we go. And then on a 3. And no rend.
All right. All right.
All good.
Good so far.
All right, so
that's 5 down from that squad. It's actually a lot from
good.
Small fire.
Right. Let's see. So it's still line of sight to anything, and then range to 1 model. Is that what we?
Are we talking about for charging, or what are we talking about?
Shooting.
In 9th, it is line of sight and range to the same model, I believe. They changed it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so then I will be out with the Shadow Seer. In that case,
you can shoot the bikes.
Yeah, we'll go into.
He never hits. He never wins anyway, so it doesn't matter.
The Phantasmal Grenade
the Phantasm. Don't make a thing of it, because then he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss.
Shoot the wounded bike.
You don't have to make a thing of it for him to miss.
Okay. So shooting at the wounded squad.
He did advance, so this is a 3.
I know, we don't even have to roll
That's why
it.
you didn't even want to debate it. You're like,
he's never, ever killed anything.
In theory, it's so good.
Listen, I've played against a million Phantasms. I've never lost 1 wound. Never.
Nothing.
It's been like 100 shooting phase. I've never lost a wound.
He's basically the worst. All right.
I think I would concede if you did a wound to me.
If I just hit you.
Yeah, with the Phantasm.
I mean, come on, at this point. All right, so that is it for my shooting. Let's go ahead and do some charges.
Yeah.
Shall we? So just in case we forget,
okay.
I did hit with the Death Jester, so they will be -2 move and no Overwatch.
Oh,
and
okay.
You might have a leadership debuff. We'll check.
All right.
I think the only thing I give up for Humbling Cruelty is the picking the first guy that runs.
Okay.
So we'll come
that is
back
correct.
To that. Yeah.
Right.
Just kind of a note before I forget. So let's go ahead and do.
Let's charge.
Let's charge. Let's do these bikes in the corner because that's the easiest one. We're going to go into the Invictor and we're going to go into those Outriders right next to them.
All right. Love to see it.
Let's do this.
Ooh, they tried to fail,
that's
but
what we call good enough.
he actually does make it. That charge would have failed almost anywhere else.
Spectacular.
I just want you guys to know, as a sneak peek in the future, Variant Human has another great question today.
Oh, awesome.
Ooh.
I can't wait.
Yeah, the anticipation's killing me.
It's becoming like a part of the show now.
That's right. We're going to do these large diamond bikes into just those Outriders right there.
All right.
And so they don't get the -2 to move.
Nothing I can do about that. So you've got, I'm right at the edge of the wall, so you just got a 4 you need.
Sounds good. Let's do it. That'll do it.
You did it.
Like so.
So Brian, are you worried? How do you feel?
I think my prediction is almost been exactly right, except he's changed one thing from what I thought. I thought he'd try to kill both Invictors instead of just one.
Well, you made it very difficult too. I would have had to like come this way and then.
Yeah.
I didn't even have movement, right?
I thought
you did a good job.
I thought, even with your charge right now, I'll be honest, I thought you would have charged into both.
Oh, fascinating.
And so, yeah.
Interesting.
I'm with you, Brian. I would have done that too.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean with these guys?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So they don't have Troop Master rerolls right now, so they're not that good at killing Victors.
I see.
I'm honestly gonna have to decide how many go into here because it's not that easy. So these bikes, the other debate is, do I declare against these Outriders? I think I do because it's only a 5 versus like a 3.
Okay. So it increases your charge range by 2 inches.
Yeah. So I think that's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and declare both. And here we go.
You made it.
That'll do it. So we're looking at an 8. Coming on in.
Okay.
He's making all those charges, Brian. That's
Well, he had 3-inch and 4-inch charges, so I think it was going to be okay.
That's what's good about Harlequins.
He tried to fail one. He rolled a 3.
I did.
But he was 1 inch away. So not much you can do there. Listen, there's nothing you could do to stop this. I could have been further back, and he still could have charged.
Yeah.
And so my army has to be up on the board too. I can't let him scare me into completely backlining, because then he'll just give me first turn, right?
Exactly.
It's like, oh, cool, you backlined? Cool, you have first turn, I still charge you first. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I don't get anything out of it, except I get to not do anything with my first turn in both cases. So this is why they're so good, because as Bridger likes to say, it's like you can't stop them from doing their thing, right? Whatever the thing is they want to do, they get to do it, regardless of your plan.
They just, they have their own agenda.
Yeah.
And they don't really care about it.
They do their thing.
They just get to do it. You're absolutely, you nailed it.
So I'm going to take a look at the Troop Master.
Is that the Shadow Seer?
This is Shadow Seer.
Oh, okay.
Who would have an 8 to this guy, but he does not have fly.
Yeah,
so
so
it's
a 10. Yeah.
The Troop Master would have a 9, which is an 11.
Oh, I see.
It's worth trying. The Troop Master is in range of both these guys, but again, if I can get them in range of these bikes, that'd be really awesome. So we're going to start with... The Shadow Seer is pretty content where he is, so this is the one I'm more worried about failing.
So it's the Troop Master. Who are you charging? Which one of the one on the side here, or the one in the middle?
Whatever the straight line is.
Well, I guess...
that one in the middle, I think.
This one in the middle, yeah, that's your closest.
I can't afford to go anywhere diagonal.
And that's... so this guy, here, did he fall over? Where's he supposed to be? Supposed to be right there?
Yep.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
That is one of the biggest weaknesses of Harlequins.
So this one is actually just outside of 10.
Oof, fall over.
It's a full 12.
So I need to roll a natural 12.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Come on.
I think you can do it.
I know, right?
No, it's okay.
And then Shadow Seer, which was a 10.
I'll find
You want to check it? Because if the first one was off, I want to make sure the second one's not.
This one is an 8.
An 8? Okay.
So you need you need a 10 on the dice.
Cool. So that one was fine. Yeah, we'll try it. Nope.
It's not a huge deal.
I don't think that one's worth re-rolling. The first one also wasn't because it's 12, so it's not worth it.
Right.
And let's do it.
All right.
You have it.
Big money.
Cool deal.
Where do you want to fight?
Fight first.
Fight.
This is an interesting choice for him because obviously my units do slap back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Could go either way here.
Are we making Skexy noises?
We are making Skexy noises. How many CP do I have?
You have a whopping 7.
7. So what I'm debating here, guys, just to kind of explain my humming and hawing is, as Frozen Stars, I do have the ability to do +1 to wound. And if I think there's any chance that I'm going to be double fighting with something, it's always worth considering of doing +1 to wound so I get that investment back.
I don't think you need to double fight here.
I don't think I need to. And I think
you got me.
Hey man, you never know.
The +1 to wound is useful even if you don't double fight though.
Yeah.
Is the +1 to wound 2 CP?
It's 2 CP though.
Oh, well, okay. So it's not like a veteran's.
Unfortunately not. We can't all be salamanders.
The Salamanders one's even better.
Oh, so
it's
good.
not just infantry.
That's right.
It's everything.
So good.
There's no Nurgle playing, no 7s. Nope. Nope.
That
no
was my
7s.
bad. That's my bad. I said 7s. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with this unit right here.
Which one? That one there?
Yeah, because your Invictor is down to he's on the lowest profile, right?
So you say.
Is he?
Yeah. I think so.
He has 2 wounds. I should.
No,
hope.
he has 3 wounds.
Ooh.
But that probably still is lowest profile. 1 to 3 is his lowest profile.
Sounds good. What's up, Bridger?
I was just gonna ask if you're gonna think about this. Could you think about it somewhere else?
So he's going with this unit on the side.
We're gonna do the unit on the side. They only have one thing they can fight.
Unit on the side at the bikes here.
Let's do this.
Bring the pain.
So it's gonna be normally 3, now 4 attacks because of Frozen Stars. And I'm gonna get some dice for you guys.
There's no stopping the 7s.
I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All of these guys can fight.
Okay.
Let's do this. So
I'm excited to see it.
I know, right? This is on 3s.
Okay. Nothing I can do. I don't really have defensive strats in this way.
Yeah, I am wounding on 5, so.
Listen, you can totally club this.
Let's do this. So 3s. Amazing.
So far, so good. There's a handful of 2s in there, but totally acceptable number.
Very good with that. And then so now on 5s with the reroll. Let's see it. Oof. I'm gonna pull out these. So we have 4 so far.
A bad start.
That was bad. Actually, my oof was I thought it was good, and then I realized it was not. So here's the rerolls.
Trying to see what I've got over
Oh
there.
yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
Adrian, what is that?
Oh, they're actually out of reroll range. They're an inch and a quarter out of reroll range. Is this the unit here? Yeah. To him back there.
So the intent is they should be just in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I only need to be within a ½ inch of a guy that's in base.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that work?
Let's see. So this guy just gets within 6.
And that gives it the whole squad.
This guy's just within 6, and then he has to be within a ½ inch of a guy within a ½ inch.
Yeah.
So he's a full inch out.
So should I re-roll all those attacks?
It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. That was my intent was to be in.
So these are my wounds?
That's
a lot.
He rolled really hot.
It's really good.
Okay.
It converted really well.
So here we are. 5 ups. I can't. Can I have a reroll too?
You could Brian it though.
I did nothing. They're dead.
They're super dead.
So that's 1 bike, 2 bikes, 3 bikes, 4 bikes that you would have killed.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So that's the unit.
Oof. Okay.
Good start. Brian, would you like to interrupt?
Yeah. Thanks.
Let's do it.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Adrian had a bunch of dice in his
So I'm going to interrupt with
I know. No, I was thinking.
I'm going to interrupt with the bike squad in the corner, and they're going to fight the squad without the invulns on the edge there.
Sounds good.
All right.
Let's do it.
We're just going to make you. We're going to make you pay.
Now remember, these bikes have 1 billion attacks, Brian.
Just a few.
Literally 1 billion.
I'm just making sure that they still get their thing even when they don't charge.
They don't.
They do not.
They don't. They don't get mega uber anger charge.
Come on.
So they have 2 base attacks.
Yep.
And then they have 1 for anger charge, and then 1 for chainsword, but they don't get the +2.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I know. It's sad.
Tragic.
It's
really.
it's very, very tragic.
Parked bikes don't make you fight better.
No.
They're so good already. They're so good. I'm on that rider. So this is into the small checkers right here.
Yeah.
With only the 4+ invulns.
Okay. These guys are only -1 to hit and shooting. I always get that wrong.
Yeah. I'd have to pop CP. Which
Yeah. Okay. So I missed 2.
Pretty good.
And then forced to win.
You got it.
Nothing special.
Yeah.
It was less than half, so it was bad. I needed it to go way hotter.
We'll see if I got you though. All right. So 4 ups now. Ooh,
I get a bike.
I got you. 1 bike and oh, does he get back up?
Oh, let's see it.
Come out! Nah.
That would have been big.
Australian 6. So that was these guys. That's fine. We'll do that.
All right.
Actually, yeah, because that guy needs to be there. He can come over. That's fine. Yep. Works for me.
Okay.
All right. So
Your fight.
My fight. Let's go ahead and do the guys that you just attacked now.
Yes.
So we're gonna pile into here, like so, and like so. So we're gonna stay. Actually, we need to do it this way, like that. So we're in coherency. This guy's within ½ inch of this guy. That's within less than an inch of this guy, and these guys are here.
Okay, so you only have 1 out of combat?
I have 1 out of combat.
Okay.
So 12 attacks. Let's do it. 1, 2,
All right.
3 bikes. All right, so on 3s. Yep, on 3s. Let's do it. Okay.
It's totally good.
Great. And then 5s with the reroll.
That's it.
I keep looking over the dice.
You do. You've been very excited this tournament.
I'm like, oh, I'm in it. All right, so then rerolling these ones. Let's see. So we only have 3 so far.
Oh,
the conversion.
Turn it
This is
around.
why you bring a True Master.
The True Masters are so good. That's why I have 2 of those instead of 1 or 2 Shadow Seers. Oh, Brian!
Whoa, Brian.
So I lose 1 bike.
You got it.
That was
Quite good.
quite impressive.
Quite.
Unfortunately for Brian, there's a whole nother unit of bikes.
Fairly meaningless, yeah.
Raring to go.
Okay.
What this means, though, is probably that Invictor doesn't die.
It doesn't mean that at all. That is inaccurate.
Let's see.
It means that it's a harder choice for him.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, he has a fight twice ability. It means that it does not mean that he gets to live.
Fight twice is a lot of command points.
Yeah,
And
but it
Adrian,
secures him a whole flank.
he
right?
needs his command points.
You're not wrong.
What does Adrian think about? I don't know what Adrian thinks about this. We're gonna do 3 into here, 2 into here.
Okay, so 2 into the Invictor, 3 into the bikes.
Yep.
And
we're just gonna finish piling here.
Yep.
I wanna at least catch you in there because you can fall back and charge, but not if you can't move. So I'm gonna try to pin you in there.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, thank you. So here is.
I'm gonna do my desperate breakout on you.
That's true. That's true. It's all about burning CP, right? Can I have one more yellow? I like
But of course.
all yellow. Actually, no. We need to do the bikes first.
Sorry? Oh, against my bikes.
I'm gonna do my bikes versus your bikes first, and then we'll do the Invictor.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. So on 3s, and this is no rerolls, by the way. All right, and then 5s, just straight up. Gotta do it the first time. No try again. Yes!
So you did it first time.
Oh!
Okay, good. Good for
Woo!
you.
Wow.
That was good. So I lose them both. That's the squad.
Wow.
You just did it.
He did it.
Adrian with the math.
With the math. I like to think of it as like sheer will.
They're ruthless. All right.
So ruthless.
So can you drop the Invictor? I think
the
so.
Invictor.
I think so. If you could roll the wound like that again.
I mean, it's actually the same exact math, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, and then 5s again.
Yeah. So he only needs 2 of these to make it work. So he's got 3. That's the magic. Oof. That's a magic number. There.
Adrian with the math.
We don't know though. Let's see it.
So it dies. It would be super cool for it to live.
Do you want a CP of 5 up?
Well, my boy has flat 3 damage in combat, doesn't he?
That's true.
It's true.
Against a 3-up invul now.
I know. I know, but like, listen, I'm losing a lot of my army. It would be nice to not. You know what I'm saying, to not lose a lot of my army.
That'd be cool.
Do you want to chew on it? Do you want to think? I can.
No, I'll just reroll it.
All right.
Did I get it?
No.
Okay.
But
do you explode?
Does explode. This could hurt a lot.
That would have hurt both of you a lot.
No, it hurt me way more. It's D6, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is how you kill bikes, is mortal wounds.
Mortal wounds, yeah.
Okay.
All right, well.
So that's the Invictor.
So the
Please
Invictor's
remove
down.
the model.
Are you going to pile into my other Invictor?
No.
Coward.
There is literally no reason.
All right.
Now, Adrian, why did you say that you had to do bikes first and then Invictor? What was that about?
I felt pretty confident about killing the bikes. I didn't care as much.
For rerolls.
For rerolls?
You were thinking rerolls, like if you wanted to spend a CP somewhere.
Yeah.
I understand now.
Yeah, it was for rerolls.
Because I was lost.
Because the Invictor was the one that I considered doing a reroll on.
I see. Good to know. It's always nice to see, to peer into the mind.
And see
of a
what people
competitive
are
player.
thinking.
Indeed. So here's a debate. I have how many CP?
You have 7.
For
Brian's
2
down to 5.
Jeez.
Brian's been spending a lot.
I could have them move again and get back within Shadow Seer range, which is pretty cute.
That is
So I spend what, 3 this turn?
adorable. You have spent 4.
Oh, because the reroll.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to do it. So this is one of the new Psychic Awakening abilities. Usually you use it to kind of do a surgical strike and fall back. I'm doing it in this case to get back within range of my Shadow Seer buffs. So they're going to, right after they fight, they move. Again, I cannot advance, but that does not matter.
And that costs you 2 CP?
That's 2.
2 commandular points. Adrian's down to 5. Both of you have 5. That's
we're burning a
real
lot.
low for turn 1.
Burning the midnight oil here.
Yeah, well, you know, he did get almost 600 points, as I said, of my army.
Yeah.
And he's dominated that flank. It's real bad.
Invictors don't blow up on a 4. Chad is messing with me.
No.
They
They always exaggerate explosions.
That would be Real scary. You would just take them as flying headbutts, basically.
Of course.
Start them in your opponent's deployment zone.
Your favorite strat.
Yeah, okay, so I do have a morale.
You do?
So can you tell me if I have a morale debuff or whatever the thing is?
I bet.
You do. It's -2.
But do I have to kill? Because I didn't kill anything.
You might have to kill something.
I probably have to kill something. Do you want to roll it and then? I have no idea.
So far I'm fine.
Yeah.
A 3 is exactly what I needed to pass. So
I'm almost 100% now that I think about it. I would have had to kill something.
Well, you didn't.
I definitely didn't.
Okay, I'm going to start moving on until you get back to me.
Most likely you're fine anyways.
So it's White Scar's turn 1?
Yep.
You know what? That's exactly the turn.
I engaged on 3 fronts, so 2 points for that. And I have 1 scanner, which doesn't give me any points. Death Gesture.
Let's get Brian his command point and get right into it.
Yeah, I have to kill something, and that would be -2. But that is part of the weapon, so.
Thank you, Noah. Props from the UK. Best 40k content around.
Thank you.
Any tips on building a suit-heavy Sasea army? Finding the right number and type of drone balance as a new Tau player is hard. Stay cool, stay hydrated.
That's cool.
Yeah, Sasea is cool. It's all about the min squads, right? So you could even go like single hazard suits and things like that. And single hazard suits sometimes can be good for it, but just generally any min squads can be pretty tasty. I think they're some of my favorite picks.
I really just hope that all Salamander-like chapter tactics go away. I think they're just generally bad for the game.
They're so good.
Even though Sasea is like not overpowered, I think they should just be replaced with something more interesting and less
The
bland.
thing is, it's so good and so universal, right? Which also makes it kind of not fun.
Yeah, it's bland.
It's bland, that's right.
It's just like, hey, would you like to be statistically better always?
Right.
Cool.
It's like,
Good. That's my chapter tactic. Anyway, thank you, Craig. I play Death Guard, but I'm not really sure what to bring for my chosen sons besides Plague Surgeons, Blightspawn, and Crawlers. What do you guys think? Chosen Sons of Mortarion.
Mortarion. Yeah, no, I was just thinking, why not more of that? So wait, there's
Plague Surgeon, Blightspawn, and Plague Crawlers. What about Mephitic Blade Haulers? What do you think about that, Adrian?
Those are pretty good with it.
How about
Chosen Sons are they're not Mortarion's Anvil.
No.
That's correct. That is a different faction that you're naming.
I need to look up the faction ability. Because there's a couple that are like exactly the same. Mortarion's Chosen Son. No, it's the other one. Gosh.
So Falcon, yeah, there was like a preview that Salamander rerolls are changing to reroll a wound, but I still think that is bland and uninteresting. I think if your chapter tactic is just, hey, be better unconditionally all the time, that's not interesting. Because it always applies. You will always be attacking things, whether you're a shooty army, a melee army, you're always going to attack stuff. And so just getting a reroll on every unit always, it's like,
And your main critique of it, Bridger, is not that it's too good, which it is. It's just that it's boring.
It's boring.
Right? And the combination of the two means you're going to see it a lot, which is also boring.
It also forces slow gameplay. To optimize your list, you take like 1,000 units that shoot 1 shot each. And you're like, this is my army. Prepare for my 2-hour turn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Mortarion's Chosen Sons, coming back to the previous super chat, they have the Relic Plague Sprayer, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah, so good. Love that thing.
That's fantastic. And then they also have the really cool Warlord trait, which is -1 to be hit, and then if people fall back from you on a 2+, you do D3 mortal wounds. This is really great on a really aggressive Demon Prince that just like throws himself into there, and then they don't want to fall back because then they can take wounds. And then, of course, this is the rerolling 1s and 2s for non-TCMs.
So Plague Surgeons.
So Plague Surgeons with... And it is anything. So you could honestly do a couple big units of Plague Marines. This is what Brian was running in our second game ever on 9th edition. But it's also good for Blight Lords. It just makes them so much more tough.
Yeah.
And then the last one is... Oh yeah, so this last one, the Plague Brewers, which is basically takes your Flamers to damage 2, is cool, but not great. It's literally like the Flamespirit Gauntlets on the Death Shroud.
Right.
Which have no rend and they're strength 3. So that one's not as great. But everything else, I think, gives you a good direction to kind of build around, right? Take Plague Surgeons, take those infantry that are supported by that, and an awesome Demon Prince character that no one wants to run away from.
Yeah, fantastic.
Cool.
Thank you, Need PhD. Loving the tourney.
Nice.
Dark Angel players trying competitive play. Thoughts? Azrael Deathball. That's a lot of units that he named. All right, I'll go for it. Lieutenant 3 aggressors, 15 intercessors with Stalker bolt rifles, a Leviathan with 2 storm cannons, and 5 intercessors with the assault bolt rifles, Inceptor and 5 incursors, then Deathwing, 5 Storm Shield Thunderhammer, 5...
Nice.
Ooh, that's... I don't know what that acronym stands for. Standard... I don't know. Eliminators in a Whirlwind.
So, yes, it can work, but I think you're going to have to adjust it a bit, right? Because it sounds very 8th edition. Azra's Blob is a very 8th edition concept where you're trying to deny kills, you're trying to be super, super tanky. Now, that can work, but you're going to have things that get out there and play other flanks, right? So you have this Blob that can be kind of pushing up on one flank. You still need things to go around the sides. So I would honestly do things like drop things like the Eliminators and other things that just want to sit there, and maybe take something more mobile, even like Inceptors as Dark Angels, Bikers, things like that, that can really help support this really nasty, really tough Azrael Blob that comes up the field. Good question, though.
Thank you a lot, True North Wilds. Very generous.
Thanks.
And in Canadian dollar dues, so I'm sure Brian appreciates that.
That's right.
He won't even have to convert
I'm actually going to Toronto in 2 weeks, so you know, I'll buy myself some poutine.
Won't even have to convert it. No
really good,
fees.
actually.
It is. You can't buy it. You cannot buy poutine pretty much anywhere in California because you can't get cheese curds.
Yeah.
People use cheddar, or they use frozen cheese curds. And my Canadians know, unless your cheese curds are squeaky, they're not correct.
Please don't describe any food as squeaky.
You gotta have the squeaky curds.
Oh my God.
My people who know, they know.
Squeaky curds.
If your curds aren't squeaky, get out of here.
What?
Well,
oh my God.
Thank you, True North Wilds. Great content,
I'm
guys.
gonna buy some squeaky curds with that. You can't stop me.
Great content, guys. I play Space Wolves, but refuse to do Primaris because I hate the lore. With the coming wound increase, is a purely firstborn army at least semi-viable, and any advice building it? My group is casual, but likes to challenge each other. Yeah, so I think, especially for Space Wolves, firstborn are going to be gross.
I think that's the best firstborn army out there, honestly.
Well, Blood Angels are also... they're contenders, as they should be, locked in combat forever.
That's true. Very true. I mean, you know, if you've seen the channel before, pretty much all of our Space Wolves that we have here, inspired from a friend, they're all firstborn. They're all the original models, and they're great. They're really awesome. And I think when they get 2 wounds, they're going to become very powerful. And Space Wolves are a good army because you can flex use them, right? You can make them you can make them more competitive, or you can make them fluffy and fun, and still do like Space Wolf stuff. So I think you're going to be super happy when you get the new wounds. That would be the way to go.
Brian, chat is overwhelmingly in favor of your squeaky curds.
That's right. You got to have the squeaky curds.
I don't know if they're just trolling us.
No. If they know what's up, yeah, that's how it's got to be.
All right, then.
When you chew on them, they squeak because they're super fresh. It's like a kind of cheese.
Your curds
Why
are
is that
fresh.
a feature?
So that like an oxymoron?
No, so cheese curds are actually have to be served. They have to be served super duper fresh, which is why you can't get them in California because they'd have to fly them in because they can only be like a day or 2 old max.
Cows in California?
No, they're only made in like Wisconsin in America or Canada.
The curds or the cows?
The curds, damn it.
Both, Adrian.
They have to fly the cows out.
So I'm done. I moved. I've had enough.
Can I squeeze in a couple more here,
Of
Brian?
course you can.
You can squeak in a couple more.
Thank you, Mark. I would like to spend 3 CP on Unstoppable Green Tide to bring orcs back into the tournament.
Yes. Well, luckily, we just happened to...
I'm enjoying your tournament and love your content. For my freebooters, should I go Gork or Morkanaut? Why not both?
First of all, why not both?
How many CP do I have?
You have 6.
I like the Gorkanaut with the new relic gun. Oh, man, I hate it when I don't remember orc names because they're so good. But the new Gatling gun with freebooters is really great. I was playing with that at the end of 8th edition. I really like it.
That's the one where you're just allowed to keep shooting it, right?
No, it's the one that that's the Stompa gun. This one is like +1 to hit if you're within 12 inches, and it has a ton of shots. Or yeah, I was double shooting with Vigilance, but it's +1 to hit for orcs, which is a really big deal. You combine it with Death Skulls, suddenly you have 24 shots that are hitting on 3s.
All right, I'm going to squeeze one more in here.
Okay, one more?
One more. Thank you, Birdman. Hey, guys, love the content. New to Warhammer. Wondering if the Indomitus box set is a good start for the Raven Guard, and what are some other must-haves? Also, Brian, I think it's time to try out the Canadian tuxedo. Brian, what's a Canadian tuxedo?
It's all jean. It's jean jacket, jean pants.
It's really gross.
It's all jeans.
We should definitely make this happen, especially while it's still summer.
That sounds squeaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually made famous by one of our prime ministers. Mr. Pierre Elliott Trudeau. And he actually wore it.
Wow.
But it's like, I don't know, like the 60s or 70s.
That's amazing. Wait, there was a question in there too, right?
It's our current Prime Minister's father, by the way.
Oh.
So the question was,
no comment.
what other must-haves? So he's building Raven Guard out of the Indomitus box. What other must-haves are there?
The lieutenant for the special sniper
gun.
the
sniper Phobos lieutenant. And even the Phobos captain. The Phobos captain and lieutenant are both rad.
Both of those.
Vanguard models in general.
Vanguard vets are going to be cool now with the 2 wounds.
Yep. And then I still really like...
Everyone likes the aggressors.
The aggressors are they're just really fun and they're very Raven Guard.
They're totally great.
So, well, they're fun for one of the 2 players.
That's right.
Yes. I was going to argue it, but
aggressors aren't, yeah, they're not fun for anybody. Honestly, they're not even fun for you because the amount of dice you need to bring, you need to like level up.
Love that.
The number of times I've had someone be like, do I have to roll? Yes, you have to roll them. This is your punishment for bringing aggressors to this game.
And the clock starts now.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get to Brian.
So here's what I did. Listen, I'm playing the game here. I kept myself on these 2, and I put my Judicar in the middle, so there's no 6-inch spot to touch without being fought.
Yeah.
Got my librarian up here, 18 inches to 2 units. I got my bikes over here, gonna try and, you know, my baby version, you brought 15 bikes, and the troop, I'm bringing just 3 Space Marines to do the same thing to your
side. What's up, guys?
I got my Invictor coming around to go to the squad that does not have the invuln, and I've actually got my bike captain who's super fast. So he's great. He moves 24 inches.
Ooh, Ghost Rider.
24 inches, great. So, and then I've got my other boys here just 3 inches away from the objective. So I'm actually considering not charging with them in order to just hold that. So that next turn, you're not going to hold more, but you'll hold the same. Actually, as it stands here, I hold more, but that won't impact you because you're still going to get 10. So it doesn't matter if I end up fighting you here because even if I fight you here and you pop it, because you've got guys in there or no?
I do, yeah.
This one's, but this one's, which one of them is empty?
They all have, oh, sorry. This is the regular troops. This one's empty right here.
The one in the front is empty. Yep. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, if I fight here and you get out with some troops, it doesn't matter. It's yours anyways.
Totally.
So I might as well try to pop it. That's where I'm.
I dig
Listen, I'm going to hurt you.
I like this. This is a good plan.
But you got a bunch of invulns, and so it can still go good.
Yep.
All right, let's do it. So I'm going to spend 1 CP, Born in the Saddle.
Oh, dang.
It's going to allow these guys to shoot their weapons even though they advanced. So they're going to put their...
as rapid fire, too.
Well, and because they're bikes, yeah, they always rapid fire. So we're going to put it into the squad right ahead of me because, as you pointed out, they're the ones I don't have the minus to hit. You know, you're going to get kill more no matter what, probably, because what, you picked up 2 squads last turn?
3. I killed 2 bikes.
2 bike squads.
And
2 bike squads. So I can't get 3 kills. So I'll just start whittling down a big squad.
Okay, so this would be 12 shots?
It would be.
I don't want a lightning fast.
It's really pricey.
But...
I don't wanna. Well, hold on here, Brian. Adrian's contemplating lightning fast.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
4 3s? Killing me. All right, and then 3s again.
Okay. Give me those 4-ups. Why don't we just fail them all?
4-ups.
Just give it to me. You had good rolls last turn. No, you're an animal.
Adrian, what?
You're an animal.
Oh my gosh.
So he loses 1 model.
I was so lucky.
That was extremely lucky.
Oh, that was gross.
Yeah, that's real bad. Okay, so the thing is, even my nice juicy 18-inch pistols, I actually only have like what's probably going to amount to 4 or so models in range. I actually forgot my second phase, if you don't mind.
No, go for it.
Thanks, brah.
I got you.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to smite the squad in front.
Yep.
Because they have the 3-up, right?
Yep.
So,
6. Okay.
6.
You can do +2 to charge, and you also, what's your other spell?
It's a -1 for you to hit.
Okay.
And where's my Secker? Oh, there he is. So you are at 23 inches to me, so you can attempt to try. So this is a 7.
Oh, because you're +1 relic, right?
I am indeed.
All right, I need an 8. How about a 3?
All right.
Good enough?
Let's kill a bike.
Oh,
1 wound.
my man.
All right. This same squad, I'm going to give -1 to hit. And that goes off. I got it on an 8.
Sounds good.
And you've got the 1 deny, right?
I believe I only have 1, so
yeah.
go ahead.
So I'm giving them -1 to hit just because I'm going to be charging them, and I'd rather them not smack me back because I'm not going to kill them.
Totally.
Okay. So we've got the Invictor over there. We've got the Invictor, and yeah, why don't we go with him? And I think we're going to put everything at the squad. Let me see if it's the squad right in front of me. So the squad right in front of me is the one I'm going to fight. So And that squad is 1, 2, 3. That's the wounded squad. Only 4 in that squad.
Correct. And the 4 up invuln.
So I'm going to put it at the 3 up invuln squad just behind. Yeah. Or maybe do I try to drop the vehicle? It's a tough question. The squad just behind is this squad here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Or this
here. Squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they are in the... Well, they're always -1. Never mind.
Yeah, they're always -1. So I'm not too worried.
-2, maybe?
Yeah. So, okay. The problem is you could pull the front bikes and make my charge harder, and I'll have no charge.
True.
You know what I mean? I don't like that.
Yeah.
So
it's not cool.
The vehicle is an interesting pick, but I can only see that one vehicle, not the other. Mm-hmm. Where is the other vehicle?
Oh, this one's obscured.
It's funny enough, it's not. But you know what's blocking it? My fist is the one thing that could see it, and this one dude's body is blocking it.
My
so he's not actually obscured from the building; he's obscured from your bike.
We'll block out the sun with our bike.
Yeah. So. The vehicle, the empty vehicle is not very useful, so I'll go for the bikes. Okay.
Yep.
Here we are.
So the small checker bikes in the front, the wounded ones.
Yeah.
Cool.
I could continue go for this. I forgot that this squad's right here in front of me, and that they're not obscured because they're touching it. Yep. So actually, I'll go for that squad right in the front. Okay. With just my small arms, all my big guns into that other squad.
Sounds good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 autocannons.
-1. Ooh, nice.
Okay, so 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can we get a bike?
All right, this is big guns, correct?
Yeah, we just need you to fail 2 of these.
4 ups.
And we'll get 1 bike.
Oh, Brian, kill me.
No, that was on 3 ups, my man.
Oh, that's these guys.
No. You said the back squad. The back squad, I said. Not the one I'm charging, because I don't want to make my charge.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, he rolled 2s, so.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So this is the...
And you can't lightning fast because you're -1 anyways.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I had specified the other, but I get your intent. So just a thought. So this is 2 damage each, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it sounds good. Does it get back up?
That would be rad. Ooh, close.
Cool.
Okay. So we're just trying to plink. We've got a bike here on 2 wounds, so we're just trying to plink some wounds from it.
Yep.
So we're going to do my heavy bolter. 1 hit because of the minus. No wound.
I'll take it.
Let's do the frag storm. I think it's just 1 frag storm on this boy.
Mm-hmm. On top.
Yeah. Okay. So 5 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 hit.
Classic.
No wound. And then we've got the 6 heavy stubbers. 2, 4, 6. Okay. A little better.
Yep.
And on 4s.
Reroll 1s from your captain, from your con.
I forgot that I got him in range. So there's 3.
Okay. And these are 3 ups. Okay.
Okay.
So
down to 1 wound.
You got it.
Okay, I'm going to put my assault bolters into them that are right there in front. So I've got 5, so it's 15 shots. 3,
Sounds
6,
good.
9, 12, 15. So the auto hit strat could have been cool if I had 10, but not for 5.
Yeah, not worth it.
So here we are on 4s. Rerolling my 1s. So you can see I lost 50% just from your -1 to hit.
Yeah.
So it really adds to their durability.
It does.
So all we're looking for is 1 wound here.
Okay. And 3 ups. Let's see it. Come on.
They're good. Okay. My biker captain advanced, so he can't shoot. I do have bolters within range, but let's find out how many. So 12. So we've got 1, 2, and let me just see who's from the same squad. So 3 from this one squad.
Wait, are you measuring 12?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
-6 range.
-6 inch range.
I see.
So I've got, because that automatically applies, right? It's the other one only applies when you spend CP.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So just 3 pistols. And then I have more from the next squad. So 1 hit. No wound. And then from the next squad, I think I have 1 more, but we'll find out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, dang.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now we're cooking with gas. Oh, God.
All right. Exploding 6s. Come on. No. 2, 3 wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just got to get 1. Trying to drop a bike.
Right.
Anything counts.
Oof. Does it get back up? Actually, you see this? That's a 6 dice right there.
Yeah. Oh. All right. So 1 bike down. Listen, we got to fight for it. That's the first bike we've dropped in this shooting phase, isn't it? Oh, we got the other one. Okay. That's all my shooting that is in range. My Absolver pistol's not in range, so we've just got charges.
Okay. We're
going to charge with the Invictor suit into the guy in front, so it's, within 2.
Looks good to me.
It's great.
Invicta.
And this is the unit that does not have the invuln, so...
That has the 4th invuln. Yep.
It does not have the really, really amazingly good invuln. And then my bike captain into the other small squad, he rolls a 2, but he passes. So, okay.
That's nuts.
So, hold on. This is really hard because he's really spiky.
No worries. Yeah, just do your best you can.
There we go. Yep. And so... Yeah. So here's what we've got. We've got a charge over here into your transport. It's about a 2 or something, but we'll take a 6. It's fine. Just going to post up on the objective. Nothing too special there. Okay. That's all we could do. I think we should fight.
Let's do it.
I think we should fight.
What?
How do you feel?
Good. So I'm gonna
ask me a quick question just before. You only get your plus when you charge, not when I charge you?
Correct. It's non-angry charge.
It's non-angry charge. Okay. I'm trying to decide whether the intercessor should go in or not.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Because I'm trying to ask, do you have enough attacks that could get into them? And the answer is yes, but maybe not. If you got what, 4 bikes left in that?
Yep.
And I might get through a couple.
Right.
Ugh.
It's a tough call.
Because you could pile into me and fight me anyways, right?
Also true.
But that would be your choice, not mine. So I can't stop you from fighting me if you want. So I might as well charge you.
Okay, let's do it. They're in.
Okay. So I'm just going to pile in a little bit.
They're in.
All right. So we've done that.
Love it.
Okay. So now you wanted to spend some CP on something?
Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 to give -1 to wound to all those bikes.
Okay. Yeah.
He just says it so casually. He's like, yeah, just, you know.
How many CP does he have left?
3.
He has 3 left, yeah.
Oh, you have 3.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be short, but okay, so you've got 3. So 3 is magical because he could fight twice.
Right, but it is also only turn 2, so.
Yeah.
I still have 40 more intercessors that I need to deal with after this.
I think I'm going to save the Invictor. I think he could take the hit, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go with the bike captain first.
Sounds good
and
to me.
see if he can do some business.
Yeah, for sure.
1 extra attack.
Number of attacks, classic.
So same as every turn so far.
God.
So his base 4 +1/+1.
Yep.
So hitting on 2s. Okay.
Nice. Nice 2s there.
Thanks. And winning on.
I'm looking for a -1 to hit if it was worth it, things like that.
Yeah.
You know, there's alternative timelines.
Without that context, it sounded really weird.
Nice 2s you got there, friend. So yeah, what's his strength? Are we breaking 8?
It's
Probably.
8. It is 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So normally 2s now going to 3s.
I don't know how this happened, but somehow my little cheat sheet got deleted. But it's back. It's back. It's back.
Bridger hacked it.
Yeah, he is a hacker.
I'll pay you later.
I hacked you.
I'll pay you in command points.
Okay.
Although you're already command point rich, so.
That's true.
That's a currency that I am flooded with.
Yeah, he's got way too many. So yeah, it is strength 8, but I was just double checking if I had anything else.
Yeah.
So, all right, so winning on normally 2s up to 3s. Okay, so you didn't cost me any so far.
Darn it.
But you do have 3 up saves, which could just be all of them.
Yeah, well, let's see. Okay.
Oof.
These are D3s, right?
Unfortunately, he's not Thunderhammer.
Yeah.
So it's just D3. So likelihood is he just kills 1 bike.
Can he even do that?
So that's command
You have
point.
5 command points if you're...
Yeah. I need to risk going hot here. You understand?
I do.
And then here's my second one. So bike doesn't even die.
Oh,
It was the right call, though. It was.
So I spent a CP and a bike doesn't even die.
Oh,
Brian.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So the efficiency...
Where's the beanie when you need it?
The efficiency loss there is so severe that, you know, he essentially has 100% of his army going into his next turn.
Right.
And he's already in my deployment zone. And I'm going to be down almost probably 1,000 points now.
Yeah.
It's almost like a 90% chance to lose. So we're going to see.
Grim.
It's very, very, very bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're interrupting or?
No, I can't spend it.
So we'll just go with the... we're going to go with the Invictor next. And we're going to see how this goes, okay?
Yep.
Invictor Warsuit. So
Invictor.
just his 5 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he hits on 3s and he rerolls once.
You got it.
So far, so good.
Convert.
Okay.
Yep.
So he would normally wound on like Mega 2s.
Yeah, -3.
Cost me.
That was amazing. These are 4-ups.
It was pretty amazing.
It was so amazing.
I would say it was okay.
Okay, so 1 goes through.
Literally 1 bike dies, and on a 6 he comes back.
Isn't it D6 damage?
It's flat 3.
It's flat 3.
Oh, it's flat 3. Sounds good. On a 6? Oh my gosh.
So 1 bike is dead. That was
One of these
it.
days that'll happen.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just checking my ranges real quick.
Yeah, Con on bike cannot take a Thunderhammer.
He cannot. A captain on bike can, which is what I'm going to do in my next game. He's approximately 45 points more, I think, but infinitely more ruthless and killy.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be my go-to.
Totally. Over to you.
Okay, so now I have my intercessors. 3 attacks each, so 15, 16 attacks.
Yep.
3, 6, 9, 12. So that's for the 4, and then I'll do the other guy.
Sounds good.
Last, or you know what? We'll do him first because he's the guy with the Thunderhammer. So 1, 2,
yeah, there's a
3,
Thunderhammer
4.
in here.
Wait, isn't there a 1 wound bike right now?
No,
In the other squad.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, no.
There isn't anyone. I killed him. I did the 1 wound to him. Remember? Didn't I? Oh, that's the guy that the captain just killed. So yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Sorry, you just didn't put the wound marker down.
So I have 1 wound.
Yes.
You have 1 bike because remember the con?
Oh, no, I did. It's right here. It's right here.
It's over there.
I did put it.
I see.
Yeah. I was trying to make sure I'm not crazy.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
I was just pointing out that you should probably not put a Thunderhammer into 1 wound model.
Yeah. I thought
Totally.
I didn't see the wound, so
Yeah, no worries.
2, 3, 4. Okay, so here are the base attacks on 3s, rolling my 1s. Not my 2s though, and look at that, 50% 2s.
What?
It's happening.
Right?
It's all coming apart.
And now 5.
5s to wound.
Okay.
It's 2 wounds.
Hey,
2 wounds to do 1, and you got 2 3-ups.
2 3-ups.
Yeah.
Loss.
Yeah, it's all going bad. So 1 hit so far, 2 hits.
So
3 to end.
Okay.
2 wins.
There we go. So 3-ups.
Saves them both.
Woo!
Turns out 3-up involves.
So this is why he didn't have to interrupt, because you literally lost one model. Yeah.
It's so good.
All right.
Okay, so we'll go with these boys. It's going to be, I'm going to pile this guy in so we can do 3 into the intercessors. And this was the guy that was going to reach the 6 inches before, right? So he should be out still, right? This was the one that you were kind enough. Yeah, cool. So
would you prefer the rerolls to wound, or would you prefer the extra attack?
I want the rerolls for sure.
Okay. So 1 into the captain, 3, or 1 into the captain, 2, or 3 into the intercessors?
No, all 3 into the intercessors.
All 3 into
the
the
middle guy.
Yeah, you got it.
Them. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're going to do 9 attacks. 1, 2, and 3. So this is on 3s, no rerolls. I need to kill the odds deck.
Yeah.
So 3s. Not the best.
Okay.
And then 4s with a reroll. Let's see it. Reroll. Ah.
Okay. So 5-up saves.
Got it. Oh!
Get out.
Pretty good.
So you got the other couple. Are you going to pile in?
Let's
I
take a look.
think you're currently out of coherency.
That's
So
right.
you'll pile to get back into it.
So I'm going to pile this one.
Measuring tape? Yes,
yeah,
of course.
I'm pretty sure one's going to be out. So what I did here, guys, is I pulled this one because if I pulled this one, I have to pile forwards, so I'd get out of my Troop Master. Whereas if I pull this one, I can pile him forwards and recreate my coherency while also keeping the 6 inches of the Troop Master. Thank you. He's still going to be out though, which is fine. So we're going to do 2 into the Invictor.
2 into the Invictor. Let's see it.
All right. So this is 6 attacks on 3s. 1 miss, and then 5s with a reroll. Let's see it. Ooh.
That's why we got the reroll.
That's right. Watch this. No.
Okay.
No.
So 5-up
5-up.
save for me.
Hey.
Money again.
Make
So
saves.
that's the end of that.
Ryan, you didn't fight with your bikes.
Yeah, no, you're right. I meant this fight. This is the only one I cared about, but you're right. I'll do this one over here. So 2 attack space, 2 for the charge, and then 2 more. So 6 per model. 2, 4, and then 6, and then 2, 4, 6, and then 7.
One for
All right.
Sergeant. Let's do it.
So hitting on 3s.
You got it.
Wow. Super bad.
What?
Even with Mega Uber Anger Charge.
Yeah.
We should call it Speedy Anger Charge.
Speedy anger. So 5s.
You got it.
Or Road Rage.
Just 3 wounds.
Okay.
It was real bad.
So bad. So this is 4s. Whoa. Jeez. Chucking dice.
So
Takes 1
takes
wound.
1 wound.
Wow. And in return, I'm going to take a wound back from your bikes. 6s.
Oh, these boats fight in a weird way.
Do they actually?
Yeah,
think they
because there's
hit on
dudes
4s.
on top,
Oh my gosh.
and the dudes on top have separate attacks that hit on better.
Okay, while I'm looking this up, the bikes are amazing. Don't get me wrong, but the narrative is very strange, where a single troop dude has 4 attacks, and the bikes have less attacks, even though they have two guys on top.
Yeah.
So I assume the vehicles.
He's driving, Adrian.
They're Harlequin. It still doesn't explain why one guy has less attacks.
And honestly, this guy's driving his own bike, and he's still fighting.
No, there's 2 guys hanging off the sides of the transport.
Yeah, you can put 2 guys on the side, and there's also the gun guy and the guy.
No, he's pointing out at his bikes.
Have 2 guys, but one of them's driving.
Yeah, but one of my guys is driving, and he's fighting also.
He's a space marine, Brian.
But Eldar bikes fight, and they're driving.
You're not...
Pretty sure you're
wrong, Bridger.
Brian just doesn't get it.
You're wrong. They have 3 attacks. They do hit on 3s, so I did get 1 hit.
Ooh.
But there's nothing else that does anything.
Strength?
Strength 5.
Okay, big nothing.
Sounds good.
So
I
listen,
wish that were the case.
I've got what? 5 CP?
You have 4.
I have 4. Ouch. So I'm gonna have to fight again.
Okay. Ooh. Where?
So I think the Invictor is my best chance because of the flat 3, and he's into the squad without the 3-up involved.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably my best bet at this point. He's only 5 attacks. The other choice I could go is with the Intercessor squad because they have the Thunderhammer, and then they have the chip damage. So I could maybe really hurt that bigger squad as well. Both of those are interesting targets, but I would rather just hurt a thing really bad. So you still have 3 bikes left here, and anything I can kill, I'll go for it. So I'm gonna go with the Invictor first.
Okay.
Give him a chance to redeem himself after his horrible display. You think the Invictor's better?
No, I just wouldn't spend 3 CP here.
Oh, listen, I'm so far behind right now that I need to take chances. Like my 3 CP, my CP I can only spend in my turn to do really, really interesting things except for interrupt fight. And I don't actually have a place to interrupt really meaningfully. Anyways, that's my tactics.
I feel
I get you. Yeah, you have to take the risky plays right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every bike I kill, it matters. Okay.
Let's do it, Victor, on 3s.
Yeah. 2 2s again.
The fight twice strat got changed to be anything in the new Marine book. It's
so I hit twice. So
wow.
Even with the rerolls?
That's quite bad.
Oh my gosh. Man, 3s.
1 wounds. Okay.
4 up. Take it.
Okay.
Get up. Get up.
No.
Ah!
No.
Brian! Oh, Brian!
No, it's all falling apart. So a bike literally doesn't even die there.
That's
the one time.
So that was 3 CP. I did 2 wounds.
You're paying, more CP than wounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. Okay, so 2 wounds on a bike. I'll take it, I guess.
Thanks, sir.
Dad got up, Adrian.
You know what? I channeled it. I almost said it, and I stopped myself, but I think it counted, and that's why it worked.
So.
Jeez Louise.
That was everything I had, and it was 2 bikes.
3 over the whole turn.
Ooh.
But yeah, I think 2 in combat.
2 in combat, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
my God.
Very, very, very bad.
Harlequins.
Listen, we know they're the best army in the game. We're just trying to see how good.
They are really, really, really good. Yeah.
Okay. So
and I'm not gonna pay
you don't need to because it's your turn to fight.
I'm not gonna exactly. So
all right, let's score it up.
Yep.
Brian, how many fronts are you engaging on?
3, so 2 points.
2 points. Who got grinded down?
He did. Because I killed 0?
Correct.
Yeah, I made 0 kills.
And that's gonna do it for round 1. That was quite a long round 1, but I'm not super worried about this game going long.
No.
I think we'll finish up soon.
Yeah, I think the White Scars are in trouble. Okay. What do you
Adrian, how many objectives do you control?
I hold 2. 3. 2. 2. My final answer.
2.
He holds 2.
Which is 10 points.
10 points.
Because Brian holds more.
All right.
And just, even I was having trouble seeing it, guys. The intercessors here are holding this objective. They have OBSEC.
Excellent.
Right.
Cool deal. Okay, and I have 1 scanner left. Got some others to do. Gonna move up.
Oh, I'm sorry. This unit was scanning here.
That's fine.
Yeah,
no worries.
That's why they
come in. And they didn't have to advance or anything, so they just no worries. I know scanner's that one that's
yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Bridger. I have some.
Thank
stuff to
you,
figure out.
Cathal. Love the content. Good luck, Adrian. All the Eldar chat has your back.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Team Northern Ireland guys watching.
They do some awesome stuff. They just started a podcast on the Northern Ireland meta. Actually, they gave us a shout out in their last episode. They were talking about Custodies. So they're big fans of our Custodies work as well.
Oh.
So thanks, man. He
Awesome.
was giving me crap for my questionable play in the Eldar game.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen our Eldar game, I did win it with the AdMech, But actually, the Admech didn't win. The Eldar lost.
I know.
And actually, Adrian had some amazing play early in that game, but he made some really big slip-ups in his backfield. And the Admech should have lost fairly handily, but actually they pulled the win only because Adrian made a few errors. And it only takes a few errors to cost you a game if your opponent's going to capitalize on them. So
that's right.
Honestly, the Admech shouldn't have advanced. It's the Eldar that should have advanced.
Right. So let's see. I'm advancing these guys, which is 11, but then -2 because forest. Again, I don't have fly.
Taking this unit up?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this unit's going to be ruthless against my bikes over here.
That's the idea.
The hope was to blunt them with the shooting attack and maybe chop them in a third, like take a third off of them.
Right.
Which would still not be good for me, but at least I'd have a fighting chance.
That was definitely dumb luck on my part. On that one.
Is that the only one?
What's that?
Is that the only one where
I think I've made some good plays, but
You've made excellent plays.
That one I can take no credit for.
Yeah.
So they're going to advance forwards. They can still charge. I do have fusion in here, which are also super tasty for this.
This is one of the fusion squads, you're saying? Okay.
Thank you, Sam. Hey guys, thanks for the excellent content. Can you share your thoughts on the top 2 to 3 most competitive melee armies and compositions?
So you've got 2 of them on the table right now.
That's right.
White Scars and Harlequins are top 2 competitive melee armies. I think Blood Angels and Custodes would be up there.
Would you count Death Guard as a melee army?
No.
Nah.
They have, they're an all-rounder.
Yeah.
But they don't do the majority of their business in combat. I think Custodes, Blood Angels, White Scars, Harlequins are my top picks.
Awesome. Thank you, Ickbard. An idea for a Knight Soup list: Outrider of 3 Sororitas Dominion squads, Battle Sister squad, Canoness, cover OBSEC and screen. Thoughts?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm loving the sisters. We can't wait to get them on the army.
So
that army on the channel.
It's sisters souped with knights.
Yeah, with knights. Yeah. I think that's fine. Sisters have always been a good backup for knights. If you're really looking for a way to play knights, I think sisters are one of their best companions.
And sisters are a really interesting soup option. You lose their.
They're like 2 extra abilities that you roll
exactly,
for.
but it's
they're
still
not.
interesting.
They're not huge.
No,
they can be if you roll really well though, in the right game.
They're a really strong flex option.
Yeah,
because one of the few things you can actually be like, show up at the table and be like, oh, you have psychers? I'm going to deny with a +3.
Do you get to pick it at the table, or only if you roll it?
At the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, don't quote me because that might be.
I think you probably can roll for it at the table, but pick it on your data sheet.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think you can pick anything at the table anymore.
Just like the Exalted Demons. If you roll it, you get at the table. Otherwise, you have to.
You have to put it on your data sheet.
Makes sense. But you can change them. Like Canticles.
Like Canticles, yeah.
Thank you, Freak Demand. Go White Scars. Quick question. What do you think of Ephriel Stern and Custodes instead of an assassin for holding backfield objectives and eating screens with your bigger threats?
Stern, that's one of the...
that's the new sisters?
No.
It is. Actually, one of the new
I haven't used this model yet, but it is one of the new.
That's not from the pair, right?
No, it is.
No. It's not from.
You're
talking about the
Harlequin
pair. He's talking about the
Harlequin or the sister.
The Harlequin or sister.
The ones from the book.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know the rules actually.
I would stick with an assassin.
Same on us.
Yeah, we haven't used her, but I think the assassin has a deeper list of stratagems and abilities, which and its base ability fills in the hole that the Custodes have a lot better. So yeah,
that's fair. I'm in it.
Yep, you're good. Just the default Calexis of being only hit on 6s and sitting in the backfield.
It's fantastic.
Just on its own already, it's one of the best single model backfield objective holders.
Especially if you can get it out of line of sight as well. Then like indirect and direct, can't get it.
Can't really deep strike charge, like unless you really want to commit to killing a Calexis. You're just
and it's not easy to kill a Calexis.
No,
not in 1 round. You can do it in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Thank you, Giuseppe. Hey Titans, hope the Quins will have the last laugh today. How would you rank the 4 demon gods in a competitive environment, and which one is your favorite?
Slanesh is first. Sorry, if we're talking demon gods or demon princes?
It says
the greater demons.
Demon gods.
The gods.
The gods, like the whole army.
So Slanesh is first, or
not
probably Nurgle. Nurgle. So Nurgle has the Nurglings, which are great, but the rest of the Slanesh army is better.
Oh, I'm counting Death Guard on Team Nurgle.
Let's just do. Let's simplify. Okay, fine.
Because the whole god.
If you're doing it by the whole god, then Nurgle will be first, then Slanesh second.
Yep. Then Tzeentch, then Khorne.
Then Tzeentch, then Khorne.
Easy ranking.
You're right. If you do it that way, it's fine. But Nurgle and Slanesh are both excellent. You can do cool things with both.
Do you have a favorite? I like Tzeentch.
I like Tzeentch. Tzeentch is my favorite. I've always liked the Thousand Suns. I've always liked the Tzeentch Demons. I've always loved Khorne as well, so I'm gonna do the World Eaters.
You would think that I would like enjoy the playstyle of Khorne,
but they just don't work.
It just doesn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you play that way and then you lose.
Yeah,
and
they just
like,
don't kill.
What's that about?
Well, the World Eaters might work for you.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Brian. So where are your 2 squads over here?
One here, one here.
Okay. That's what I thought. Just making sure. With the new coherence, you kind of have to.
Yep. Half and half this way.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Sean. Hey, Titans, I love the channel. What would you suggest bringing for a 1,000-point Necron army against Harlequins?
Oh, that's a sad matchup. So bring a Royal Warden, because he lets you fall back and shoot. Bring the new Overlord, because he's better than the old Overlord. Because he has My Will Be Done on any unit, and because he allows everyone to +1 movement. And then the problem is...
A lot of warriors.
Warriors or Immortals, even. The problem is that if the Harlequins get to you, they can generally shred your warriors. So it's that kind of thing of like, if they have a big squad of troop, they're going to shred, right?
Yeah. But you just want like mass low AP.
But you can min squad. Like you can take 10-man squads and then screen. So it's like they'll wipe one screen and then they'll hit the second unit. And then the second unit will fall back and shoot. That kind of thing could be interesting. So yeah, even just warriors for OBSEC or immortals for OBSEC, that could be interesting. Yeah.
Thank you, Brothers Brigade Gaming. Thoughts for Necron's list: Caesaris, Overlord, Warden, 10 immortals, 40 warriors, 2 Triarch Stalkers, 2 Dumarks, 5 Wraiths, 1 Scarab Swarm, and 1 Ghost Ark.
And a Partridge in the Pear Tree.
Whew.
Yeah. One of the nice things I see you're doing there is you've got a bit of everything. Armies like that generally can play the mission and come up against any opponent. So I generally like that. It's the armies that are just this one-track mind of like they only are good at one thing, where you're going to have a big problem. That army's got a lot of cool Necron stuff. We're going to have to see what happens with it with the new codex, because everything's going to change.
Thank you, Casey. Excited for tonight's matchup. What are all your thoughts? Or sorry, what are all your favorite colors? I'm guessing Bridger's is gold. Is it gold?
What is that?
I might go with red. I like a nice...
It's a 3, my man.
Nice Blood Angel army. What's your favorite color, Brian? That's the question.
My favorite color army?
Color. Just what's your favorite color?
Plain color? No, I'm going to do it in Warhammer terms.
I did as well. I said red for Blood Angels, not gold. Surprising Casey herself. Himself? Not sure.
Yeah. I think I said it before it was blue. I like the blue. The Thousand Suns, my tower blue, my Admech blue. They all just look so sharp in blue.
Blue.
Thank you, Ben. Oh, sorry. Let me just answer for Adrian. We know that Adrian's favorite color. Well, you can go back and watch. Pretty much every single painting stream we did, it came up. Adrian's favorite color is a specific paint.
Let me just ask a quick question. Your 3-up involvement, does it go away at the start of your turn or at the end of your move phase, or when does it go away?
During movement.
Sorry, during the movement or the start of the move phase?
Start of movement, I guess.
Okay,
yeah,
start of movement, because...
do you have anything you need to do?
There's a thing I could do. I just see him falling back. When you fall back, I have a 1 CP strat to fight you when you fall back.
What?
I get to make 1 attack per model, and then I get to move 3 inches.
That's amazing.
Weird.
It's pretty good. So I could take the Intercessor squad with the Thunderhammer against the Wounded squad, but not if they have a 3-up involvement. I wouldn't consider it.
I believe your involvement goes away. Start your move phase.
Yeah.
Might even be start of your turn entirely.
Yeah, it might be.
Probably. So yeah, I would not have the involvement.
But
you want to do that? That's really good.
You have 1 command point, Brian.
There's no other defensive strats I have for 1 CP.
I like how you call this a defensive strat.
White scars are defense with offense. So anyways, you have 1 bike on 1 wound, right?
That would be this squad, yeah?
Yeah, so, because it's what, a 4-man squad right now?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like 5
It's a cool trick. I'm going to try it, okay?
Let's do it.
Bear with me while I try it. So here's the 1, 2, 3, 4 boys. Hitting on 3s.
You have 5 intercessors there, Brian.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my sergeant.
The sergeant is a Thunderhammer.
Oh, I see. Now I understand.
And then 4s, because I don't have the minus. Oh my gosh.
Get out of here.
All right, well, hey.
Come on, just give me better than odds once.
You don't even need the Thunderhammer.
Just give me better than odds once.
Yes!
No, you're an animal.
Yes!
He gives me nothing. And I miss.
Oh,
okay,
gosh.
cool.
Still a cool.
All right,
cool
so we learned something about that stratagem.
It's not good? No.
Well, it's good with a bigger squad.
It is good,
yeah.
but...
Cool. Fun.
Cool. Thank you, Ben. Hey, guys. I'm really enjoying the regular throwdowns. What would be your first 3 knights to get for an Imperial Knight list? A gallant, and then another gallant.
Oh, for sure.
Well, good thing you can magnetize knights. You can turn them into a lot of things. I love I'm loving the Warden for that cool auto hit strat. I think that's the Warden that has it. It's a Warden or Paladin or that has it.
I think it's
you
both.
know what? I actually think it's the Crusader. It's the only one I didn't name. It's the one that has 1 fist and 1 Gatling.
Which is the Warden.
That is a Warden.
Okay.
The Crusader's
the double gun. So it is the Warden, yeah.
We've all seen the Crusader.
So the Warden is fun. I like him. And the Fist is fun in combat too, just for death grip and all that kind of stuff. So I play Knights for whatever's cool. And you can always take the Freedom Hand relic or whatever it's called.
Freedom Hand.
What is it called?
America Hand.
It's something like that. It's a crazy...
It's the Gauntlet
of Ascension.
Isn't
that the
red,
evil
white,
one?
and blue?
It's evil one. Anyways, it's a good hand. So I'll go for the Warden, go for a Crusader. They're really good, and go for a Gallant. Those are the 3 coolest for me.
But the real answer is gallant, and gallant.
Or Valiant. Gallant and Gallant.
Oh, amazing.
The Flamer is so much fun. The Harpoon is like the weapon that'll let you down. It's the one that'll let you down more than any other gun in the game, except for the hollow launcher here or whatever.
That is the America gun.
Yeah.
The Gallant Harpoon.
The Harpoon, but the one time the Harpoon works and one shot's like a Razorback or something, you'll
then
feel
the
so
crowd
happy.
goes wild.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
good.
Thank you, Jeff. Keep up the great content and go Space Clowns. Also dropped the 40 rubric idea and decided on adding a Land Raider Achilles to my list.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good idea or
That's
meh
awesome.
range, incredibly tough distraction cone effects.
Really cool.
No, I think it's good because that army doesn't have long range shooting. And the Achilles is the small arms fire, right? It's the heavy bolters, I think, isn't it? I might be
I
spacing
wouldn't
out.
call heavy bolters small arms fire, especially...
Not when they're 2 damage, but they are small arms. They're just really good small arms.
Yeah.
But anyways, I like it with rubrics inside because I'd want big Terminator squads. So I'd only take 10-man Terminator squads.
Yeah.
So I would put the rubrics inside.
That's
There you
fair.
have it.
It's great.
Thank you, Erwin. Watched every game you've played in 9th. Do you think it's a good moment to start collecting a new Eldar army, or would you wait for an army refresh?
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a good time.
Who knows?
It's a good
when
time
the
for
refresh will
Harlequins,
come.
certainly.
If you're saying all kinds of Eldar, then it's a great time to start Harlequins.
Yeah.
And if you're talking Craft World or Drukhari, go for it. They brought out some new stuff last year for both those armies,
Both,
right?
actually.
So lots of cool new stuff.
Exactly.
There you have it. Thank you, Chronix. At least Brian isn't wearing a beanie, but no sweater. Cheering for Brian because
Not
he'll
yet.
need it. Hashtag
I
bring
might
back
need to
Brian's
sweater
sweater.
up. I might need to sweater up for Saturday,
For the finals?
just for the finals.
Heck
yeah.
And then Chronix asks, what's the worst model you've ever painted? This could be taken a lot of ways.
This could be taken a lot of ways.
The one that hurt me the most. It's not a single model. It was a squad. It's always a squad. It was
I know what
the
you're gonna
source. The Source Knights
no.
from Age of Sigmar. I had them in my closet for a long time. And I'm finally going to get around to painting these guys. And it's a unit of 10 or something.
Yeah.
And I think it took me, this one unit with like concerted effort every day, took me like 15 days. And I'm talking like 3-4 hours a night.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was just
Pretty nuts.
so many details. They never ended. And I was really burnt out after just that one squad.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you got? What's your worst?
I don't know if I have worst that comes to mind. I'll have to think on that one.
Harlequin
Can we
Motley?
give answers to this question, but from 3 different contexts? So that was like Brian's worst experience painting a model.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
can you give a model that you painted poorly or a model that you painted and it's really bad on the table?
So many of those.
Oh, well, there's so many answers.
So
There's
many.
endless answers to all of
I
those.
painted my orc buggies before they were good, and they're still not good. So
No, they're good.
they're interesting, but they were pretty bad at the time.
They were really
remember
bad, yeah.
Remember when I showed up my all buggy list?
Against
Which
my
I
own
love.
mortalness?
Yeah,
That was
okay.
the slogan.
Pretty bad.
I'll take the remaining interpretation then. And a model that I painted very horribly. I have some
Go say
neon green Tau.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They
He has
have
some ruthless. We should get his towel on the table
We
sometime.
should.
It's like it was this spring green color, and I primed white under it. And I think
Yeah.
that paint was meant for like painting grass.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Tabletop tragedies. I love it. All right, so that's my movement. I did go ahead and I'm going to do prismatic blur, so spend me a CP on the big checkers. These are the only ones that weren't engaged.
The one I didn't get to touch.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yep.
That's the one I shot, so it lost 1 bike, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It has 4 bikes.
Yeah.
It's the least injured, but you know.
You get the most value.
Exactly. So they have that. That's basically that. You guys will see what happens.
Okay.
Because I know that was a long movement phase. Let's go for some psychic, shall we? And we're gonna go ahead and start off. We have the shadow sphere. Here's also nicely tucked between these different things.
Cool. Where's the Troop Master at? Oh, wait, the back.
He's right
gonna duel me?
Oh, you never know.
I love it.
You never know. Even though this is like the amazing Troop Master over here. So let's see. We have. We could move again. These guys. But the Troop Master might be the one I want to get the buff out on because he's kind of like back.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to Twilight Pathways the Troop Master. Looking for a 6. There we go. That's great.
And
so it's on an 8. The other one is the -1 for a
I think
infantry.
you know, I don't know if I'll roll it. So yeah, it's not. I was gonna see if I got a +1 to cast and deny.
Right.
I think I do, but it doesn't matter. So I would have needed a 7.
Right. What's that roll?
It's a 2.
It's a 2.
Yeah, and I'm not in range of my Psychic Hood. No one ever gets to use their Psychic Hood. It's like, why even? Calls should spend some time upgrading those Psychic Hoods.
I think Psychic Hoods actually just make you smelly, and everybody stays too far away.
Yeah, that's right. They stay 13 inches away. That's the smell range.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so then a -1 to hit on someone on an infantry squad. We could do these guys.
All right.
Because the closest thing I can see is the intercessors, which actually isn't bad.
Oh, okay, yeah, go for it. Oh, you're trying to smite.
Smite or -1? Actually, I'm going to smite because I don't have a ton of things I want to throw at them. Okay. So here's a smite.
Close.
So close. D3?
Of course. Every time. It's got a lot of efficiency, this game.
I know, right? So how many are left?
3.
Okay. Cool. All right, that's it for. Don't shake your head at me, Bridger. Shooting. Let's do this thing. We got to kill that Invictor. That's what we're here for.
Okay.
So we'll do this 4-man squad into the Invictor.
Yep.
So this is 4d6 shots.
Oh, come on.
Oh, Adrian.
Come on, Adrian. Every time.
Hey, man.
He switched on today.
When it's a tournament game, I got to live up to that meme.
He's just mad.
Yeah.
He came to this tournament. He wants the trophy, but like from every game he wants the trophy.
Yeah, he's going hard.
I'm like super chill, but I'm actually secretly very competitive.
No doubt. Let's see it.
Let's do it. So this is, they did not advance because they couldn't, so this is just on 3s.
I like how they shoot better falling back than they do normally.
I know. If I could shoot worse, I would shoot worse.
How does it work shooting through a forest when the whole unit's not in it?
Well, it's by model, right?
It's model by model, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So here we go. And this is the mortals. Not great, actually.
I think it's fine.
The 6s will be nice.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. 1s, 2s, and 3s are up. So let's see.
And 4s? Or 4s
well,
are
4s are mortals,
yeah.
but not wounds.
Okay.
Because, we have to make this difficult. So these are mortals. This is a mortal and a wound. So here's 2d3. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I'm sorry. So I guess,
And he doesn't even have the CP for Armor of Contempt.
No.
Does he just die?
So that's 6,
oh, okay.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I have, all of these are saves, right?
No, not the 4s.
Not the 4s.
Oh, you
fours.
just picked up all the 4s.
That's okay.
It's okay.
So I have 11, so I have only 2 wounds left.
Yeah.
And these are AP 1? So I live with 1 wound.
Sounds good to me.
But he has a lot more bike squads. Like, it's not a thing.
My goodness.
That efficiency is brutal.
Wow.
That was vicious.
Wow. Okay. Right here, we're going to do these 2 bikes into him. This one can't see.
Okay.
So we're going to go into the Intercessor squad.
Yeah, no problem. You got it.
Sounds good. Yeah, so here's the Intercessor real quick. For 2 shots on 3s. Yeah, on 3s.
Yep, you got it.
And then on 4s, 1 at -1.
And then a 3-up save.
Got it.
Good.
All good. And then 2d6 into the Invictor. Oh,
good.
no.
Well, he's only got 1 wound left.
On 3s.
So. Oh!
I was like, okay, pick up these misses. Oh, that's a miss too.
That was the last thing that could shoot him, right?
Well, I have another 4 bikes.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I counted wrong. Okay.
No worries. Which I have to put everything because it'd be silly if I just don't kill him. So here we go. 46. Because that can happen.
Fine.
So this is 12 shots. Good math. Good talk.
All right.
2, 4, and 6.
And which one are these?
Okay, so that is these guys.
These guys first. These guys second.
Yeah, this is the big squares.
Oh, okay. These 1, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly. So no one's shooting through the forest unless they're in the forest.
Got it.
So this is on 3s. Looks good.
All right.
And then.
See, all you need is 1 4.
1 4 up.
And I died. You did it.
Sounds
and
good.
does he mega explode and kill my captain?
Come on! No. Oh! Brian's like, kill me now. I'll take it.
All right.
I will take
the
it.
Invictor's down.
Oof. Okay.
Like it's nothing.
Right? Jeez. You know what? No, we're not.
I don't know what.
We're not going to Phantasm Launcher because I should do that against the captain. That'd be just vindictive and pointless. Which is what I live for. So we're going to do Shuriken Cannons into the Intercessors.
Okay.
So this is 6 shots on 3s. And 3s again. Okay, so this is no
One
rent,
AP.
and then -3.
So here's the AP on a 5-up.
You good?
And then here are the other ones on 2-ups.
All good. All right. Let's go ahead and do next one, same thing.
All right.
And then 3s and 6s. All right, so three 2-ups.
We're good.
Playing close, but you're good there. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, so these fusion are out here, guys. They're doing scanners. I did make sure I'm 6 inches out.
And so you're doing scanners on them.
They're scanning there.
Yeah.
The reason I'm doing that because I'm thinking about
where you're going to shoot next. Yeah.
You've played this game before.
Yeah.
Because this is the fusion boat.
Yep. And so the reason he's humming and hawing here is he wants to go into my captain, but I've got 3 intercessors left.
Yeah, I know.
That's
perfect.
It's perfect.
All right, well, let's see if this guy gets lucky.
Who's he?
This is just another boat.
Oh, the boat. I see. On 4s.
I'd have to get super lucky. So 4s. I believe in the heart of cards.
It could happen. Let's get 2 6s in here. Okay.
All right, 2 1s.
Okay.
You're good.
I'm good so far. Space Marines in cover.
Right? I dig it.
It's a thing.
Okay, here it is. Phantasm Launcher. He's going to kill an intercessor.
I would love to see it.
He did advance, so it's on a 3. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Good start.
And what's your leadership? 9, 8?
It should be 8 in the squad. No, it's fine. It never does anything.
That would have been amazing. All right, so we're gonna have to fusion the squad. So here's the fusions in here. I know, it's tragic. It's tragic. So this is on 3s. All right, fusions. And then on 2s. Looks good.
So I've got 6 up saves.
Yep, 6s. You can do it. Hey.
So let's roll the 1.
Double 1s. Oh no.
It doesn't matter. You got a guy.
Yeah.
You got a boy.
Yeah. So now I could if I had any other shooting. We're all good there. They need to do their scanning. Over here, we can do some pistols and grenades. Oh no, they advance. So we can't do any. We're good there. They also advanced. That's it for shooting. Let's do some charges, shall we?
Time for the charge phase. Let's see it.
Let's do the easy stuff. We're gonna do these.
This troop?
Actually, we're going to do the Troop Master in. She's obscured to at least 2 of the bikes.
I don't have any CP.
This would normally be a really pro move, but you know.
Well, overwatching on 6s wouldn't be a pro move.
Yeah, I know, that's right. We'll do the
I can't even kill them shooting at them straight, so.
Oh, man. It's habits. Okay, so they're coming on in.
All right. So that's a full 10-man, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it's a full 10-man. And what are they equipped with?
This is the Kisses.
And that's the +1 strength 1 damage?
Actually, this is Caresses. I just have 1 rogue Kiss that is in here.
Okay.
Oops.
But that's how it always happens in life, isn't it?
So the Caress, wait, the Caress is the +1 strength?
This is the +1 strength.
When you're going in for a
+2
caress,
strength, sorry?
and you get a kiss.
+2 strength, so it makes it
1
strength
damage.
5, but only 1 damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
And -2 AP or 1 AP?
-2.
2, okay.
This is the Space Marine killer one.
Well, let's see it.
But it's only 1 damage, so.
But then you pump it.
Yeah, I don't really have CP for that. Troop Master.
It's fair.
Okay.
Troop Master going in. 4, good enough. Zip. She's right here. Like so.
All right.
Little nest that we made. Okay, so over here. So you still have the point. We have to take off those intercessors at least.
Yeah, I do.
Don't like that.
Come and get me.
Don't like that one bit. So we're gonna do this 3-man unit of bikes into the intercessors.
Bring the pain.
Good.
Did you ever shoot the fusions? Did that not
He
happen?
did. They killed 1 guy.
They did what they usually do. Which is
That's fusions, though.
All right.
Harlequin fusions, you got to remember, when you've got no rerolls to hit or wound, you just start losing too many too quickly. Like it's a 5-man squad, and it's like 3 hits, and then okay, there's a wound. Like you missed 1, and he's got 2 wounds, which is exactly what he got. And then I have a chance to make 1 save, and I did.
Exactly.
So it's all of a sudden you could get chipped away pretty quickly.
Adrian, seeing your shirt up close, it's very shiny.
It is
super shiny.
It's got the goods.
It's very extravagant.
Thank you. I think
something a Harlequin would probably wear.
That's why I was like, I have to wear for today's game. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and do the big diamonds into this intercessor squad.
Okay.
There we go.
That'll do it.
Good enough. Okay.
Yeah, and this is another thing. This army almost never has to worry about failing charges because they're so fast. They get themselves, 1 inch away.
The crazy thing is, there's also a ton of buffs which I'm not taking in this list. You can give rerolls, you can give +1s.
Yeah.
But you just have to be very selective about like what you're going to take because you can make up for it, even when you're lacking it.
Yep.
So we're there, and then we're there. Troop Master's there. This is.
You're trying to stay within 9 of your Shadow Seer, is that right?
Yeah, I would like that very much.
What does that get you at this point?
And do -1 to wound against you, or from you.
How many CP does he have left?
He has 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's quite a few.
It'd be nice.
Well, you keep doing this.
Okay.
And I'm
gonna
acknowledge some super chats.
Yep, go for it.
Thank you, Gunner. Your content slaps harder than a Smash Captain. Do you think the Imperial Fists will keep their bolter drill stratagem with the new tactics we've seen? I think that's incredibly hard to predict. I think stratagems are probably going to change a lot for Space Marines because they just keep printing more of them. So hard to say. Thank you, Mr. Pickles. The Faith and Fury litany's words as written. You get the chapter-specific litany in addition. Oh, I scrolled.
In addition, that's correct.
Gone forever.
It is.
So that means you get 3 or 4 litanies per chaplain.
Yes, you get them in addition, and it's. I don't know how you get 4. I know how you get 3. If you're the upgraded chaplain, you get 2, and then you get that 3rd one.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get a 4th one though.
Cassius knows 3.
No.
You can't.
Cassius knows 2, and you can't upgrade him. So I don't know how to get 4.
No, Cassius does 2. He knows 3.
Maybe that's true.
Well,
Fine.
Silly.
I thought he knew 2, did 2, but whatever. Anyways, you could definitely get 3, and it's great. Chaplains are amazing.
They are.
Okay.
That is that.
That's what we got?
Yep. So any interventions?
Am I in intervention range over there?
I don't know. I tried to get as far as I could, I believe, right? Because this is...
So if you're within 3, I can attempt to intervene.
You can move.
So you are within 3.
Mm-hmm. But then you have to be able to...
Hold on.
Moving only 3 inches, you have to be able to...
Get within 1 inch.
Yep.
Or within 1 inch, right?
Right.
So yeah, this would be 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you always have Litany of Hate.
I'd be out.
Yep. No worries.
So what about this boat, though? I'm within 3 of this.
Oh, crap.
So yeah, okay. So I'll go this way.
That's what you call it.
Every chaplain always knows Litany of Hate.
Cool.
And then you know 2 on top of that.
Uh-huh.
And then you get your chapter-specific one. That's 4.
Dig it.
Cool.
Oopsie-doopsie. All right, cool. So yeah, he intervened into these boats here because I put them too close. And Judiciary is blocked by his own guys. Start of the fight phase. Do you want to do a thing?
Yeah, I'll make your... So you have 2 squads into my 1 squad?
That's right.
Is that how you've done it? Yep. And no one's touched the 2nd squad?
Correct. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I'll make whatever the bigger squad is fight last. Which one's the bigger squad?
They're both...
Oh, they're both 4?
Same. This one has the 3-up invul, and this
so
one has
I'll
the
make
4-up invul.
I'll make the 3-up invul and fight last because this squad is tracked way far back, and they're just going to have fewer attacks unless you want to give up your
yeah, that's fair.
rolls.
Sounds good. I will pay 2 to give -1 to wound for all my bikes and my transports. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay. So, and that gives you 1 command point, correct?
It does, yes.
All right, which is nothing crazy right now. So these are the ones that can fight. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones on the far edge.
Sounds good. Yeah.
The reason for that, he's just able to get fewer into combat.
No, it's a good move. So yeah, this guy's not going to fight because I want to keep them within the buff range.
Okay.
Exactly as you were saying. So we're going to have 3 bikes going into them.
3 that can fight me.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look.
Bring the ruckus.
That's right. So we got 12 attacks. Here's 1, 2, and 3 bikes.
All right.
All right, cool. So this
and
is
on 3s.
On 3s.
Let's see them. You've got a dice, my man.
There's a hit there.
Okay, good.
Oh, no. No. All right, and then on 4s with the reroll.
4 rerolling. So far, so good.
Yeah, so 3. Here's the rerolls.
Good.
Oh, choke. So just 3 5-ups.
So 1 model dies.
That was good.
It's this one.
Yeah, all right.
So now you can fight over here.
Sounds good. So we've got 3 bikes there. So
Are you're gonna pile in here? I'll move this little crate for you.
Right.
So you can pile in to fight.
Do I want to? Do I? No. Yeah, that's fine.
Because you got to get half inch and half inch.
Yep.
So half inch.
Yep.
Half inch. Okay. This guy, same thing. Half inch.
Yeah. Well, because I want to. Because this guy's. Yeah, we're gonna go. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Cool deal. Because you can go to that guy like that. Cool.
Excellent.
All right, 12 attacks. Here we go. On 3s.
So he wants to get these because you'll take me off the point here.
That'd be nice. And then 4s with the reroll. Much better.
Oh, is that 100%?
It was.
That's just casual 100% right there?
Actually, no. 1. I dropped 1.
Oh, you lost 1.
I cursed it. That's right.
So I do lose them. I would have lost 5 right there.
Dang. If only we did that over here.
Okay. You piling in anywhere? Or consolidating, I suppose? We do always
Very
say
good,
it, Ron.
Brian. I'm proud of you.
We're just so proud of you. I guess tangentially.
Okay, you're piling towards my captain.
Yeah.
But not into combat with him?
Not into combat with the captain.
Okay.
All right.
Because these guys are measured from the base.
Actually, I don't want to go towards them at all because I don't want you to pile towards me afterwards. Because you could, if I got close enough, you could attack me. I don't know if you'd want to, but you could. I don't want to give you options. All right.
So my fight?
Over here.
Oh yeah, you charged over there. Let's do that.
Let's do it.
You want to just go with the Mega Troop Master first?
Yeah,
or?
always. So we have 5 attacks base, and then she gets a number of bonus attacks equal to the current round, which is 2.
It's round 2.
And then Frozen Stars, another +1.
This one's a menace.
So good.
That's why you don't take a solitaire.
Right, hitting on 2s. That's right, Bridger. They all hit.
You are allowed to have both.
Yeah, you can have both. What's the strength?
6. So on 3s, reroll.
It's a perfect strength.
It's so good. It's like stupidly good.
So you dropped 1. What's the AP?
3.
It's AP 3 and 2 damage?
Yeah.
So this is the whole squad, right?
Yeah.
So 2, 4, 6. That's the whole squad of bikes.
Shing, shing, shing.
Yeah, that's
it's a good sword.
So good.
That's a primary killer right there.
Amazing. And then so what I can do now is the troops still get to activate. So
that would have been a 10-man squad of intercessors, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Let's see.
To be clear, it actually would have been like a 16-man squad of intercessors, but you know, they don't come that big.
Details.
Yeah. You could have touched 2 squads, fought them both.
So good.
Yeah.
It's crazy good.
All right.
Okay, so that's all my chargers except for the one that has to fight last because of the Judiciary, which means you're up.
So which is the squad that has the invuln?
Now,
3 up?
Hold on.
Yeah.
They cancel each other out. So the charge and the Judiciary cancel, which means we go to non-chargers. Brian picks first.
Wait, really? Is that what we came to?
Because fight first and fight last.
No,
cancel
this
each other
isn't
out.
fight last. This isn't. Charge isn't fight first.
It is.
Well, it is.
It is.
And
but
fight first and fight last are specified in main rules and in the GT pack as canceling each other out.
Okay.
Means he counts as not charging.
Does
which means you pick one, then Adrian will fight with his bikes.
Right. In this
just
case,
wanted to be clear.
In this case, it doesn't actually change anything.
I just wanted to be clear.
But you're right.
It's
Yeah.
unique. Okay.
You're right. Because they did actually give some
clarification.
Yeah. And consistency.
Some much needed clarification on how all these things work.
So here's the thing. It would make the most sense to fight that squad because I could reduce their attacks, but they've got the 3-up invuln, and I just need to start doing damage. So we're just going to go this way, and where it's these 2, right?
Yeah.
So here we'll pile in, pile. And who are you? You'll pile there. You there. So actually, it doesn't look like I can get them all into the one squad. So I get to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this way, and then 1, 2, 3 into the other squad.
Cool. Sounds
okay.
good.
So and the sergeant could go this way. So it's 4 attacks per model. So which is how many you have, right? 1. That's how many attacks
That's
you have.
right.
1, 2,
really scary.
3, 4, 5, 6, and that's the sergeant. So this is into the squad without the invuln.
They're not prismatic.
And you did do the -1 to wound here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no one's. Yeah, this squad has a wounded model, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's got 1 down to 1. Okay, let's go for it. On 3s. Okay. So it was bad.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine, but bad.
It's fine.
Now these are on 5s to wound because you're -1.
They are.
So 1 wound.
Wow. Okay.
So that was horrible.
4 up.
Yeah, he makes it.
Well then.
Literally does nothing. Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay. So I've got my next attacks. 1. I swear this is a strong army.
It's a very strong army.
It's a strong army.
Chad is convinced that if you had gone first, you would have won immediately.
Fascinating.
In
But
what way?
some of chat is also convinced that you can
If
never
I had
win.
gone first, nothing would have changed even a little bit.
I agree 100%.
Like,
it would have been worse.
yeah, it might have been worse.
Very possibly.
It might have been worse. So if I went first, I would have done nothing. All right. So here's the other group. But this, unfortunately, this squad is not wounded at all, and we could see my capacity to even do 1 wound with twice the number of attacks. So only 2 wounds. I can't kill a bike under any circumstances.
Unbelievable.
This
is 3s.
And this is 3-up invulns. So you took 1 wound.
Yeah.
So
tough. Could I get a wound counter?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you care where you want it?
I'll leave this back inside one.
Oh, the back inside? Okay.
Yeah. Use that too.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was marking one.
Yeah, you're good. Because you're a heathen, you count up.
Yeah. So now you get to fight with your transport.
Yeah, watch out. All right, this is one of the transports.
Okay, on 3s we said a transport hits on?
Yeah. The non-colorful one, so 3s. Ooh, they all hit. Strength 5, so 4s? You're
4s.
Yeah, because you're not primaries. Or it doesn't matter. It's not a thing.
So 2 saves.
So cool.
And now it's my fight?
Yep.
D3 extra attacks.
Loading.
1 again.
What a chump.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's
God.
literally done that, I think,
5
1,
combats?
2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 or 6 combats in a row. So
unbelievable.
it's not great.
Yeah.
So neither of these are wounded, and one of them has people inside.
Yeah, this one.
That one has people inside.
4 up and bone, -1 wound.
So I'm gonna go. The vehicle's -1 to wound, right? Yeah, great, fun. So I'm gonna.
Which one?
The one with people inside.
Okay.
Rerolling. Okay, so we hit.
Nice.
And then would be 3s to win. Now it's 4s to win.
Yeah.
Only 2 wins. The odds are coming way out on not on my favor this game.
It's rough. 4s. So it takes 1, so D3.
1 damage.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very, very, very bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those minuses are just the minuses and the invulns are just really, really paying off in this game. Too.
Absolutely.
It's huge.
So now you've got your next unit of bikes to fight me.
You got it.
Can you only do 1 wound to me? That would be nice.
Yes.
And then I'll save it.
Oh, sorry. I was doing my transport.
So you do have 1 more transport. Why don't
it doesn't
we just
matter,
do
right? There's nothing you can do. There's no interrupt. You can't double fight. So let's do the transport. I was like, I'd be happy to do a wound with my transport. 3s. Sorry, 4s.
So 1 2-up save. Okay, we're good.
Sounds good. Okay, so these bikes. This is going to be all of them. Yeah. So this is 16 attacks.
Yep. 16 attacks, 4 bikes into my intercessors. Yeah, it's tough. My army's really bounced off your army.
Yeah.
Like, I've put every single thing I have and killed like total of 3 models across your whole army.
In the last game against the orcs, we talked about how your army doesn't quite have the ability to kill vehicles.
Yeah.
But it translates here as well, right? Because you're strength 4,
I
winning
don't know
on
if it
4s
would
and
matter.
3s.
Right, like if I had a bunch of Thunderhammers, the minuses to hit would probably still be bad. And you got 3-up saves.
Yeah, but the minuses to wound are really hurting the volume of attacks.
Yeah.
You don't have high damage or high volume because of the minuses, right? I don't know. So here we go. So this is 16 attacks on 3s.
I think I would normally try to assume, like, if you're going to give me a bunch of minuses, I'd rather have 50 attacks in hand.
Yes, very true.
But it's just not panning out.
It's not, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is on 4s with a reroll.
Okay. So 2. 100%. Okay.
Oh my god.
That's you, huh? So I'm going to lose this squad. So I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 2 left in the squad.
Well,
1,
I killed
2,
how many
3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, because I
7.
only killed 1, huh?
Yeah, you only killed 1.
So
So keep the sergeant.
It's going to be a morale problem, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
They're going to be sad.
Well,
sad.
new morale. If I'd
sad
taken him
boys.
down to 1, I'd feel good about it. But
It's very, very painful. Sorry, I'm going to keep this guy and the one on the objective because I'm not an idiot.
Yep.
So, okay.
Just
you
bananas.
can consolidate now if you'd like.
I think I want to.
Oh, right, because you'd be touching my other squad.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, there's nothing
Cool.
really. Cool.
So we good?
We good.
That's
I'm not
Adrian's turn.
good. I don't feel good.
Leadership and then Adrian's turn.
So here's a. So I lose a model, and then on a 2 I lose.
Reroll it. On a
Oh
1.
yeah, that's true. Reroll it
We've got a
first.
1 here. Okay.
And then on a 2-up, I lose the other model.
Or a 1 or a 2. Yep.
1 or 2. Yeah, sorry, 2 down.
up.
2 down. So anyways, I keep 1 model, and it's the guy on the objective.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay, so that's Adrian's turn. How many?
Brutal.
You're engaging on all fronts, right?
No, I don't think so, because I'm not wholly within this one.
right. So he's in 3/4.
I kept the -1 to wound instead, so I get 2 points for that.
Okay.
I did a scan, which doesn't matter.
Yep.
And that's it.
All right, let's go to Brian's turn 2, and I would like to get this game over with before midnight.
Oh,
We'll get there.
Now Bridge is concerned.
We'll get there. So I am on 2 objectives, which is my 10 points.
Yep.
So fine. Still,
Good.
we're still playing Warhammer over here. Great. That's
All right.
great.
So you move.
I'm gonna move.
Super chat?
I'm gonna hang out with chat. Yeah. Thank you, Peter. Peter says, "Thanks for the great show. Question about 2-wound rubrics. You seem to be excited about them, but with more common 2-damage weapons and all is dust, wouldn't it be a net negative because of higher point cost?"
Maybe.
In some ways, yes, but like it's not like everything's going to 2 damage.
It's really just heavy bolters.
There's a few things, but it's not. compared to the number of 1 damage things, especially with talking about Space Marines, intercessors are amazing. There's a million guns I could say, or weapons that I could say that are 1 damage.
And combat. Most of combat is 1 damage. The vast majority of combat is 1 damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine.
I think it's going to be perfectly fine. You're still netting positive, right? And vastly so, I'd say.
I agree, for sure.
Yep.
Thank you, Casey. You could say Adrian is going to clown around on Brian. I'll see myself out.
Don't say it. I'd rather you didn't say it. You know what I mean?
The best part is that this was from like 5 minutes into the game.
Oh, jeez.
So really foresight on Casey seeing Adrian clowning on Brian.
It seemed really like lighthearted and fun, but after it's really dark now.
Thank you, Marcus.
The clowning hurts. You're hurting my feelings.
Marcus says, I've watched y'all way too long not to chip in. Down to clown. Go, Adrian.
Yeah, down to clown.
Thank you, Francisco. Can the Titans shout out for my wife, Charlotte, to please play Warhammer?
Charlotte, play Warhammer. Yeah, it's an amazing game.
Yeah, give it a chance.
Yeah.
I think when you start with like a giant game, it can be a little overwhelming. Try and pick up maybe 500-point Crusade games or something like that. And try to maybe even consider dropping a bit of the rules while you get used to the game, because it's pretty overwhelming, especially if someone knows it so well and the other person doesn't know it all.
Right.
And it's like, ha ha ha, I got you with my esoteric rules tricks. And it's like,
even on accident, when you know it, it's just like tough to turn it off. But it's a great game. It's a great hobby. It's just awesome. Yeah. And don't forget the -2 for the force.
For the movement. Yeah. I'll be fine.
Sounds good.
Keep going.
All right. Thank you, Alex. Good luck to clowns from the UK.
Thank you.
What's the best delivery system for Fulgurite priests in competitive? Terrax, Scorpius, or just Outflank? I think the Scorpius is pretty good. The Dune Crawler, Dune Rider, Dune Buggy.
The Dune something?
It's good. I like the Terrax better, but
just because Terrax are undercosted and way too good?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Other than that, though. Let's imagine that a Terrax is
100% better.
Pointed appropriately.
I mean, then, we can hum and haw about everything in the game that if it was appropriately costed.
Valid. Totally valid.
I'm not saying that the other transports are bad, though. That's the thing. They are great. We've seen them. I wouldn't run Priest without them. I just personally like the Terrax better. That's all. And again, there's an availability thing as far as like money and points, right? Both of those things cost more in both of those systems. And so I think if you took the Scorpius, it'd be great.
There you have it. Thank you, Cyanide in My Cereal. That's a cool name. What changes are y'all expecting to Guard, specifically Deathcore in 9th edition? I've heard of a rework coming, quote, soon, probably with new Guard changes overall. Great to finally see the game live.
I'm not expecting any changes at all. 0.
Yeah.
Well, there's a...
Especially with...
They said there's a Forge World book coming, right?
Yeah, I don't expect them to put a ton of love into Forge World armies, personally. But we'll see.
We've seen that. We've seen that trend, right? Unfortunately. So... Brian has a gorgeous Deathcore collection, and we play it as other stuff because they're great models. We still want to use them. So yeah, unfortunately, rules-wise specifically for them, don't have anything to see. But I really like the IG army in general right now, and so when they do get their new book, I think it'll be great. I think it'll just continue to make them fun and good, and yeah.
Fun and good.
Fun and good.
Thank you.
I agree.
That's what I look for, right?
Thank you, Zutaris. Good luck and have fun to both of you. What is the best tile list to bring to a friendly tournament against Death Guard, Dark Angels, and Thousand Suns? Are Tetras viable? Yes, Tetras are quite viable. They're fast, like really, really fast. They hold objectives. You do have to be careful, though. They give up bring it down points.
Yeah.
So if you take enough of them, they become a liability.
That's true.
Best tile list to bring to a friendly tournament is whatever you enjoy playing, honestly. It's a friendly tournament. Isn't that the point?
Yeah. Don't...
Make sure it is a friendly tournament.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like some people roll up to like the LVO narrative with the strongest army in the whole building, and that's not so friendly.
I've seen it.
I've seen it too. So just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into and that everyone's playing by the same expectations.
Yeah. Other advice I would give for that is make it an army that is, if you're concerned about that, make it an army that is not unfun to lose to, right? So for example, we've all talked about Triptide and drones and things like that, how they can be very good, but it doesn't feel great for other people. So things like MSU Devilfish, things like this that actually play the game very well, but like it feels good for the other person to like kill and stuff like that. So that way you can still compete, but also have fun. I think that's the balance to look for in that.
I would agree.
Thank you, Comrade Anthony. So Mephitic Blight Haulers are gaining in popularity among Death Guard groups, but I've noticed you guys never bring them. Is there a specific reason why?
2 reasons. We only have 3, and They're fine. I mean, I like other things in the army better, personally.
There's no shortage of amazing options.
That's the thing.
Right? The Bloatrons are still good. The Haulers are good. Everything's good. That's the problem. And you run out of points, right? The Terminators are amazing. You can't even fit them in your list.
Yeah.
So it's just because everything's good.
We're also really excited to play units that we haven't ever really been playing in 8th edition. Yeah. So like, I know both of us were like, yeah, let's get Plague Marines on the board. Let's get more Terminators.
And get Plague Marines like unironically. Yeah. Like we used to play them just as like a joke, like, hey, we've got 2 units of 7 Plague Marines.
Your plasma.
Now they're actually terrifying.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So, but they are great. You know, if you like them, play them. Absolutely.
Go for it.
We have nothing against them.
All right. You want to do another one?
One more. Thank you, Anor. Hello, as a Tyranid player facing Necrons, what options do we have against their flyers now that they've gotten their weapon profile buffed? Well, that hasn't happened yet. That's just from a box.
True.
And a lot of those back-of-box things are wrong.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I have no idea.
Your smiting is a really powerful tool, and Exocrines with +1 to hit for not moving is still pretty nasty. They're only -1 to hit, right? So your Exocrine is still not hitting terribly.
Hive Guard are still good at shooting literally anything in the game?
Yeah, because they'll already have a better ES too. So I think those shooting are the way to go, honestly. Non-Hive Tyrants, sorry. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm going to Psychic you.
Oh, sounds good.
So let me just double check I did this right. I was trying to be just outside of 24. Oh, no, sorry. I was guessing.
So you have a decision.
I was guessing.
Off the point, but...
Oh, yeah, off the point. That's the that's why I went closer. I was like,
there was something keeping me
Why
here.
was I there?
Right.
I don't want you to deny, but I guess I'll live with it, okay?
Okay.
So I'd rather be on the point. Not that you can't take it away from me very easily, but it's something else to do.
Yeah.
Well, even just one of your transports takes it from me. You know what I mean?
Takes what from you?
The
right.
point.
Yeah.
Like all it takes is one transport. So actually, I will back up.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm not optimizing the way I should be.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to go with +2 to charge.
Yep.
It's I think on a 5 for me.
That'll do it.
Okay.
So these guys.
So this unit here +2 to charge.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go for a smite. So there's a 10.
Sounds good.
It's going to be that squad, I think.
Yep.
So they have a model with 2 wounds left.
You got it. Oh, well played. Get up. No.
Okay, goes down. All right. So only 3 bikes left now in that squad.
Correct.
But they still have the 3-up Mon.
Correct.
So we're going to put our heavy bolt pisters into this squad, which only has a model with 1 wound. So we'll start with the 1 lone guy. No, he fell back.
He fell back.
So just this squad here.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
On 4s.
Yep. And then on 4s. That might be enough to get 1 lone guy.
Oh, yeah. 4s. Got him.
Ooh, okay.
And then does he get back up? Nope.
Okay.
I did do
so
that
1 dies and 1 takes a wound.
Sounds good.
Oh,
it's that guy. And then, where would I rather?
He's trying to decide where he puts his wound.
Doesn't super matter. This guy. All right.
All right. So we do have some pistols over here. What I did is I made myself 9 from both the Troop Master and the troops. So we're going to shoot the.
This is the Troop Master. So
where?
The one in the middle.
This guy with the sword.
This one with the sword.
Oh my God! I swear I thought it was that guy.
You think I'm a fool?
You see from my angle?
No, I totally get it.
It looks like he's holding the sword.
So, and my True Master is like flipping upside down with her sword. She's like, sing.
I see,
yeah.
I see.
But no, she's buried.
Okay.
I like that though.
That I did not spot. Okay, cool. So there's the only spot the charger would be right in there. Like if this thing was like that.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Sure.
Do you want to be standing up on top of that?
Yeah, that is okay.
You can if you want.
Yeah, so the intent was they're like this, right?
Okay.
I just didn't move the train. Make sense?
Fine. I understand.
I don't want to be like, actually.
Okay, I understand.
But yeah, so they just, because they have their 6-inch, so they just filled around her.
I understand. Okay, so then it would be a 10-inch charge to her, or let me see. Ooh, just inside 10, so still 9. Okay. So, because your bases are just smaller than 1 inch.
That's right.
That's right. So, okay, so I'm going to pistol the unit, try to open up a hole.
Sounds good.
Let's go for it.
Let's do it.
2.
So half of them are going through the forest?
Yeah, let's see how many. It looks like 1, 2, those ones don't, but then everyone else has to.
Yep.
So 4 of them. So I'll do the 4 through the forest.
Or this 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that guy has a edge.
Yeah, so I'm saying these guys don't.
This guy?
Yeah,
right to here?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
And then this one does not.
Does not. So then these 4.
And these. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So 1 hit.
Well, yeah, cool.
Got it.
You're not touching this forest then?
No.
So then he would be -1 because he's going through the forest but not touching it.
No, right from here. You see?
This guy. Oh, it's part of the model.
Any part.
Great TV.
Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then 3 strand.
Yep. Let's see it. Oh,
great.
My man.
Great. That's good.
4 up bones.
Yeah, that's
Takes
good.
2. Cool. So,
cool.
Boom and boom. All right.
So this whole plan here was to charge and kill that guy before he fights me.
I see.
Now that he has flip belts and I can't charge him, it's an instant lose. Like I'm going to lose the entire squad, and I basically should have avoided it and gone way over there. So it's an enormous mix-up.
I see.
It's actually going to cost me the whole squad.
Oof.
So it's like I almost don't even want to charge because if I charge, you'll just heroically intervene and then just wipe my entire. Oh no, I could fight you if you're okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It's something.
It's interesting.
It means I lose it the next turn.
Yeah.
Guaranteed lose it, which is horrible. I guess your base is less than an inch wide, and since you're touching, I could still charge you though.
With one guy.
With one guy.
1 rank.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Sounds good.
Ugh, it's crazy. All right. So what else we've got? We've got some pistols over there. And I don't want to shoot the squad right in front of me. So we'll see how many have ranged over here.
They're 18. I keep forgetting.
Oh,
it's quite long.
It's all but 2.
Okay.
So we've got 8 of them.
Yep.
Pistoling you there.
That
so
18
3,
is really great.
6, 9, all but 2. So 8. Okay, just missed a few.
Nice. 3s. Nice.
Okay.
And then 4s.
Okay, 1 goes down.
Sounds good.
So that's all my shooting that I have in range. Oh, I have my Judicar, I guess. So he will put his Absolver bolt pistol into this boy right here.
Oh, we're good. Nope.
Fails to win. All right. That's all my shooting now.
Sounds good.
So let me charge.
Yep, let's do it.
So I'm going to charge all 3 of these now.
Yep, sounds good.
So it's just a 1. Great.
You're in.
So I charged the Shadow Seer and the 2 vehicles. And then what we're going to charge is this larger squad that doesn't have the invuln with my Judicar.
Cool.
Boop.
Beautiful.
And then with the where do they even out again?
Diamonds.
Those are the diamonds.
3
yeah.
and 3.
With the intercessors. Great. So 7. So just right there.
Yep. So 5 because you're -2.
Yeah.
All right. Coming on in. It's gonna be some crump in here.
Yeah. There's gonna be a bit of crumping. Okay.
Do you think you can come back from this, Brian?
Bridges.
And then this little guy here.
Yeah.
Do I think I can come back? This one's a huge blow. This is horrible. Really, really, really bad.
We'll see. Charge.
So
I'm not overwatching.
Well, he might not want to charge. Is the thing.
You could choose not to.
no, I have to play the game. But
So you might fail.
so
it,
here we are.
matter.
It's a 7-inch charge. So I make it.
Okay.
You sound so defeated, Brian.
It's how many? So they have 3 up invulns or 4 up?
4 up invulns. Yeah.
The True Masters have 4.
True Master's 4 with 5 wins.
Yeah.
Isn't it wild that the troops and the troop masters are the same save?
Saves. The whole army has the same save. It's great. The
That's
transports.
just wild.
The transports are so cheap, and they have a 4+ invul -1 to hit. Amazing.
Yeah. What a cool army.
Yeah.
We need to see more models.
Okay.
In the Harlequin
So it's
line.
3 that can fight him.
Okay.
Ugh. Let's see it. Come on. 3 is not enough. He has 4 wounds.
5.
Oh, he has 5. Come on.
Pretty much every Eldar character has 5
Yeah.
wounds.
I'm looking for any efficiency. So over there, I'm going to spend my. Oh, I did out of order. If you don't mind. I totally forgot my 1 CP.
Yeah.
Just for a 3d6 charge. It's just supposed to be your first charge of the turn.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I was like,
So
what is that?
It actually has to be the first one you do.
Gotcha. So looking for a 9.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
failed. Okay.
Cool.
And that was my only CP.
Yeah.
That was your only CP?
Yeah. It's rough. I rolled a 5.
That's great.
That's good.
That's good.
So that's it. I did all my charges.
Okay.
You have he has how many? 1?
He has 1 commandular point.
So not enough to interrupt.
Nope.
Okay. So we're gonna go here because I really want to see how this turns out.
Yeah, sounds
So I'm
good.
gonna put 3 boys into you.
Sounds good.
And then the rest into the squad.
Good, good, good.
So 1. I don't. This isn't enough, but it's enough to be worrisome.
Yeah, exactly. I'm concerned.
It's not enough.
So this is 13 attacks?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
So 5, 9, 13. Yeah.
Cool.
My rolling. If my rolling ever needed to do a thing, it needs to do it now.
That's great.
It was fine.
It was almost exact average.
Yeah.
And then 3s. This is where I don't have Shadow Seer, so.
Ugh.
That's good.
No, I need everything.
Good. Oh, and then 4s.
Odds here, you live by a lot.
Okay, he lives. She has 2 left.
2 left.
Yes.
And now you're already in combat with me, so that's my whole squad gone. It's rough. Okay.
Right.
So, okay. So then I have 7 left.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I just needed like 3 more guys to have a chance.
Yeah, no, There's no way I was going to give a troop master. I was like, I just need to surround. You're going to come in. I can't stop you from shredding the troops, but...
I didn't know if you were in position, if like the order of operations on your pylons.
Yeah, but so because she went first, they had a 6-inch to move
around her.
Just anywhere this way. It was great. And I could have been more conservative too. I should have been, because you still got attacks in on her.
So there's your 4-ups.
All right, ton of 4-ups. No problem.
You did it last time.
Oh! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's just the squad. 2, 4, 6.
Okay.
Just to clarify for chat, Brian used the White Scars outflank, not strategic reserves, which is why he's allowed to come in on the back end.
It's far superior.
You pay more, but it's way better.
Yeah, it's way better.
Cool deal.
Okay.
What's next?
What's next? We're gonna go with I guess the Judicar next.
Okay.
Because he's got a 2 damage sword and you've got 2 damage.
And I can't interrupt you, so.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Well, I guess it does matter for killing this guy. So, just if you want volume.
Oh, right. That's the one that's wounded?
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll go at him.
That's fine.
Yeah, so we'll pile in.
Sounds good.
Okay.
You feel pretty comfortable winning this game, maybe?
I feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
He should have a good chance, you know?
Once he failed that and
this. These two were my only chance, and I failed that one and
then
miscalculated
having the 2 hammers here is the perfect way to fight the Judicar, right? You go in, he can stop one from fighting, I can have buffs on the other one. So then, so that makes them survive the Judicar. And then now, inversely, when he's attacking, he only wants to charge one. I will lose this. Well, I very likely will lose that squad, and then the other one they can do whatever they want the next turn. So
okay,
that was really
so
good.
This is 8 of them.
We really have to settle on a pronunciation of the J-man.
Judiciar.
I said Judicar, didn't I?
We gotta pick one.
Because everyone says Judicar, but there's an I in there.
Okay, and then these are the remaining attacks.
Okay. Judicia.
You can just call him Jay.
And forced wound here?
J Daddy.
No.
Let's do this. Or Jude. I thought we actually said Jude last time.
Yeah, we'll call him Jude.
Certainly not J Daddy.
J Daddy.
Okay, there's your saves.
All right, so these are 4-ups. Come on. Terrible. So that's the squad, I believe. Boom. That's a bike. That's a bike. Oh, actually.
Could you step back?
Sorry. Kills the bike. Kills the bike.
So there's 1 bike on 1 wound.
1 bike with 1 wound.
Okay.
So yeah, boom and boom. So it'll be this last one at the very back.
Okay. And my Judicar or Judicar or Jude or whatever is too far to reach him.
That's right.
So
it's J Daddy.
J Daddy's too far, yeah. And so Judicar will just pile in there.
I'll shut it down.
And then I do have this 1 intercessor here who could reach. And how many wounds does this guy have left?
Just 1.
Just 1 left.
Just
okay.
1.
So I've got my 4 attacks because he's not the sergeant.
Oh dang.
1 hit.
Hey man, that's all you need.
No, it's not.
That's all you need.
We all know it's not what I need. I need a lot better than that. Okay, I'm gonna go here at your Shadow Seer.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. D3 attacks. 1 extra attack.
Honestly, I would have been sad if he didn't roll the 1 again.
Me
it's
too.
like his thing, you know?
It is his thing.
If this was Crusade, he'd have something like that.
So on 2s, cock dice.
Nice.
Roll 1s.
Nice.
And then on 3s.
You got it. -1. Whoa! That was really good. All right, so 4-ups. And CP? Dang it. Okay, so you should kill him. He has 5 wins. Got him.
Okay.
You got him.
Yeah, so this is where you can see Harlequins without all their buffs start to fall apart.
Well, I have nothing left to hit him.
But just in general, like a lot of people in chat were a bit doom and gloom. They thought Harlequins appear unbeatable. But that's because they're spending like 1,000,000 CP a turn.
They're also not the easiest to play. I will give my horn there.
Quite challenging.
I've definitely taken my beatings to know what I'm doing here. So I'm going to do
1 bike that's in combat with me?
Yep. This is on 3s. Looks good. And then 4 3-roll. Cool. So 2 5-ups.
3 dice.
Sounds good.
Oh.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Woof. Oh, and then real quick, see if I can do anything against the con. This is just both of the vehicles and 4s. All right, 1 2 up. Sounds good. True Master over here. True Master.
So that's him.
5 attacks, and then +2 for the turn. I don't get Frozen Stars because you charged me. And here we go. On 2s. Oh, no.
Ooh, that was bad.
No. And then this is on 3s with a reroll. So just 3 dead.
Because -4?
Oh, no, 6s.
Okay.
Now you're going to make 3 6s just to spite me. Okay.
No. So 3 go down.
Sounds good.
Okay. I didn't take the sergeant, right? Okay. So, all right. That's what I got.
Leadership, I'm good.
Leadership on the lone bike, or no?
Just lost 2.
Okay.
They have leadership of 8.
Okay.
Is that it?
That's
Are we
me.
done with
That's
turn
what I
2? All right, let's score it up. Who killed more?
I killed only 2 things. Is that right? I killed this one squad, and then I killed
Shadowseer?
the one Shadowseer, right?
Yep.
And is that it? Is that all I got?
I think so, yeah.
And Adrian, you killed.
I killed this one guy. What else did I kill? The intercessors that were here.
And the Invictor in that turn.
And the Invictor.
Yeah.
So Adrian gets grind them down.
Yeah.
Brian, how many fronts are you engaging on?
Didn't you, too, or whatever?
And I killed the bike squad, yeah.
Yeah, and I think there was actually more than that.
How many fronts are you engaging on?
4.
Oh, dang.
All 4 fronts?
Oh, dang.
Brian firing on all cylinders here.
Yeah, that's right.
That's me. 4 cylinders, Brian.
That's what they call him.
All right, let's go to Harlequins turn 3.
Let's do it.
Hopefully, this is a decisive turn 3.
I'd say so. Okay. So,
Yeah, I'd say so.
command point. Take
So you up to 1 CP?
Yep, you're at
2
1.
CP.
Oh, one.
Oh, no, I did
One last
reroll.
turn.
I did reroll.
How many objectives are you?
Okay, so I'm on 1, 2, 3.
And how many is Brian on?
2.
2.
Because I didn't make the charge over.
Yeah.
15 points to Adrian Dole.
Yeah.
15 points to Gryffindor.
That one's just rubbing it in there.
That's right.
Thank you, Dustin. Dustin says,
Yes,
go
you guys.
Scars. I'm torn. I love Eliminators for holding backfield and plinking, but 3 Eradicators is so awesome, and my Black Templar army needs range. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Eradicators
Cool.
are good, but sorry, what was he saying? The Eliminators, right?
Eliminators or Eradicators?
Eradicators generally, I think, are a little better than the Eliminators now. The Eliminators work particularly well in certain factions, like Imperial Fists or Raven Guard. I don't think they work particularly well in that faction. So I'd say the Eliminators are not quite as good as the Eradicators.
Yeah, I would say anytime you're asking, is it wrong to put any of the new Primaris models in any army? The answer is no, it is not wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
Defend...
The Eradicators are just awesome. Any of the new models are awesome in all the factions. Some of them work better than others, but they're all great. Yeah.
It's never a bad idea to put any of them in any Marine army.
Yep.
Thank you, Ghouls Bees, I think. That's how you say that. Thanks for the support.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, John, cheering for Murder Clowns. Sorry, Brian. I will always cheer for your Tau, though. I want to play Nids with a lot of Hormigons. How would you protect them long enough to make it into combat?
Their greatest protection is generally speed and terrain. And so you're going to have to give up on the fact that you're going to have at least one turn where they get shot. And the idea is that you have to be okay losing a bunch in order to hit them with so much. So that's where the idea of the whole idea of the distraction Carnifex came from. It's like, I'm going to have so many things in your face that you can't afford to shoot at my little guys, or you can't shoot at everything. If you really want to play a combat Nids army, to me, it's about speed and overwhelming force.
Solid answer. Thank you, Kevin. For the Death Guard creeping Blight strat, does it only affect random close combat damage? Because it says add 1 to damage rolls, not add 1 to damage.
Yeah, it appears as though it's only random damage, so it's not very good.
That's my bad.
By comparison. So the only thing with multi-damage in a Plague Marine squad is like the Great Plague Cleaver, which you're never going to take. So what is it actually interesting for?
Death Shroud.
The Death Shroud.
They're
They're
D3.
D3 damage.
Yep.
So it's really just the Death Shroud that benefit.
Can you throw me in advance?
Of course it can.
Thanks, sir.
It's a 5.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Manny. Manny says, thanks for the stream. With the large number of invulnerable saves, is the AP bonus worth taking Lambastin Lions, or would you take Iodin Gorgoness Exploding Sixes?
There's a lot of weird words.
This is the
Bridger?
drop troops.
What do you think, Bridger?
I think that there are a lot of invuls in top armies, but there's also a lot of Space Marines running around.
AP's great.
AP3 is real good against Space Marines.
It is really good. That army historically has to do devastating blows. You can't afford not to because it is so fragile and expensive. So anything that makes you more lethal is kind of the name of the game for that army.
That's right.
Yeah, they have to hit so hard when they come down
Yeah.
that anything they had line of sight of is gone, so that the reverse line of sight isn't there.
Yeah.
Because they just die.
Right.
Very,
to a cough.
very tough army to play the game with.
Hello.
Thank you, Destro. Hey guys, just found you last week and loving the content. There was some talk about being able to auspex scan units coming out of drop pods. Rules is written. What are your thoughts? Darn janky interactions.
We don't know officially, but we have opinions.
I had it ruled against me at a tournament where I tried to auspex scan somebody coming out of a drop pod. Was told that I could not because it is a disembark, not.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. Regardless, we don't know of any rule that clarifies it. How about that? We don't know of any rule that clarifies it at the moment. So in the spirit of the game, I would say that you can auspex at a unit coming out of a.
Can affirmative.
You can, yes, you can, because that's the intention here. The drop pod is a way. It's giving a deep strike to a unit. It's not truly a disembark. Now, if this is a weird thing on the second, like if you stayed inside of, let's say, a Terax drill or a Charybdis or whatever, all these things that you could stay inside of, I think, the second turn you got out, that wouldn't be a coming in from reserve. That would be a disembark because it was on the table at the start of that turn. So, yeah, it's janky. That to me would be the spirit of the rules, and so that's how I'd play it.
I don't feel good about it either way. So I just want an FAQ. I want GW to address it.
Fascinating.
Because I think either argument just feels like we're trying to guess their intentions.
Yep. Yeah, not untrue.
Thank you, Tyler. AdMech advice, 1,500 points. Engine Seer, Manipulus, 10 Rangers, 4x5 Vanguard with Plasma, Data Smith, 10 Fulgurite Priests, 2 Iron Striders, 2 Robots, and 3 Scorpius, 1 Dune, 2 Disintegrator.
Wow. Dude.
This trend of me reading lists.
That army sounds like it's
tough.
It hits. In 1,000 points, I love it, man. You got lots of MSU. A lot of those units can hit hard. You're not doing the normal AdMech thing, which is like these mega units, which I think is really important in 1,000 points. And I'm into it. Units it's got some transport, it's got some speed, it's got some combat.
I'm amazed that you guys can absorb these lists when I read them because I cannot at all.
It's really hard.
It's not easy. That was easier than most because it's 1,000 points. Normally it's double that size.
It's true.
Oh, one more. All right, hold on. This is the variant human question of the night.
Okay.
If you each had to go on a date with one piece of Warhammer 40k war gear personified as a human, who would you choose and where would you take them?
You don't even have to answer it. Obviously, it's the Relic Shock attack gun. And I don't even have to tell you where I would take it because it would take me there.
It would take you through the nether portal.
That's right.
Shot somewhere else.
Like, yeah, if you're looking for a good time, you got to hit up that Relic Shock attack gun.
Why do these all have to become sexual?
I just said it's a great relic. That's
I would take the Dreadnought assault launchers.
All right. Make that not the way
I thought he was gonna take like the Dreadnought drill fist. I thought that's where he was going with that.
We could say okay, here's another one. Here's a good one.
Is this a family show?
There's the shroud.
How good can my answer be?
The Shroud of Altanzar, right? It's a relic cloak for the Yanari, and not a lot of people know about this.
So it's going to be a stylish person.
It's also very comfy too.
Yeah.
The Impossible
really nice.
Robe.
Oh,
that's a good answer.
That's good.
But no, the person with the impossible robe is going to be a magician, and you don't want to go overnight on the
They're just going to be so annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're going to go to dinner, and they're just going to pull the tablecloth off.
The equivalent of rolling the one and having them die is you sending them home.
That's right. But wait, there's more. I just want to eat my dinner, man. Come on.
I instantly thought of an incredibly inappropriate answer, and so I'm not going to give it. And I can't get my mind off of that answer.
For our members only.
So I have no more answer. Yeah.
Sounds good. Hit us up on
for
that.
our OnlyFans.
No, you have to use the wrong name.
The wrong name.
That's the way Bridger always uses it. I'm done with my movement.
Good.
If anyone cares. All right, sounds good. So we moved around a lot of places.
You just need to screw up everything.
I got you, man. I got you. I did pop out my fusion. They're over there. They're going to deploy the last scanners.
Oh, okay.
That's their job.
I'm glad you're so far ahead on that.
You know, got to do what I got to do. Let's go ahead and do some rolling.
Okay.
All right.
Psychic?
Psychic? Done. Shooting.
I just said that to
was
rub
just
it in.
mean.
Yeah.
That was just mean.
Listen, small victories for me on this one. Killing a Shadow Seer is a small victory.
It's so gross. In fact, you know what? I just realized I'm about to shoot you with fusion, so I probably want to be a bit closer.
Within 3 inches?
So fusion into
that's
here.
a full fusion squad? It's okay. They'll never hit.
I'm going to miss with all of these anyway.
Yeah.
It's fine. So this is on 3s.
Oh!
2s now.
That's way above Harlequin's average.
That was so high.
Oh, wow.
I'm shocked that's not
So
all.
4 dead?
I mean, yeah, basically. So this is
1,
5 damage,
2,
6 damage, 4 damage,
4.
3 damage.
Wow.
So good. Fusion.
Oh my god, this army.
They're so good because they're so cheap.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Don't you have fusion? Oh, you don't have fusion on the main dude? Or you do?
You do.
It's
No,
on the relic one.
No, it's on the non-relic.
It's on the guy that I haven't been shooting fusion.
Okay.
So he'll go fusion into the con.
Ooh.
On 2. Yes.
Okay. On a 3?
Is it?
Yeah,
Yep.
because T5.
Mhm.
So 4 up invuln?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Making this easy for me.
You gonna one-shot my con?
D6.
Okay, good.
Should I CP that?
You
Yes.
should.
What? Yes?
All right, I'll CP it. See, I knew
It's
that.
fine.
Nice. Double damage
I
for
knew
1
it.
CP, Adrian? That's amazing. What a bargain.
You know what? You're not wrong. All right, let's start using our blast weapons over here. So we're just going to do the lone guy into them first.
Okay.
Actually, no, that'd be silly. We're going to do the triple guys into them first. So
Yes,
this is
exactly.
3d6.
That would be silly.
That would have been really inefficient. All right, so this turns into a 3. So this is 9, 12 shots. So this is 5, this is 6, and then 9 and 12. All right, so this is on 3s because they're touching the train. 1s and 2s are out. Boom, boom, boom.
And on 4s.
On 4s, let's see it.
I feel like if you're shooting against the Iron Hands, you should have, you should get Haywire.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was like, where are you going with this? Are you
like,
by chance vehicles?
Anyone with metal bodies, so I take 1 wound.
Wow, that's quite
Okay.
good. Next bike, same thing. Next bike unit. There we go. Okay, so both those 2s turned into 3s. So that's going to be 11. So this is 3, 4, 5.
I almost wish I lost a bunch so that you wouldn't get blast.
I know,
Just
right?
to not give you the satisfaction.
Yeah.
It is kind of a thing.
Yeah. You got it.
This is on 3s. Hup, hup, hup.
Okay, and then on 4s.
4s. Not so good.
Oh.
That's really bad, actually. Come
Do
on.
I even lose a model?
Give me that one. Ah, so mean. You mean man. All right, last one.
Oh, you have 1 lone bike.
I have 1 more.
Yeah.
Here we go. Nice. Use that blast.
Okay. This guy's going to do the business.
No! Come on, Brian. Come on. Ah.
Yeah, okay, I'm good.
What a tease. What a tease. What a tease.
a bunch
what
of
tease.
nothing.
That's good.
Charge base?
No, we bought a bunch of other shooting. So these guys shirking into here.
Yeah, I see.
3,
Good luck with
6.
that.
I know, right? 3s.
Can't kill my librarian. He's my MVP.
Yes.
Get out of here.
You better choose them. Oh, shoot. So that's -3.
So I took 1 wound.
Sounds good. Back one into here as well. 4, 5, 6.
What's the range on these things? 36?
36.
Very nice.
Yeah. So on 3s. Okay, give me 4 more regular saves. Regular.
3 up saves on the librarian.
You got it.
Takes wound. You're down to 3.
All right, sounds good. These guys advance. This one into.
Oh, there's a whole set of.
Heck
How
yeah,
many units are over there?
What?
There's 10 more?
There's 10 guys that just.
Jeez, I can't see them from the terrain. So
Sorry, Bridget. Oh my gosh.
what are we shooting with?
So
What
this
is
is
this?
against the con. This is 2 invulns and then 1 2 up.
So make a save, and then it's
Well,
not a 2.
that was an invuln, right?
Make it invuln, and then this is not 2 up. I only get a 2 up in combat.
Oh, sorry.
It's a 3 up.
My
So I
bad.
took 1 wound.
Not bad. All right, cool.
So those were all 3 ups then?
No, 1 was a 4 up.
2 4-ups and a 3.
Yeah, that's fine. So I took 1 wound.
understand.
Sounds good. All right, that's it.
All right.
Cool.
Charges?
Charges. Let's do
Okay.
this.
You don't need to. These are fine. So
yeah.
that succeeds. That
They're all
succeeds. This
charging.
here.
Yep.
This guy. Where is he going? Into the con?
No, I'm gonna do these guys real quick just to see how
Oh,
far
okay.
it
Because
is.
you're gonna give the aura to both.
Exactly.
I
So
understand.
7. That'll be enough.
I getcha. So he's in the middle just to be a buffing.
He's just gonna sit there.
I
Exactly.
understand.
Adrian, you forgot that you have a Death Jester. This is 2 turns in a row. That's
Oh
what
yeah, I
I'm
did.
telling you.
That's right.
But I feel comfortable knowing that nothing would have changed.
I
That
That's
he
true.
would have done 0 wounds,
That's correct.
and it
That is
doesn't matter.
Accurate.
That is an actual fact. All right,
Yeah.
so everyone's in.
Okay.
Sounds good. And you can't interrupt, right? Oh, you can Judicar.
I have Judicar. Get out of here.
Ah! So who Judicar in?
A Judiciar?
Who do you want to Jude?
Who am I juding?
Who's gonna Jude?
Hey,
Jude.
and
Oh,
I'm
so
gonna
I
Jude-
will need to rotate around a little bit
Oh,
to get in
okay.
range, but you know, you got
You're
it.
fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. We
Yeah.
understand. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna Jude the 3-man, not the other 3-man.
Sounds
Okay.
good. Good talk.
Cool.
All right, cool. So here's the other 3-man. So 12 attacks. 1,
Bring the pain.
2, and 3.
Okay.
This is on 3s.
You could have technically done the 4, but I guess it wouldn't matter because I
that?
can't interrupt the other guy either. That's fine.
Do I have
So-
a 4-man? I have a 4-man?
No, you have another 1 lone guy.
Oh yeah. So this is on 4s
Fours?
to reroll.
Rerolling.
All right.
Okay.
That many 5-ups.
See.
3.
So 3 go down.
Sounds good. And then the lone guy, 3s, and then 4s with the reroll. 3 more.
Oh, come on. From 1 guy?
Yeah. Oh!
2 more.
Nice.
So squad kills 3 and a dude kills 2.
Good, so good. Over here, do you want me to roll this one, the relic? 3,
Oh
4,
no.
5.
He kills him.
Super dead. Pile in. They pile
As we said, he could kill almost 20.
Exactly.
Especially every turn he gets more lethal.
Precisely. So this is 32.
32 attacks against my con. You got
no,
nothing.
my bad. It's 50 minus 8, so it's 42 attacks.
42 attacks against my con.
Yeah.
What's the weapon profile here? These guys all have the. This is the caress or the crit.
So it's,
kiss.
basically it's going to be
smooch.
Wounding on 5s.
Rerolling.
Rerolling.
But it's D3 damage.
D3 damage.
Minus
1.
Minus
Just
1.
enough, I guess, right?
Yeah, so you'd get him. It's fine.
Sounds good.
All right.
It's a lot of attacks.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like this new Brian.
I mean, you know.
New Brian.
Over here?
Is this the Brian who knows when his models are dead?
Yeah.
He knows math. You got your slapping boys.
He makes games go fast.
Of course I do.
Slapping
so,
boys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I need one more dice.
Oh, dang. I got a bunch for you here.
Thanks. So hitting on 3s. I'm going to fight into the squad, the 3-man squad. Just hit this time, okay? Just do it.
That's great.
It's fine.
I'm so proud of you.
So on 4s.
Yep.
It's like the best I've ever had. So
Yeah.
I can't whatever it is. It's fine. So here you go.
That's good.
-2 for 2 damage, my boy.
Shoot. Better watch out.
You actually better.
Better not cry. Here's 3s. I mean 4s.
Good.
Oh, no, this is 3s, right?
No, it's 4s.
No, I didn't spend
Yeah.
it. All right. So you probably kill him, right?
1 bike,
2 bikes.
2 bikes,
3
3
bikes.
bikes.
My babies. All right, they're dead.
Assault Doctrine.
Assault Doctrine.
Judy's mad.
This is why the
That
game
wasn't
had
the
to be done
Judicar.
by
That
turn
wasn't
3.
even the Judicar.
That was not Jude, yeah. Jude's not fighting this turn.
I'm calling him Judicar forever. You can get over it.
That's what everyone does, and it's wrong.
So,
okay. Yeah.
that's the end.
Mm-hmm. Is it the end?
Oh,
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
So are we playing Brian's turn or
What turn would it be for me?
3?
So I'd get to pick up 5 points.
Okay, watch out.
Okay. Yes.
It's true.
You would pick up 5 points.
Unless you failed all your leadership.
That would not be my favorite.
Then you
Leadership.
would.
What are you doing,
Rerolling.
Brian?
I think Bridget's trying to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Roll me.
So I
you live with at least one guy.
I lose the game no matter what, and the points are irrelevant. So that's why they're telling me to wrap it up. Basically, I'll just tell you the only things I could do. So at this point, you could see it doesn't matter. Like, okay, sure, I take this back. You still got 10 more boys coming up over here. You're on all the points. You don't even need to fight me.
No.
Right? You're going to be on literally every objective next turn. Cool, I have a 10-man squad. It means nothing.
Yeah.
Like I come over here and let's say I even make the charge. It's unlikely because you put yourself into the forest. Is that right?
Yep.
So you're all the way in the forest. It means I have a very long charge. And then even if I get over there, you're like, Primaris Killer over. Is he over here? Where is he?
Yeah, it's right here.
He's right there. I just knocked him all over.
You're like-
But your Primaris Killer would just run over there and ice the whole squad on his own.
Right.
So, cool. I'll pick up some more points. And even if I was playing the mission, like I could break that squad into, try to do the secondary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
No big deal.
Yeah.
We're talking about picking up 10 points for the rest of the game, 15 points.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
I feel you.
We did it.
We
Go
did it.
Harlequins.
Harlequins.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have a finals game.
That's right.
It's Harlequins. It's Death Guard.
So good.
That's an exciting game.
It's gonna be crazy.
Because those two armies are ruthless against each other.
They really are, honestly. They both have really hard counters to each other.
Yeah, it's like you're the army that could come in super fast turn 1, and that's the army you don't want to get close to turn 1.
Exactly. So Harlequins could shred the Plagueburst crawlers, but the grenades can shred my bikes. Instantly kill them.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be really funky. I'm excited for it. So you're gonna pilot the Death Guard because you know how to play them very well.
That's right. I'm gonna
I'll
be playing the
taking
Death Guard.
Harlequins.
Yeah.
Yep. It's gonna be brutal. I'm
excited for that.
This is
So
the craziest finals we could have.
do you have an MVP?
Oh my
here?
gosh! Well, the Shadow Seer.
The Shadow Seer.
He
Yeah.
just like anchored everyone down.
Yeah.
Pretty much there was never a turn that I really wished I had one. Oh, there was one turn I wished I had one more CP, and I didn't really need it for the minuses. Other than that, he just was able to be exactly where he needed to be every time, getting the buffs, hitting strategically. So he was amazing.
The bikes. It's like if you could give it to a unit, the bikes itself were insane, right?
They did the work.
They tanked my entire army. They killed a third of my army at the first turn, and then tanked my entire army.
Right.
Half
Exactly.
them
Yeah.
for the rest of the game.
Yep.
And I never got out of here. Like I'm still fighting, and I'm gonna end up losing.
Yeah.
With
The
my
home
whole
objective,
army,
which is crazy for White Scars.
It's literally my entire army, combat army,
Yeah.
into 3 of your squads, and your 3 squads beat my entire army.
So it's ridiculous.
And then you have the whole rest of your army, which is still like these are only what 800 points, not even, or about 800.
Barely. It's like 275 for 5 of them.
Yeah. So it's around
almost 800.
Yeah, so it's about
775.
Yeah, so it's like 800 points. Took on
825.
Took on basically 16 or 1800 points of White Scars of Space Marines. It's amazing.
So tanky, yeah. And especially if you don't overextend too much, right? Like you're able to get the Shadow Seer at the end there because I had to keep going.
Yeah. And you even gave up on their durability at the end.
I did.
Like you really, because you didn't need them anymore. You could still have probably 3 or 4 more even if you really cared.
Yeah, there's a moment where I found it doesn't pay to be defensive anymore, and you need to just throttle even more. I mean, I was aggressive the whole game, but kind of keeping within buffs, and at a certain point, you just have to keep going.
Fantastic.
Especially because you were going to get your doctrine.
I love to see the way this army performs in 9th edition.
Yeah, really
because they were really they were secretly an army that could win in 8th, but really not often.
They had a tough.
They had a tough time. But you see how fast you burn through the CP, the extra CP that they get, the way the missions work. It works super well for them.
I love them, and they're so much fun to play. Yeah. Did you have an MVP?
The Librarian. He's alive.
You know what? I'll give
Both
it to you.
games, he's alive.
He's seen some things at this point.
He's seen some things. And he's getting out of here. But no, he was cool. But man, nothing actually worked. Probably the Kanon Bike was the only guy. And he only lived because you chose not to kill him.
And he mostly just lived. He didn't really kill a bunch of stuff.
He didn't kill anything,
He continues to disappoint in that regard. But he's tanky, right?
So that's why the Librarian I'm giving it to.
I feel you.
The Librarian literally killed as many bikes as he did with the Psychic.
Yeah.
And he actually helped me make a charge.
So you're starting to... I do really like the Chaplain.
Yeah.
But you're starting to kind of show me the light of the Librarian with that targeted +2 to charge, throwing that out. It's actually really useful.
Okay.
So
I'm into it. Do you have a prediction? Do you guys have a prediction for our finals game? I'd love to hear it. Put your bets down.
So I will say this. For the Harlequins, Death Guard are the matchup that I was most nervous about.
Yeah. And to be fair, these are the 2 armies that I think we predicted would be the most likely to make it to the finals.
Yeah,
exactly. Right? We thought all of these armies had a chance, but I think we thought those were the 2 best lists.
I think in order to clarify, or like to answer this question, who's playing which army?
I'm playing Death Guard.
Okay.
Harlequins.
You thought we would switch?
No, I was just, for chat. For the edification of chat.
We said that.
So for chat, we already said. So I'm playing Death Guard because it's a faction I love and play a lot.
Yep.
Harlequin's an army I don't play, and it's a tricksy army.
Yeah.
So it's not the kind of thing you just pick up and play one day.
Exactly.
I think Adrian's real mad. Well, another question. Brian, are you going to wear a beanie?
You know what? I'm going to wear a sweater.
Oh, dang.
Goes to Brian.
This is on
no
our
contest.
noon game Saturday.
Yeah.
We got a heat wave coming up.
Guaranteed. We do have like a record-breaking heat wave. You might not want to wear a sweater. That could be bad. It's like, in all honesty.
The thing is, when I say 102, he doesn't know what that means.
Yeah.
I have to say it in like banana degrees.
It's gonna be like
you are the ones who use the banana
45 Celsius, right? Yeah, right.
If it's 45 Celsius, we're all gonna die, sweater or not. I might as well just sweater.
So we might as well die together.
Yeah,
that's right.
Die in style. So who are you giving it to?
Well, it's hard not to root for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Brian's wearing a sweater, Adrian. You can't root for yourself here.
I already said I think the
Harlequins
are nervous.
The Harlequins still play.
You guys answer.
The Harlequins still play the game a little better, I think, than the Death Guard. The Death Guard just have a chance. They have an answer to all of your, special things. All the things you're good at, they have an answer to. But it's not that you don't have an answer to their things as well.
No, I mean, it's such a really tough thing to call. Because even like the Nurglings for the screening, I have tons of multi-damage weapons. The Plague Burst Crawlers, the Terrax. I think it's a harder game for the Harlequins, but they can win it. I think
you have like enough. I think you have enough MSU units that all the benefit that came from the Nurglings kind of goes away.
That's true.
Because you could go into them 1 for 1 and you have enough to throw at me.
Yeah.
So that might nerf that quite a bit, and that's kind of the big scoring potential.
What do you think?
I think the Death Guard have the best chance at beating this army, but I think they're still disadvantaged. Just by a little bit.
I think that the way you beat Harlequins is you run them out of command points, and Death Guard can do that. Sure. Death Guard can survive turn after turn until Harlequins run out of steam, and then they lose.
The Harlequins, don't have to come at you.
How do you make them spend the CP, though?
They just spend CP to do to play the game. Death Guard, by default, walks on the objectives.
They only spend the CP
bro.
if they're coming at you.
They need to do
And his army will have a harder time coming at me turn 1. But he doesn't have to, right? Because I'm not as dangerous on the mid-board early game.
As usual, I think the Plague Burst Crawlers are the catalyst. Make things have to happen.
Yeah.
Right? So,
the mortars are good against you. The entropy cannons are only okay. Like the flat 3 damage is good against the bikes, but it's only 6 shots, and you can have decent invulns and minuses to hit. They're going to be hitting on 5s.
It pops the transports, which does matter.
Cool. I don't think that's the end of the world.
It doesn't really. I mean, it kind of pops.
It's nothing. Yeah.
With the minuses to hit and the invulns, the minuses to hit are going to hurt a lot.
Hitting on 5s. Yeah, it's going to be ruthless.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be really interesting, honestly.
Well, why don't we? So you're not going to call it. I gave it a call. You're going to give.
I think I called it first. I said.
So it's too close to call.
He's not calling it.
Too close to call. Bridger, do you have a bet?
I think Death Guard can do it.
All right.
They can clinch it.
I slightly favor Death Guard, I'll be honest.
I love to hear it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can bring it up.
We have a lot of super chats.
Let's do it. I love it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Nara. Hoping you guys start a Raven Guard army soon. I barely see Raven Guard across YouTube, and they're my favorite.
I'd love to see a Raven Guard army too. The only thing holding me back is it's like an all-black painted army, and it's just the least fun to paint. Yeah, but I want the Raven Guard. We've decided. It's a Raven Guard, not Raptors. We decided. But, so it's just the least exciting. So we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Paint-wise, because we have Iron Hands.
I love the playstyle, though.
Oh, so much. I love it, yeah.
All right. This is a long one, so hold your applause till the end. Thank you, Ape of Justice. 1 CP to Bridger for great work. Thanks from the UK for the streams. Just got back into the hobby after stopping in 4th edition. Still love my Craft World Eldar Wraith units. Go murder clowns.
Yes.
There's still Craft World in my heart. And then it continues. If Wraithguard D-Scythe Flamers also end up getting buffed to 12 inches, like we've seen some leaks about, would having bomb units drop and delete something be a viable strategy since they're also tough?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because they're really hard to shift, right? Yeah. And those Flamers, they hit.
Exactly. That would bring them back in the game. I actually single-handedly would.
Because they're slow. They move 5 inches.
And they're really expensive.
And they're super pricey. And so people just wait. It's like, I'll shoot them on turn 3 when they get close. And if you start putting them in Wave Serpents, then they're even more expensive. And I think range would be a big help.
That would be great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Todd. Long-time watcher, first-time live. Glad to see. Questions, opinions on Ynnari?
Personally, I think Ynnari are in a tougher place in 9th edition, honestly. They lose so many of the tricks of the other Eldar.
Yeah.
Theoretically, for the exchange of having lots of output, which doesn't matter as much in 8th edition.
That's right.
In 9th edition. The Incarn is still great. Your Brain is still good. So I sadly think that putting those in another Eldar army is more competitive. But that is not to say that Ynnari don't have their tricks, so they can't compete.
Especially when you make the basis of your Ynnari Harlequins.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Right? Because they synergize the best.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a valid way to play your Harlequins as Ynnari.
Right.
But it's probably still just a little better to be pure Harlequins.
Yeah, because especially because of the new things that they got. And
that's right.
Like that.
The Shadow Seer abilities are crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Destro. Second question: are you guys planning on going to any GTs coming up? If so, which? Are you locked in for LVO, and who will be on Team TTT?
Oh, dang.
I don't think we have any games planned. We're still kind of on lockdown here. And I haven't purchased any tickets to any events in the upcoming future. Not even LVO I didn't buy.
Yeah, I'm really playing it by ear. With complete certitude, not going to do SoCal. LVO, we'll really see how it depends how things are.
Yeah. I'm not be going to
LVO. Here in I don't know where you are, but in America, nothing's changed. It's still like as bad as it's ever been.
Lockdown.
And so we don't really think that things are going to change here anytime in the near future.
Yeah.
My company is stated that no one goes back to work until August.
Exactly.
At least. That's the earliest they assume.
We do
August
have a team,
next year.
August next year is the earliest they assume we go back to office. That's the earliest time they think it's safe to go to a protected, safe office area, not to a giant room full of sweaty boys sharing dice and models.
Yeah. No. Totally.
Thank you, D. York. Glad I found you guys. The content is amazing.
Yeah.
Found my Death Guard in storage after a 14-year hiatus.
Oh, nice.
I decided to
are
also...
those the Forge World model? I wonder what those are. 14 years old Death Guard.
Also multiple of 7.
Yeah, that's right. Nailed it.
I decided to also start Speed Freaks. It seems difficult to make them competitive. What do you think is their best unit?
Going after your heart there at the Death Guard and the Speed Freaks.
Oh my gosh, my soulmate. So the buggies, I really like the scrap jets, the shock jump dragstas because you can teleport and shoot without penalty for advancing. Right. Additionally, the strats to allow them to drive by Krumpen, where you can shoot and then move again. So powerful. You can use that with bikers to get up or even Death Copters to get up and jump over things, engage on all fronts. So really, you play them as really fast, mobile, shooty army. Ironically, right?
Yeah.
And then they have targeted hits, right?
And the buggies can fight a little bit, but the weapon skill is horrible. That's what ruins it for them.
It really does, yeah. And they can't really, they outpace the Wabanner in a Speed Freaks list.
Yeah.
So
gotta get a Wabanner on bike or something.
Yeah. I think they can be good though. That's gonna be one of my next experiments is using more Speed Freak stuff.
Do you like the War Trike?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Gotta get that War
Trike.
Yeah,
I would definitely take that with them. Yeah, for the advance in charge.
All right. Thank you, Hikawa. Do you think the Cyclops demolition vehicle will gain the blast keyword when the new Forge World book comes out?
That would be cool.
It'd be disappointing if the vehicle that explodes doesn't get blast.
Yeah, it's most of the time, like a lot of time people use it to like kill vehicles and stuff like that. But yeah, it should have. I think that's an example.
I think so. Yeah.
I played against them once, and like my opponent, this was like early 8th edition. My opponent, it wasn't rule of 3. I think they had like 14 or 15, and they were like little like beep 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 beep, and I was like, "What is this?" And it's like boom 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 boom, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" But I list.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
It's like all these RC cars just coming at you. What the
Thank you, Todd. Looking at starting Minotaurs, and I can't find chapter rules. Which custom chapter tactics would you take for them?
Great question.
I don't know the lores on the Minotaurs.
So the Minotaurs are the true Space Marine enforcers. Like the Space Wolves kind of have that role, but the Minotaurs were actually created to kill other Space Marine chapters that were condemned. In theory,
that sounds heretical.
Well, so there's 2 missing chapters. One I think is just erased. Another one actually was they actually were ordered to be just killed, which I believe the Minotaurs did kill. So the Space Wolves are they have the rule, but Minotaurs are the ones that are supposed to do that. They're the Space Marine police.
The Space Wolves killed one of the 2 missing.
Then it might have been the other one then, yeah. So, but the Minotaurs,
but the 2 were killed before the Minotaurs were created.
Yes.
They were both created in the 30K.
Okay, well, anyways. Yeah. So that's their role, and that's their lore. So
play them as Space Wolves.
Space Wolves.
There you go.
Space Wolf successors.
Yeah, I also kind of like them as Ultramarines for some reason. I don't know.
When in doubt,
the Greco-Roman.
When in doubt, most of the armies came from Ultramarines.
True.
All right, thank you, Cody. Deathwatch question: does the aggressor Firestorm rule apply to intercessors when aggressors join a mixed unit? Thanks. Bring back the beanie.
Do you remember that tournament?
I remember that tournament.
Oh my god! So I lost Mortarion to a good friend of ours in Overwatch. 2 aggressors in a intercessor squad. At the time, after about half an hour of rulings, they did get it, and they killed him in Overwatch. It wasn't until afterwards that we realized, no, they did not get that. It is aggressor units, not intercessor units. Pure Deathwatch aggressor units gain the double shoot ability.
That's right.
It does not apply to the other ones, which would be bananas.
It would just be silly.
Yeah.
It would be bananas. You experienced it firsthand.
It was. And it was, to be fair, he was trying to be totally fair. It was so ambiguous. We had to ask the judge.
Yeah.
So, like, definitely don't blame you for asking the question. But we were able to get an answer. Yeah. Too late for me, unfortunately. But
too late for Mortarion.
That's the way it goes.
He'll come back in a few thousand years. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Thank you, Dark Soul. He says the Kurds must be squeak.
Yes. Of course.
There's a lot of caps and exclamation points.
Listen, I wish I could bring you guys Kurds back from Toronto, but they wouldn't even be squeaky by the time they got here.
You did fly cookies out to us. I feel like you could do the same with Kurds.
Cookies are fine. Kurds, man, it's like a day. It's like a day until they lose their squeak.
Wouldn't want them to curdle.
Thank you, Eamon. Thank you guys for the great games. How did you find your team, and how would you recommend others find teammates? Also, I just lived in Wisconsin for 4 years, and Brian is 110% correct on the cheese curds.
Well, dang, that's like I believe you, Eamon. I don't know about Brian.
So, I'm known to exaggerate about Kurds.
That's right.
It's one of my worst character flaws.
It has been known to happen.
Yeah.
It's tough in COVID time, but traditionally, when we play at events, right? Most of the stuff for us in the Bay is on Facebook. They'll be like, "There's a tournament happening. Go play at events, talk to people, things like that." That's how I met both these guys. Kind of the same goes with joining a team. Generally speaking, if you want to join a team, you can express interest. They can just spend time with people, get them to invite you on.
The team that we're on was a bunch of friends you've had for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I started it was with my high school friends when we first came back to the Bay.
Yep.
And then it kind of grew, and every year we'd be like, cool, who do you want to add? Who's been really cool to add? Like, who played this season? We would invite them. There'd be
we met, like, I played for like a year and a half at local tournaments, and you guys were always there.
Yeah. We asked, we were like super shy. I was like, hey, you
want
to like
that was it. So that was it. Like, we just played at the same RTTs like every 3 weeks or 4 weeks for about a year and a half, and then that was it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I would do. Obviously, it's hard in COVID times, but
go win some super majors, and you'll get a lot of invites.
I know. We picked you up before you got your SoCal win, which is lucky. Right. We did it actually with Alex too, because he got third SoCal year before. So get people before they people.
Yeah, you got a talent scout.
You do.
Thank you, Cody. Cody says, "Squeaky curds, go buy some."
You can't.
Apparently not.
Listen, I would. I tried. I've looked. You know what? I was driving from LA 2 weeks ago, and I drove by this place that was like, we got like the best poutine.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do they do it? And I went inside, and I was like, hey, what's up with this poutine? Tell me about these curds. And they were like, oh, They're like frozen battered cheese curds. You know, like the frozen cheese balls? Yeah. They're those, and we like deep fry them and put them in. I'm like, it's cool that you deep fried your curds, but like gross, I'm out of here. So you can't get curds. I've looked high and low.
Jeez.
Thank you, Dylan. Dylan says, go Harleys, new to 40K, and just finished assembling my first pair of Eldar Falcons.
Ooh.
First off, are they any good? And secondly, any tips for painting the windows?
Oh, gosh, the windows are really tough. So Falcons definitely got a lot better. I still like Wave Serpents.
Yeah,
because
the Serpent Shield.
The Serpent Shield, and you can still put guns on them. But Falcons got way more cost effective than in 8th edition.
But the lack of fallback and shoot does hurt them.
It does hurt a lot. Yeah, exactly. So I still think they're interesting. People really like the pulse, because you can take the pulse laser on them, which is like an amazing weapon.
Yes.
So yes, they are interesting. Painting the windows, I mean, the not helpful answer is airbrush. I always airbrush.
Isn't that like the only way to do a good job? Yeah. Unless you're a master of wet blending or something like that.
Yeah.
Like airbrush is your only option, or don't.
Or don't. But then you paint the guys inside.
I like painting the guys inside.
What you can do is you can paint it a solid color, and then you do just a little bit of a glare, like an anime glare, basically, where it's like a little white line and a little dot on the right-hand side, and it's kind of a cheaty way that's not too difficult to do.
I strongly prefer clear to poorly done.
That's fair.
And I've seen many, many poorly done Eldar. Like I've seen beautiful tanks with these like horrible, because they're super smooth. The paint doesn't even sometimes go on nicely.
Well, that's the problem.
So you have to prime them perfectly.
But that's the problem with the clear too, right? Yeah. Because it's partially you want like the bars painted, but then you want the other part clear. And I'm like, how are you supposed to prime that? I don't know.
It's hard. Airbrush.
Don't look too closely at my Craftable Eldar cockpits, because they actually do need work.
Yeah. Airbrush. Yeah. Airbrush.
Well, there you go. Thank you.
We had a lot of thoughts on that.
It's tough. It's a tough one. I actually, it gets to me a lot. So try real hard on it, because I hate it when they're bad. You'll offend me deeply.
Thank you, Dustin. Had to say this. Go St. Albert's cheese curds. Does that mean something, Brian?
I hope so. If there's a St. Albert's near here that has cheese curds, I'll look it up.
You would support them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, they'll be a sponsor of the show next time.
That's right.
Thank you, Papa Nurgle. Hello, boys. As a new competitive Death Guard player, what do you think of this list? You ready?
All right, we're ready.
Infantry spam. It's Mortarian's Anvil.
Okay.
2 Plague Marines by 2x10 with 2 flails in each.
Wow.
A Demon Prince, Plague Caster, Poxwalkers, Purifier. 10 Blightlord Terminators with 2 flails in each.
Okay.
FBS. Is that Foul Blight Spawn?
Yeah, naturally.
3 squads of 1 Mephitic Blight Hauler, a Drill, and ND. What is ND?
ND?
ND. Not dying.
Yes, that's right. I really like it. You know the thing I dislike the most about my Death Guard list? No Terminators.
The Terminators are so good.
They're great. You just can't put everything. So I think that's really nasty.
I love it. I think it's good. Go for it. You'll do fine.
It's great, and it sounds very flexible. I like it a lot. That's a great list.
Noxious Doombringer. I don't know.
He was like worried about time, and he's like, "Let us speculate on these letters."
Thank you, Mike. Brian from a fellow Canadian, London area, a couple hours south of TO. What does that mean, Brian?
Toronto.
TO is Toronto?
Yeah, I knew that.
T.O. is Toronto?
Yes.
Why would you?
You could call it many things. You could call it T.O., T.O., the T dot.
The T dot. I was with you until then.
Listen, you can call it many.
Would you actually write it out? The T and the D-O-T? T dot?
Yeah, you can call it the 416, the 6. So many things.
All right, moving on. Mike is also in the UX industry. Can you guys think of a reason for ever using Bullgrin with Grenadier Gauntlets instead of Mauls? No, never.
Bridges Power Gamer. So that's true.
Really cool.
That's true. But if you want to listen, if you want to shoot with them, that's the only way to do it.
Is that cooler though, Adrian?
You know what's cool?
I mean, it's pretty cool.
What's cool is when they tank anything that hits them and then clobber. So actually, I'm going with Bridger on this one.
Yeah.
I actually agree.
Why would an ogre shoot a gun? No, an ogre has a maul and they club you with it.
Ogres have like giant guns that are actually just grenade launchers.
The giant guns are kind of cool, but
cool.
What's really cool is when anything in the game charges them and does nothing.
No, competitively.
That feels even cooler.
And arguably, stylistically, ethically, philosophically, you should probably not. You should do this.
Get those shields.
Thank you, Big Bomba. What are your thoughts of the new Indominus box? Could it be used to form Deathwatch kill teams? Love the show. Sure. Always a good time.
Yes.
Did they give They gave them Deathwatch keyword yet?
I don't think
yet?
So, but I'm really curious to see what happens with the new Deathwatch Codex. I was thinking about this the other day.
Did Deathwatch ever get the Phobos stuff?
They did.
They got.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they got everything. They got more stuff.
I don't think they can take Invictors.
Yeah, I don't think. They got everything.
But they get the infantry and stuff. They don't get all the elites always.
Yeah. So
yeah, but
I mean, I do think they will get it eventually. So I'm excited to see if and when that happens.
Yeah.
But
I wonder what abilities they would give, because like every different unit gives like a different kind of ability, right?
The Eradicators make it so that you shoot twice with the whole unit.
Oh, fair.
And all your guns promote to Melta.
Of course. What does the bike give you? The old bike ability, which
gives you
advance and
road rage. Gives you plus 2 attacks
on all your stuff. So you take a Thunderhammer.
Yeah.
And then you get plus 2 attacks with the Thunderhammer.
How do you take a Thunderhammer? Because they're Primaris.
Oh, you're right.
What?
Anyways, we got to figure that out.
Can't their sergeants take Thunderhammers?
No.
Intercessor sergeants can take Thunderhammers?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't know, but it sounds rad.
Yeah, you technically can't right now, but I highly expect you will be able to eventually.
Yeah.
I like how much time we put into that theory crafting.
Because
it all sounds great.
I always want more options for Deathwatch. Just give them.
I'm being told Deathwatch have no Phobos at all.
None at all?
So there's a chance they won't get any of the new Indominus stuff.
They didn't get anything?
I thought they did in that White Dwarf.
I thought the White Dwarf gave them something.
I thought the White Dwarf did, but maybe not. Okay.
Obviously, we're experts on that topic, so.
Anywho,
we don't own this army.
No.
Thank you, RJ. Love the Tournament of Champions. Question for you guys, since you own so many Custodes, how the heck do you paint the jet bikes and rider with stands? You don't glue the stand on before you paint it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, you keep them separate. I even keep the rider not glued on the bike.
Yep.
And I even think is there a cape on the back of the rider? No, that's the Warden, or that's the Terminator. So no, just keep the rider separate. Just keep the rider separate. That's it.
If don't glue the stand on.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You can mask it with tape though. I did that with my Shining Spears.
It's a pain. More trouble than it's worth.
Yeah. That's how fast you can paint them.
That's true. I feel you.
There you have it though.
If it takes you 3 weeks to paint, then I want to play with them before that time.
Oh, that's your incentive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
It took me 3 weeks to paint, but I had 27 of them, so.
I think I painted the Custodes really fast. Yeah. I don't know why. I think it's not that hard of an army.
If you know how to do it, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. But once you have a recipe for gold.
Yeah.
Thank you, Skull Crusher. Hello from Potato Land, Idaho.
Nice.
Do you think the Storm Surge, it's in parentheses, okay? That wasn't me adding it. It was in the comment.
Okay.
Do you think the Storm Surge will be moved to heavy support or elite, or is it doomed to stay super heavy forever?
I bet it'll stay super heavy. Like they specifically released that model back in the day when they were doing that like every army gets a super heavy thing. So that's the Tau super heavy, and it is a big chunky model. It's like on the verge of not being quite super heavy because it's only 20 wounds.
Yeah.
Where there's a bunch of things that are at like 18 that aren't. So I can see where you're going with that, but it feels like that's their intention, is to make it super heavy. I'd like to see it get more expensive and be more super heavy.
I agree.
Like make it chunkier, make it more devastating, but make it a little more expensive.
As cool as the town are is, I kind of wish that the Storm Surge got that treatment before they made another like super heavy. You know, just like make it feel like it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, and especially you pay so many CP now for a super heavy that they really need to make it worthwhile. Yeah. There's like no strats for it or anything.
Same for the Wraith Knight, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
the Wraith Knight needs
part of the same army. It's so hard to integrate, you know?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Lavarius. I still don't understand the allure of Frozen Stars for Harleys. Dreaming Shadow shoots back when slain on a 4+, which makes them a threat in all phases, especially with the Warlord trait of 3+ shoots 6-inch aura.
So I don't like basing my plans on my models dying. That's one thing. I also don't like basing on a 4-up on each model, right?
Yeah.
I get so much more value out of the volume of attacks, especially on the troops, right? It's great on the bikes, but on the troops, you have 10 of them, so that's 10 more attacks with this high melee volume. And the other thing, let's be honest, I haven't used it yet, +1 to wound is really great because we don't have a lot of high strength, right? So they let you throttle the dice in a specific moment. That's really powerful, whereas the other one's like, yeah, maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. I used to run it.
I strongly agree.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, listen,
I used to try it.
He lost 8 bikes in the whole game.
Yeah.
So that's 4 of them that would get to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
If you rolled odds.
Yeah.
So what was that? 4 attacks in the whole game?
Yeah.
But he got more than that in one fight phase. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
With the extra attacks. So he gets to guarantee his extra attacks, where the other way around, not only does he have to lose models, but it's not even a guarantee.
Yep.
And he doesn't even pick the thing he fights.
Nope.
So I definitely think the extra attack's the way to go. There's other mask forms that are good.
Yeah.
Frankly, they're all useful.
Yeah.
It's just I like this one a lot.
Exactly. And again, I used to actually run a detachment of bikes with Dreaming Shadow, not for that ability, but for they have the Mega Death Jester. They're the first ones to have it. So I used to run that, and I think those are all interesting reasons. But I think it's not for the 4+ extra shot versus the +1 attack.
Agreed.
So the motivation from Lavarius was fusions, but I still think just more attacks on every model every time they charge.
But fusions are also so low range, so if you play someone that's trying to kill your fusions, they'll just be like, "Hoop, 7 inches away, kill you. Now you can't shoot me back."
And again, like if you're killing a guardsman at 6 inches or something, like who cares? Like it's rare it's going to be the perfect model just in range for you to fusion. Your opponent has to make mistakes.
Exactly, and you want to have it be a situation that you control, and all those things that we're talking about are things that your opponent has to make a mistake or they control, right?
That's
right.
It could happen in combat, but regardless, best case scenario, I think it's still worse than Frozen Star's average case.
Yeah, I think we'd agree. Yeah.
Thank you, Crashing Adam. I'm brand new here. I went to college in Milwaukee, so I confirm squeaky curds. I am loving all the helpful info and love the fun atmosphere. Thanks.
Appreciate it, man. I'm just going to keep going over the curds.
Thank you, Jake. A close friend of mine took his life Sunday. He loved the show.
Sorry, man.
He loved the show, and we would watch you guys together. This is for him. You guys brought him a lot of joy.
I'm sorry to hear that. I know a lot of people with mental illness. Yeah. So it's a really tough problem.
Really difficult. So hopefully, you kind of think of us as friends and family, so you can come and hang out, spend some time, and hope you're doing okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew. Hey, Brian. Given how turn 1 went in hindsight, would there be anything you would change about your deployment?
No. Like the alternative, as I said, is to not be here, but to be like here. You still get to haywire me.
Yeah.
And you still, like, maybe you can't charge me with all 3 units, but you didn't even take your max move there to get to here, right?
No,
did you?
Because
well, you had what, like 22-inch move?
Yeah, 22.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I could be a little further back, but then you just give me first turn.
Right.
So if I'm all the way back here, and then what I have to do is stay back there.
Yeah.
If I move up onto the objectives, I'm even closer than I was turn 1. The only thing I get to do with turn 1, the only thing I get to do is a few bolters. Not going to kill anything, honestly. And the 2 Invictors, like maybe I'll kill 2 bikes.
And you're giving up the Invictors for them to be able to shoot, right?
Right.
So you're staying back, but you're also going to be more visible. I ultimately do have more effective shooting against you, so it's a slower game, but I think it's less likely to go in your favor.
And you could take like if I'm here, you could just take your bikes into this corner. I won't have line of sight through here.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm getting any shots at you with anything important. I'm not going to charge. Like I'm not going to charge with 3 bikes, which are over here.
Yeah.
And so it's actually worse.
It is worse. Yeah. This secretly had a big impact on the game, but we just kind of played around it because of that. But it did make a lot of our decisions for us.
That's the thing. You can't stop the Harlequins from doing what they want. It's their speed plus their Phantasm redeploy means the game is always their game on turn 1.
And
always their game.
Fall back and do everything. Like they just always do exactly what they want.
They always do what they want, and especially like I was talking a lot about Phantasm. It means that turn 1 of the game is always theirs, regardless of the terrain, your opponent, whatever. Turn 1's always theirs.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. My favorite thing about this is that an often ignored unpopular army is crushing in this tournament, and it's about time. They deserve the love.
It's so funny. Even when the edition came out, like people kind of ignored them. Even now, I think they don't get enough love. It's so funny.
But they have been performing at events.
They have been, absolutely. They've been doing well. So yeah, we like that. And this is our hyper competitive event. But we also always are kind of trying different things that people aren't going for. So that's definitely something we try for.
I think we knew they were excellent going into this, but the very first game they played, after that very first game, we were like, oof, this army's got the best chance of winning. Yeah. Or at least equal.
Very strong, yeah.
Thank you, Bobson.
Oh, Bobson, what's up?
Bobson says, hey, Bridger, my Imperial tithe of 1 CP to you. Will one of you teach me how to do enamel white on the Solar Watch in a hobby hangout?
Enamel
Go
white?
Murder Clowns.
Oh, that's cool.
So enamel white's all about gloss.
Yeah, exactly.
And gloss is easy.
Yeah.
I like the Vallejo gloss, but any gloss will do.
Yep.
And just paint a smooth white. The only way to paint smooth white is airbrush.
Yeah, you have to for this one.
Like brushing white, get out of here.
You're going to just lock in your brush marks on that gloss and you see all the ridges.
It'll be the worst. Yeah, the ridges will shine at you. So you got to airbrush a smooth white and then just gloss it.
For sure.
That's it.
Yeah.
And there's lots of magic you could do on top of that.
Yeah.
But even just that will get you there.
Yeah, for sure.
And this has been Hobby Hangouts for the first time with Brian. Thank you, Lavarius, again. I survived COVID in a hallucinating fever. I spoke to Kegarak. Adrian, he is with you. Roll a die. It will be a 4. Welcome to the never-ending dance.
Oh, God. This is a lot of pressure.
I got it. Oh,
there you go. You got a dice
here
can?
we go.
Hup. My bad. I rolled it. We knew it was gonna be a 1.
He's used up all his energy in this game.
Yeah, exactly.
He's come down. He's relaxed.
2 days to recharge.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Super Saiyan hair went away.
Your dice hands.
But thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Drunken Cowboy. 1 CP to the con, please. I'm assuming that's Brian.
Yes,
sure.
Naturally.
Thank you, Skull Crusher. If each of you could add a new model to the Imperial Guard, what would it be? Ooh, that's a tough question.
That's really cool.
Ooh.
A new model that doesn't exist.
I'm stumped.
I would take a character that is like actually really good at fighting, but like super.
Straken.
No, Straken's okay, but I want something else. I don't want quite Straken. So a really strong fighty character.
Yeah.
Maybe even on horseback.
You know, I was kind of debating like a mounted thing myself. Yeah. I might have to go for like a powerlifter thing, like some sort of like it's not a suit. It's
the Forge
World. Like a Sentinel.
The Forge World Sentinels used to have the powerlifters.
Yeah, that's true.
And they were great.
Well, you can still give them a saw too, but like something a little bit more humanoid.
The powerlifters were better though.
But it's not like not a mech, not a battle suit. It's going to be like some industrial thing, right?
The model I've always wanted to own, though, is the Malkador Infernus.
Yeah, it's so cool.
The Mega Flamer tank. And now that it flames in combat, where that used to be the thing, you would just tag it from out of line of sight because it's like this big.
Yeah.
So I think I'll pick it up. I'll pick up the Malkador Infernus and I'll come and flame you.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I would probably go with like just Hive City peasants. Something below guardsmen.
Hive City peasants, yes.
I like it.
That'd be fun. You get like 100 in a squad. For 1 point
They're
each.
actually just old fantasy peasants.
Yes.
It's basically the same.
Oh, that's so good.
And the rank and file. You have to play with square bases.
If you haven't seen Duncan Rhodes' Knight Army, he actually has like peasants and like pseudo like human knights that go with his Imperial Knights, and they're like human scale. And it's like that. It's like fantasy models. They're Empire models that have like las rifles and things like that.
Amazing.
It's so good.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Ryan. Hey guys, what assassins would you recommend for a Sisters Army and 2,000 points? Also, go Harlequins.
Thank you.
Calidus, Calexis.
Those are the two that
are the two best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they both have a role.
I was debating about the Calexis because they already have so many ways of denying, but it's -2 to cast, right?
Calexis, yes, but also Calexis is just like good to chill on a backfield objective.
Yeah, because of the hitting
it's just
on sixes.
An all-purpose assassin.
He's good at just like being a single model that stands in a place.
Yeah, I would also say Calexis then. Yeah.
But Calidus in certain matchups.
Calidus is always good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Every army has more CP than it ever had.
Yeah.
And a lot of them want to burn it. They come in and you burn turn 1.
I know, right?
You couldn't do that.
Well, yeah, the CP thing is really nice. What I was thinking about, the thing with Calidus is like, it's this backfield melee threat, things like that.
Yeah.
And, which on one hand, the Sisters don't have. On the other hand, they have like very, very reliable melee.
Their melee characters are crazy.
Well, even the Repentia, right? You can be like, I'm going to advance them. I'm going to pick a 6 for Miracle Dice. I'm going to pick these for the charge. Yeah. They're going to make it. It has surprising reach. But yeah, those two.
Yeah, those two.
All right. Thank you, Sean. Can you see a Death Guard army with a Slanesh backup?
Competitively, yes.
It doesn't fit the flavor in any way. It is pure heresy. And not the right kind of heresy. It's the wrong kind of heresy.
Well, it's the Slanesh kind of heresy.
I mean, yeah. Moving on.
Yeah.
3 keepers with Death Guard stuff could be really saucy.
And Slanesh has interesting tools.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They have fast tools that are different than Death Guard, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's cool.
Thank you, Dark Soul. Dark Soul says, Adrian is done. This whole match has just been him going, nothing personal, kid.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. He's like, let's have a fun game.
It's just business, man.
Everyone dies. And I'll be like, oh man, I get to fight with one model. It's like, nothing. It was a shutout. This was a shutout.
It was, yeah.
Thank you, Benjamin. From one Ben to another, don't get Gallants, get Crusaders and Wardens. This was in response to a question we answered a long time ago where I said just get 3 Gallants.
Didn't I say Crusaders and Wardens?
Yeah, but I said 3 Gallants like 5 times. Because that's the right answer.
Bridger likes Gallants because they're cheap and plentiful. And Knights have problems playing the mission because they don't have enough bodies. And the Gallants give you the bodies. But if you've got bodies on all the objectives and they can't shoot, that's also a downside. Yeah. So if you overdo the Gallants...
Wait. Knights are allowed to shoot?
Yeah. If you overdo the Gallants on the backfield objectives, you're paying like almost 400 points or it's exactly 400 points now, for a Knight that they can just avoid. And so you probably want like half fighty, half shooty, just the way the objectives are placed.
I thought knights were an army where you push all your models to the middle of the table.
That's the
and
Bridger.
you say,
That is the Bridger.
I'm all in.
That's true.
That's true. My mistake.
Thank you, Jeff. Hellforged Land Raider Achilles is 2x twin multi-melts sponsons with a soul bombard, which is 2d3 mortals for each hit.
Bombard.
I forgot about that one.
Not heavy bolters. We got that wrong.
Yeah, sorry about that. So it's Killier.
In Death Guards. What do you think about that in Death Guard?
Go for it. Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you give it the feel no pain. I'm into it.
Oh my gosh. I forgot about the bombard. Oh my god.
That's nice. I wonder how many points it is. Probably a bit.
It's like over 500.
Because soul burners went up a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's. I'm not saying I know the exact value, but I think
it's a lot.
Yeah.
There we have it. All right, thank you.
I'll get it wrong if I say it.
Andrew. Andrew says, thanks for the breacher explanation. I proxied some upgunned in my game earlier, and yeah, you're right. Can you recommend a good loadout for XV8s? Thank you.
Surprising. So don't think of them as your main damage dealers anymore. Think of them all as just like fast utility models.
Yeah.
And so I think the frag burst is what I've been recommending, just because it's super cheap and it's got a lot of utility, and it's got blast now and all that sort of stuff. But anything cheap that you want to do, I'm even trying to make flamers work. I think if they benefit from the extra range eventually, that'll be more interesting. But yeah, just keep them cheap. Go airburst.
There you have it. Thank you, Destro. Do fight last abilities make chargers fight last? There's been a lot of back and forth on the internet. Also, what would you soup Deathwatch with?
So the first part, Bridger is the expert on fighting last.
There is a section at the back of the 9th edition main rules called Advanced Rules or
Rare Rules or
Rare Rules Interactions, and it says that fight last and fight first cancel each other out. Yeah. And it gives very broad definitions of fight first and fight last. Charging falls under that fight first category,
but not all fight last relics fall under that definition.
No, they're very,
because there's some that say count as not charging, which is not a fight last.
Yes, that is very specifically not a fight last.
That's what I'm saying.
All the relics that say you can't be selected to fight last, or this thing fights last, all of that is supposed to be fight last, including the Judiciar, because if you can't be selected to fight, then you are fighting last. Otherwise, like if we say that every rule that's worded slightly differently is a different thing, then this paragraph means nothing, and then
it
none
feels
of the
like that's why they made the paragraph. But you'd be surprised across the game. There's many of them worded differently. Yeah. The foul blight spawn's ability to have the what is it, putrid stench or whatever it's called or something. Revolting stench. Yeah, close enough. That makes you count as not charging, which means people get one activation before you get to activate. But that's essentially what all the other abilities do as well, right? Like the Judiciar says you pick a unit, it fights last. It charged, so it fights first. Now the opponent gets to activate first, so I get to pick one to fight before you.
Right.
That's basically it. So in almost any of these regards, it means the opponent gets to pick one unit and fight first.
The only difference is that Revolting Stench does not override an actual fight first, aside from charging. Because it specifies you count as not charging, so if you have some other fight first, you still fight.
And if it's an ongoing combat, it doesn't.
That's why it's the most powerful of all of them, because it takes away the thing that counteracts the fight first, fight last ability, because it says you didn't charge. So then you don't even have a fight first ability.
It's usually the best. But if you're already in a combat, that one does nothing, and the Judiciar does.
That's true. So second round. Yeah.
The second part of the question, souping with Deathwatch, I think, to me, Deathwatch is a mid-born army, right? And you can flex that to either say they're going to be the aggressive, closer range part, where they're deep striking. I'm imagining deep strike with kill teams, Hellblasters, aggressors, things like that. Or you can have them play a bit more back, right? And you have something that's even more aggressive, right? Generally speaking, I'd say have your Deathwatch teams be the aggressive part that drops in, and have some backline support. The suggestion the other day about Imperial Fist actually was quite interesting to me, I think. So something that can hold backline and shoot things and let your Deathwatch move up the field. And
there's an alternative. I think you could also say take a crazy combat army and throw it all the way up, and then they're the midboard behind them, and then there's like nothing in the back. There's like minimum backfield, whatever you need to do.
I think those are both good options.
Those are both good
exactly.
options.
Yeah, you have that flexibility.
Thank you, Alvaro. Seeing how by going first, the Quins killed 30% of the scars and took 75% of the map, what's your stance on the going first advantage? Kudos on the stream. Well, I think Harlequins are actually a great example of first turn not really mattering.
Exactly.
Because Harlequins will do this regardless. You can go first.
Second or first.
You can go first against them, and they will ignore you, and then do this.
The only reason going first matters against them is if you can blast them off the board. Yep. But if you built your board right, they can hide. Plus Phantasm means they could double hide. Means that you should reasonably lose 0 Harlequins to shooting ever on a turn 1, unless you're deliberately playing forward because you don't fear my shooting, and you're going to lose like 1 or 2 just so that you're in a more aggressive position. So the Harlequins do this no matter what you do. You can't stop them.
They're too fast.
They're too everything. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, J-Fund. While White Scars are good on paper, they don't seem to be durable enough. Thoughts on Tau Viorla Sept? That was a sharp right turn.
Well, listen, they're all painted white, so they all have something in common there.
That's right.
And the person who painted these for me only has Viorla Tau, so maybe it's Austin. I don't know. Viorla Sept is not the most powerful Sept by any stretch. It's okay, but I would probably build a custom Sept before I'd run Viorla, or I'd run Tau Sept Farsight for sure. And as far as the durability, this army is not particularly durable. It's just Space Marine durable, which is great. You just have the murderous murder clown army that can kill anything.
Yeah.
And especially kills Marines. You built it to kill Marines.
Exactly.
This is a Marine killing army.
That's right. And in fact, one of the strengths of White Scars, especially this list, is they do die, and they can die, and that's fine, right? You can lose an Outrider squad, you can lose an Intercessor squad, and there's more, right? Look back at the Orcs game. It's like, it's not like it didn't kill things, but you just kept coming with bodies and things like that, and it's fine. They'll die, and it's fine.
That's right. And even all the stuff I lost turn 1, I could sustain that loss and still win games.
Absolutely.
The problem was that I killed nothing back forever. Yeah. Right? So the problem was that your army is both durable and offensive, and I don't have the durability. I do have the offense, but it wasn't enough to get through your defense.
Right. I was able to capitalize on, and I said this before the game. I was like, I need to do the blow before turn 3. Yeah. Because if I let you power up, it's going to hurt really hard. That's actually kind of what happened there.
Yeah.
I just want to jump in here, hammer it home one last time. Sure. Harlequins are not overpowered. This is an incredibly hard army to play. They're strong. There are counters. Custodies ignoring AP 1 and 2. Harlequins bounce off. They do nothing. And then they just die.
Yeah, the Custodies never had a chance to do that in their last game, just because you got in position really hard on them. But it didn't have to, and we could do it again. And I'd put more models on the board, maybe things like that.
There are counters to Harlequins, and it is an incredibly hard army to play. If you think they're broken, go proxy Harlequins and try to play them, and you will lose a lot of games.
Try painting Motley. The thing is, you earned the rights to have strong models after you painted the Motley. But if your Motley's not painted, I don't know. I think you should lose 1 invulnerable save.
I mean, you're just not going to make your 4-ups.
That's right. You're not going to make your 4-ups.
Yeah.
The Laughing God will not honor you.
Exactly.
Thank you, Alan. Returning to 40K after leaving in 4th edition, your videos have helped a lot getting back up to speed. Question: I've seen very few suppressors. Are they just bad? Did the death of Overwatch make them useless?
That's a very interesting observation. I don't know why, because they were really good, really cheap.
I know why they're gone.
Why?
Iron Hands are gone.
It's not Overwatch. It's Devastator Doctrine. Yep. So they used to, as Iron Hands in particular, you would move and shoot without penalty always. Yeah. So they would deep strike, turn 2, and they would be moving and shooting. And they also inherently rerolled 1s. So they would be independent squads, moving and shooting and rerolling 1s. And you didn't even need the Overwatch ability. That was just icing on the cake. And they were just good firepower that played the corner of the boards and played the backfield or whatever, your opponent's backfield they played. Right. And so they don't do any of that anymore. They with Iron Hands, they don't reroll their 1s. They don't move and shoot without penalty for the majority of the game. And so they've gone from being efficient to the other side. And there's so many other efficient units that you just don't need them anymore.
Yeah, the death of Iron Hands was the death of suppressors.
That's right.
Fascinating.
Thank you, Musa. Hey, Titans, love the reports. 2 questions. Any plans to do 9th Ed Tactica for Necrons? And is it worth allying in anti-tank for Space Clowns?
Oh, we will absolutely be covering Necrons in depth when the new stuff comes out.
Like book. The most in depth.
More than we've ever done anything.
Yeah, so you've seen us go deep before. Like when 9th Launch, we did like short videos about each faction. And then even in the past, we did like some Tau and Custodies overview videos. We're going to go well beyond that. We're going to do the deepest dive on every new codex that comes out for a faction we have at least. And Necrons and Space Marines are next month, so we're told. And that means we're going to see if we have the time to go deep on both of them right away. If they drop the same week, maybe not so easy. But anyways, expect us to go very deep on it.
Totally. And as far as allying, it's tank killing?
Anti-tank.
Anti-tank.
The army is anti-tank.
Everything about this army is anti-tank. So
Fusion, Haywire.
You've got Haywire on the bikes, which as we saw, just shreds tanks like paper.
Great.
And then you've got the fusion pistols.
Yep.
And then number 3, you've got the True Master for rerolling wounds, which actually means you can hurt high toughness models.
Yep, exactly. So I think just practice with those tools. They will work. Like Bridger was saying, it's actually not the easiest army to play.
For sure.
So just keep practicing with those tools. They actually can absolutely work. Like I said, when I first started playing this, I said, I think Frozen Stars is harder to play than Storming Spite, but I think if done well, it will be better.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Question: Astra Militarum Stormlord can transport 40, and 20 of them can shoot. Can they still shoot if the Stormlord is engaged?
I don't think so, no.
Edge gaze.
No, you can't. You can't.
Right, because anything in an open top transport is affected by the same rules as the transport it is in.
It's in the
Except they
transport
can
section.
they can leave the transport, and then they're not engaged anymore.
They count as falling back.
No, they do not.
Are you sure?
That was an 8th thing.
You should check the 9th edition rulebook. I don't think they can. I think they count as being whatever the transport is.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think Brian's right. I think they did call this out in 9th.
Yeah, I think they might have.
It was a weird edge case.
We'll double check it.
I don't think so, but that's fine.
Okay, yeah. We've
Yeah.
rarely had to deal with this particular edge case, and the reason we're humming and hawing is because it's been different in different editions, and so, or we think it's different in different editions. But we know that in last edition you could do that. What I'm describing, like you could fall back. But you couldn't stay in combat.
The weird case, for example, is these guys. Is I remember specifically, if you're engaged, you fall back. The vehicle cannot fall back and shoot. It does count as having fall back, and everyone inside as well.
Right.
But the guys inside can fall back and shoot.
Right.
But that's not the same as them leaving it. But yeah. So they think you.
But in both cases, the Harlequins can shoot because they can fall back and shoot.
No, yeah.
Well, that's
a different issue altogether. But also, it's also the weird thing is that the Stormlord can shoot in combat.
Yes, but that rule does not extend.
It has 2 separate rules to do that. Funny enough. But
that's a good answer.
this is why it might also be confusing. There is a transport section for open top.
It will say there.
Check it in the rulebook. We don't remember.
Thank you, Dark Soul. Judiciar is a shortened form of judiciary, with the C being pronounced as an SH.
Thank you.
So how is it supposed to be said?
What I've been saying.
Well,
judiciary.
Say judiciary. Say that.
Judiciary.
Now take the Y off.
Judiciary.
Yes, judiciary.
Judiciary, okay.
There you go.
Jude.
We did it.
It's Jude.
Jude.
No more Judicar. We're done with that.
Yeah.
J Daddy.
Yeah. J Daddy.
Thank you, Kieran. I think we would all love for you to do a tournament with the weaker armies this edition, like Genestealer Cult, Tau, Guard, and Drukhari. The fact that I said Tau is sad. That was part of the comment.
The wooden spoon army, like all of them.
The wooden spoon, yeah. I think a couple of those are like
medium tier.
Mid tier, yeah. But no, totally. We would actually love to do that.
Bottom tier would have to be like Knights.
GSC,
unfortunately, GSC. GSC could be scary though if it knew what it was up against a bit.
Yeah. Well, it would beat the other 2 worst armies, which are both of the Knights.
Now, the question is, in this tournament, do you progress by losing your game, or do you progress by winning?
It would have to be like Chaos Knights, Imperial Knights. Unfortunately, like maybe Orcs. They're really low down there, right?
I will never admit it.
But they are. They're pretty low down.
They're pretty low.
The Genestealer Cults, the Tau's middle bottom, but it's not bottom.
No, not quite.
It's not quite.
They're going to have a tough time losing their games in that tournament.
They would. They would do really well in that tournament. Hello, GSC. Hello.
But yeah, for Mono Drukhari isn't great either. It's not bad, but it's not great.
I think it's mid-tier.
Yeah, it's like where Tau is.
It's worse than...
It's where Tau is, basically. Yeah.
Well,
Tau doesn't have Drazar, Master of Blades.
It does not.
I might venture to say that they're better than Tau, but who knows? Anyways, the one way to find this out is play a tournament. So.
We should do, a losers tournament.
I like it.
Okay.
We'll keep that on the back burner.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dean. Hey, guys. I really enjoy your bat reps. First time I've been able to log in live. Though a hockey game went longer and I missed the start. Keep up with the great content. This was, I think, after the game finished.
Kurds and hockey. We're all Canada today. It's great.
We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hopefully you're still around.
Thank you, Tomasi. I really appreciate that at the beginning you said spoken, so I don't have to butcher the singing of this. Hey, Jude, don't feel so sad. Take a sad roll and CP it better. Remember to re-roll them to be 6s. Then you can stop making all of those misses. I really appreciate the spoken prefix there, because I would have struggled with that.
I was I'm really sad you didn't say
I'm
that.
super sad. Yeah, I feel like we could have made that our first single release.
Nope, just following orders here, Brian. Can't sing.
That's true. The people have spoken.
You guys are kind for not making them sing.
Man, I tried to re-roll them. It didn't
You
work.
rolled like me that game, Dan.
Yeah, I did.
That was...
I don't know what happened there, but it didn't feel good. If that's what you go through, I don't like it.
Conversely, you're like, this is what I do to people? This is awful.
Yeah, it's one of those, right?
Thank you, Amanda. Noob here, looking into White Scars and specifically a captain on bike with hammer and storm shield.
Yeah,
how do
good
you
idea.
build this since there's no kit?
Oh man, I wish I had. So I just built. Well, so one, you have one that's great, which is using the new Forge World model, right?
So this is the Forge World Con on bike for 30K. He's actually a con. He's got a flying jet bike, and he comes with an actual Thunderhammer.
Yep.
And he's got like a con shield and things like that. Now, it's not like legit the right model.
Sure.
But if you give him the pseudo flying bike, it kind of like fits.
Exactly.
The other thing is if you get the Kill Team Cassius box, there's a con on bike, or like I guess he's supposed to be just a White Scar on bike, but he's got lots of little bits and stuff.
Right.
He's a really great bike captain model.
Totally.
And the rest of that box has rad models anyway.
It's a great
kit to find though.
It is actually. I kind of wish I bought one.
I think you could get it on their website.
Yeah,
though.
that's true.
You can still get it on the GW website.
I actually just finished one. I'll post it up on Instagram, but I made a custom con for our friend Shane. I'm making an army for it. And it was like the Dark Vengeance bikes like cut up with a bunch of pieces, and then I had actually, you know, the small drop pods from the Kill Team box.
Yeah.
That's the front of the bike, and it was like a hover kind of bike. So you can take one of those basic bikes and start adding like plates and vents and like cool things.
Do you want to know an actual secret for the best White Scar bits?
Uh-oh.
The best White Scar bits are little ornate buttons. So you find like little brass buttons.
Oh, like
the little round,
like actual buttons,
like actual round brass buttons.
Yeah.
And you can get ones with like all kinds of symbols on them, and you can find them cheap. And they make amazing shields. They're perfect shields. You just kind of fill them in at the back. And my friend Austin is doing a similar thing for all of his guys with storm shields.
Yeah.
And he's doing them with these little like buttons with dragons on them.
That's so cool.
Brass buttons. It looks crazy.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Thank you, Amanda. Noob here, looking into White Scars and specifically. Nope, I just read that.
I was like, how long is he gonna?
Cool. There's another.
Thank you, Donald. I started Salamanders in January, and now they're super good.
I always love when that happens.
Yeah.
With just Primaris models, how do I play down to make games more fun for my opponents?
Yeah. That's, you know, I'm glad you said that, because that's honestly one of the most important things when you're playing with your friends is dumb down your models to be at the same power level as theirs. But Space Marine is going to Space Marine, so sometimes that's not easy to do.
One thing you can do with the Salamanders, and we mentioned this before, one of the reasons they're doing so well is in the list building phase, right?
Yeah.
You say, these are my while we stand, we fight, blah, blah, blah. It's already kind of predetermined. And so like you can play those a bit less efficiently, kind of give yourself a challenge and like don't specifically take that or build a list that doesn't use that. So that when you get to the table, you can also kind of play harder, but you nerf yourself in that sense.
Yeah.
And that can be a fun way to say like, here's my challenge, I'm going to accomplish it, and that way you're both having fun and things like that.
Yeah, and if you want to take things like Eradicators, just take like one squad. Or if you want to take Flamestorm Aggressors, just take 3 of them.
Make them just a little bit less efficient.
Yeah.
You can also just take fewer points than your opponent. There's nothing wrong with you bringing 1750 and your opponent having 2K.
I actually did that for like a year straight.
Yeah, but you didn't tell people, though.
Yeah. So I did that
I wouldn't want the other person to feel bad.
Yeah, that you're giving them a handicap.
You want them to feel accomplished when they beat you. Not like, well, but you had a handicap, you know?
Well, but you're proposing handicapping yourself in just a more insidious way. Like,
yeah. And then they find out after a year that none of their wins matter.
Watch this channel. Yeah. But, I mean, yeah, you know.
There's a lot of units that are cool that aren't the most efficient, and but the problem is, do you own them? Do you want to paint them?
You could use it as a chance to try things out. I've done that before. I'm like, I know I'm going to play a game. It's going to be for fun. Someone's learning or whatever. And I'll be like, well, I always wanted to try this thing, right?
You know what's very Salamanders, but they're like they kind of suck. I have the old veterans with like plasma guns or like melta guns.
Yeah.
And they're like 30 points a dude with 1 wound with a 3-up save. And when they get in, they like melta.
They're cool.
But man, like someone just bolters down like 600 points.
Feels real bad.
It sucks.
Good question.
Thank you, Greg. Oh, I scrolled. How many wave serpents is too many wave serpents?
No,
that's an Adrian question.
It is an Adrian question.
I guess when you get to 2001 points.
That's right.
Yeah, that's approximately when it's
then
too
you're
many.
cheating.
Or when you have more than you have infantry squads.
That would be too many.
Those would both be scenarios where it would be too many.
How many did I have? I had 5 or 6.
I think you had 6.
You had 6
Did you have
in
5?
one game. That was too many.
It was too many for like an all-comers list.
Yeah.
Because that's still a lot of shooting.
But it's still good.
It was still good. Like I'll be honest.
So even at 6, it's good. You can't really go above 6. Like you run out of points.
No, yeah. That was the threshold.
So 6 is like a genuine, real answer. That's actually the cap.
Yeah.
And I think 3 is the sweet spot.
I like my new list better.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
I think 3 is the sweet spot because you don't need more than that to be everywhere.
And then you're not killing things or you're not surviving melee, stuff like that.
Yeah, because they don't do everything. They just almost do everything.
They do like
yeah.
Thank you, Sean. Sean just says Raven Guard.
We'll do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's true.
Thank you, Captain Yort. Greetings from Crabland, which is Maryland. Also in the, I'm not just saying it, it's in there.
I don't know what Crabland is, so I actually appreciate that.
Going to buy one of the Forge World Eldar Titans, Revenant or Phantom.
Oh, Phantom.
Oh yeah, Phantom. And I picked up on the Crabland thing. My family lives in Maryland, so that's awesome, man. Yeah, they're known for the crab cakes. You know what else? Like specifically the Phillips crab cakes.
Ooh.
My last name.
That's right.
They're not my family though. Don't.
No affiliation.
I wish. I wish. I'd be like rich and have a lot of crab cakes. That'd be amazing. But yeah, Phantom, super cool. That's awesome, man.
Thank you, Christopher. Hello. Thanks for the cool content. New to 40K. Are 2v2 games a thing? Also, how can I make Triumph of St. Catherine more than a cool shelf piece?
Oh, you just got that today.
I literally just arrived in the mail today. I'm so excited. I think it's actually very, very good. So I will say, shout out to the Art of War folks who've been playing it a lot. John Lennon's been running it. Siegler's been talking about it. They're running it there, and it's been actually quite effective, especially with the FAQ to make it be able to use obscuring, things like that. So I'm going to be learning how to play it. I know it's possible. I've seen Good Sisters players play it well.
Yeah.
So I will let you know as soon as I can.
I think it's right. We'll get it on the table when we get the Sisters. That's definitely going to be good. What was the first part of that question?
2v2 games, which
is... we've done that many times.
Yeah, it's referred to as doubles.
Yeah. We've done doubles tournaments a number of times. And it's a ton of fun. And you can do all kinds of weird things because a lot of times they let factions pair that never paired before. So you get all these weird interactions
That's right.
that you've never had before. You also get some broken ass stuff.
You do have to make sure that you're agreeing with your opponents how are you going to play this, right? If you're going to a tournament, it's doubles tournament, there's always a lot of ambiguity. Like, is it just for fun? Is it like actual like beat
Yes. Every doubles tournament is always just for fun. Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
There's so many people that show up with that though.
They bring the most broken combination. Like my first time, I had a crazy Tau commander spam with like world leaders frontline, and it like fills in all the like the army can do everything. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Tau has this one weakness. They don't do combat, and it's like, what did you say? Said the 200 berserkers.
I was gonna play in one with one of our teammates, and they had to cancel last minute. I had my orcs. I was like, all right, so I called our buddy Anthony. I was like, hey, you want to play doubles tournament? He's like, yeah. I was like, cool. You're playing knights. I'll bring the models for you. So he played my knights, and then I played my orcs. And it was amazing.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's fun.
We knew that everyone was also bringing crazy stuff there too. So just make sure that you know what people are
Bridger and I did a doubles where we played both Custodes.
It was awesome.
And we had and it was great.
It was the best.
And so
name a better pairing than Custodes and Custodes.
The Custodes are a discerning partner. They only pick the best.
That's because you can get 6 shield captains, isn't it?
No, it's rule of 2.
It is rule of 2, and also we took the worst. We took exclusively the worst things from the codex.
It was all Forge World.
It was all Forge World, and it was all just garbage stuff.
Yeah, but that means he was running like Caladius.
No, this was back when they were bad.
It was actually before they got good.
Was this
after
they were?
Wait, no, this was the Bay Area Open where I.
No,
this is when they were good.
You and I did it at a different tournament.
We didn't play Bay Area Open doubles.
No,
we did.
I thought it was LVO doubles. It was LVO doubles.
It was BAO.
Okay, I played another game at BAO.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed for Sunday.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Because Brian thought he was going to be in the finals.
Oh, yeah.
And then he lost 2 games.
That's right. You were both close.
I was 5-1.
He was closer.
Yeah. Bridger was super close.
That was
last year?
one of my best tournaments.
Yeah.
That's great. Anyways. Hope that answers
Moving
your
on.
question.
Good times.
Good
thank
talk.
you, Max. Hey, I like playing 40K, but I love giant crustaceans. How do I make 3 Keepers of Secrets and Shalaxi work? That's it. You're done. You made it work.
I think it's really good.
It doesn't really matter what else you throw in there.
It's more the question of how does the rest of the army work.
Yeah. You did it, man.
Yeah.
Just scuttle over to the other side of the board and win. That's it.
Lots of bodies. Fill it out with the MSU.
Thank you, Caden. Love the streams. What do you guys feel about new Tau models representing the engineers of the Earth class with some plasma melee weapon or something?
That'd be super cool.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do like conversions to like Earthcast, or I've seen a lot of human auxiliaries and things like that. Tau actually has a surprising amount of conversion work that you could do. You can even like invent your own alien auxiliaries and just count them as this different things. So there's actually a surprising amount of conversion stuff that is possible in that faction. Cool stuff.
Thank you, Lavarius. Lavarius just says reroll ones. So.
Oh, the first round.
You did miss a couple, yeah.
In the very, very first combat, I missed a few.
This is like Lavarius' 6th or 7th super chat today, so I think I don't know what it's in reference to.
You're right. I actually did win because I had 2 ones at the start.
Just in general, you should reroll once.
Yeah.
Like in life.
That's right.
Yeah. Thank you, Bendaroo. Win or lose, what are some specific things to practice every game for someone just starting Harlequins, and what makes them so hard to play?
Practice positioning and practice not overcommitting things, right? So you watch how I kept things within range of my auras, knowing when to pop them and not to spend too much CP. So that positioning, you notice I redeployed my 2 least mobile units, but that were also my support characters, so they were as close as they could be. I didn't overcommit as much as I could. I, in fact, spent 2 CP
to move
purely
backwards.
to get back in. Yeah. So that is 100% the things to practice and protect your characters, right? So we had the bubble here, which was great, and I tried to protect my Shadow Seer here, which helped a little bit, but Brian was able to get around it. So those are the things you want to be practicing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fragile army, you don't give them any easy pickings.
Nope.
Yeah.
And last one of the night, thank you, Dean. I'm still here and got to watch the last turn-ish. Fried curds are awful. Also, as an Ultramarine player, I'm looking to add a Contemptor Dread. What are your thoughts? Relic, weapons?
I think always Relic if you can.
I love the Relic because it's got the extra wounds and it's got the 6-up feel no pain.
Yeah, and the extra BS. Goes from 3s to 2s.
I thought Contemptor's always at 2.
Contemptor's always
the extra armor save.
I got this wrong last time. It was
the extra armor save.
Yeah.
So it's crazy durable.
Yeah.
I like. Is this for Ultramarines?
Ultramarines.
I think autocannons are generally my go-to, but I also love las cannons.
Double or
I like
laser cannons.
I love two autocannons to las cannons generally, because then it does a bit of everything. That's my go-to. We'll have to see what happens with heavy bolters, the points wise, because they kind of could replace the autocannon.
Yeah. Because
it's actually more shots instead of 4, it's 6.
Yeah.
But if it's crazy more points, then not worth it.
Totally.
That's it.
Whoa, we did it. That was a lot of questions. Thank you all for whoever stuck around and asked the questions. We really appreciate the support. And of course, this game was exciting, but we have the very finals this Saturday. Death Guard versus the Harlequins. It's going to be an incredible match, so don't miss out on that. That is this Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific time.
That's right. If you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe. It definitely keeps the lights on, as well as all your donations, so thank you guys so much. Also, let us know who you're rooting for in the final round, whether
love to see
it be who you want to win or who you think will win.
That's right.
So definitely been really enjoying the conversation around that. Again, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Saturday, finals of the TTTT.
We'll see you there.